Dustin Pedroia, bottom one, no score. Delta Bravo to Foxtrot Charlie, request permission to blast. Delta Bravo, permission granted. Home run, he had 326, 17 homers last year in his MVP season, 1-zip Red Sox, and then his pitcher, Josh Beckett, was just straight up redunculous. Schools Akinori Iramura, and then Evan Longoria thought he wanted some. He didn't. Beckett, 9th career double-digit strikeout game. Top 6, 2-1 for the Rays, 4-1 Sox. Beckett rocks Carlos Pena into La La Land. 2 outs. Next batter, Pat Burrell. Still 2 runners on. Burrell. I like to say induced. The pitcher induced Burrell to ground out to third. Beckett, 7 innings, 10 strikeouts. Bottom 6, 4-1 Sox. You know Red Sox fans love Jason Varitek. He turns 37 years old on Saturday. Old man can still pop. Solo shot. First of the year. He had 13 last year. 5-1 Red Sox. Top 9. Red Sox 5-3. 2 outs. Full count. Jonathan Papelbon tells Gabe Gross, you ain't got to go home, kid, but you got to get the heck up out of here. Red Sox win the game 5-3. You saw Ted Kennedy throw out the first pitch. Ted Kennedy's grandfather, John Honey Fitzgerald, threw out the first pitch at the
Hurricanes beat the Islanders 9-0.
Red Sox and Rays. I still want grits, by the way. Carlos Pena diving catch at first base. The Sox beat the Rays 5-3. That's good enough for number 4. Rays and Red Sox. John Lester on the mound, looking for his 12th straight game. Winning at Fenway. Top 5, tied at 1. Gabe Kapler on first. Akinori Iramura. Lines 1 through to left. Kapler goes to third in the hit and run. Another look. Joe Lowry starts to go to second before the hit. If he hadn't jumped, might have been there to make the play. Conference on the mound with Lester. What do you think? I don't know. What do you think? I don't know. Stay in. All right. Next batter, Jason Bartlett. Lays down the suicide safety squeeze. Kapler safe at home. Bartlett safe at first. Rays up 2-1. Later in the 5th, Carlos Pena 0 for 6 in the season. 5 strikeouts. Slumping big time. How about this for a slump buster? Home run for Pena. He had 31 last year. Rays win 7-2. Lester 5 innings, 8 hits, 5 earned runs. The Rays 9, 1, 2, and 3 batters win a combined 11 of 19.
Visits rubber match against the Red Sox Thursday. Daisuke Matsuzaka, World Baseball Classic MVP. Top third, Evan Longoria says, this ain't the World Baseball Classic. 2-run shot for Longoria. Monster can't hold it. His second of the season. Matsuzaka 5 1/3, 4 earned runs, 5 Ks. Rays up 4-2. Troy Percival on for the save. Jason Varitek, like, save this. Ben Zobrist battling the Sun, and the Sun won. Sox down 4-3. Varitek second of the season. 2 batters later, Dustin Pedroia. Evan Longoria, not just about the bat, the glove works too. Terry Francona, what'd you think? Yeah, Pedroia 0 for 5 on the day. After David Ortiz walked, winning run at the plate, and Kevin Youkilis, Gabe Kapler reel it in on the warning track. Not a work of art for Percival, but Joe Madden said it doesn't always have to be an oil painting to be a success. Rays win it 4-3, and they take 2 of 3 at Fenway. It wasn't a fluke.
White Sox, one of their own, the Angels, return to work Friday.
There's an empty locker in their clubhouse, the one that used to belong to Nick Adenhart. He's the pitcher who was killed with 2 others by a drunk driver early Thursday morning. Friday at Angel Stadium, before they played the Red Sox, his teammates and fans paused to remember Adenhart. Outside the stadiums, fans continue to add to the spontaneous memorial created in Adenhart's memory. His teammates left Adenhart's locker intact. They'll wear his number 34 in a patch. His likeness is on a mural on the outfield wall, and before his start against Boston, Jared Weaver stopped to touch it. Both teams observed a moment of silence in memory of Adenhart, and those closest to him are remembering the special things about him and trying to find ways to cope.
There's no doubt about where our hearts lie right now is with the Adenhart family. I don't think there's any other way to go about this but to support them. As tough as we feel as an organization, it pales in comparison to when you lose a son.
He was one of the coolest, most unique. He had style. He had all these different things. He could do just about anybody's mannerisms, do their voices, do all kinds of stuff. He was multi-talented, not just in baseball. And to see someone lose their life at such a young age with so many talents, not just baseball talents, really for us, I know for me, takes you out of that bubble that you think you're in as a baseball player or even as a person, to say, wow, tomorrow could be my last day. What kind of impact am I making? And Nick made a huge impact on me and a lot of other guys.
The Tampa Bay Rays don't own the Baltimore Orioles, but they are making them pay rent. The reigning champs in the American League have beaten the Orioles 12 straight times, and they went for number lucky 13 on Friday night. Mark Hendrickson gets the start for Baltimore. He's 6'9" and used to pitch for the Rays, but he didn't know Evan Longoria all that well. Hangs the breaking pitch. Longoria crushes it. Adam Jones runs out of room, 1-0 Rays. Bottom of the first, base is loaded. Melvin Mora back through the box. That's going to bring in Brian Roberts and Adam Jones. Birds up 2-1. Bottom of the second, you want great defense? We have great defense. Check out Ben Zobrist robbing Cesar Izturis, then guns out Greg Zahn at second for the double play. Bottom of the fifth, Baltimore up 3-1. 2 out, hit by Mora as he comes through. Ropes one to right. Nick Markakis, come on down. O's up 4-1. Top of the eighth, O's leading 5-1, but Evan Longoria is going to change that. Drills the fastball of Jim Johnson. Second home run of the night, fourth of the year. Rays down 5-3. Gets dicey in the ninth for Baltimore. George Sherrill in. Deanna Navarro taking him out. First home run of the season. Rays down 5-4. But then Sherrill would settle in, facing Aki Iwamura. Little Baltimore cheddar. O's win it 5-4. The streak is over. Baltimore beats Tampa Bay for the first time in 13 tries. Mark Hendrickson, in his debut for the Birds, gets the victory after giving up 1 run on 6 hits. Andy Sonnenstein got tagged with a loss after giving up 5 runs on 8 hits in 4 2/3. Brian Roberts, Adam Jones, and Nick Markakis are batting a collective .432.
It's bizarro world in the AL East so far, as the Blue Jays and Orioles stand atop the standings, not the Rays, Red Sox, or Yankees. On Saturday, the second-place O's hosted the third-place Rays. Melvin Mora in the first comes up. Bases are loaded. And what does he do? A hanging breaking ball. He bangs it to left center field. A grand slam home run. His only hit of the game, but it was a big one. Jeremy Guthrie, he got the start on opening day, got the victory over the Yankees. Top of the third, 2 on, 1 out. Akinori Iwamura, ground ball back to Guthrie. Checks the runner back. Uh-oh, we've got Gabe Gross and a rundown. And Mora throws him out at home. Top of the fourth, 2 on, 2 out for Deanna Navarro. A chance to maybe do some damage. Strikes out on the breaking ball. Bottom of the sixth, 1 out. Bases are loaded. Adam Jones, ground ball to shortstop. They get the force out at second. At first, nope. A run does come in to score. 6-0, Baltimore on top. Then Chris Ray in the ninth inning. A guy who was a closer just a couple years ago, battling back from injury, strikes out Pat Burrell looking. 2 batters later, Gross looking as well. And how about Jason Bartlett? Sure, why not? Strikes out the side, does Chris Ray. Baltimore wins this one by a score of 6-0. Guthrie picks up his second victory of the season. 6 innings, 5 hits, no walks, 2 strikeouts. Brian Roberts and Nick Markakis both picked up 2 hits apiece for Baltimore.
Not the start to the season the Rays were looking for, just 2-3 out of the gates. Different story for the Orioles, 4 out of 5 to kick off 09. Tampa and Baltimore wrapping up their weekend series from Camden Yards. Adam Eaton on the hill, released by the Phillies in late February. His first start for Baltimore, and Carl Crawford got to him early with the bases loaded. Now they're unloaded. Ben Zobrist, Gabe Gross, Jason Bartlett all score. Tampa Bay's up 3-0 right out of the gates. Crawford was 2 for 5 with 3 runs batted in. Top 4 now, Crawford again, a little bloop single in front of Adam Jones. Jones comes up throwing. And check out the play at home plate by Chad Moeller. Gets his feet tied up with Gross. Gross tries to get back to the bag, and Moeller makes the play. Good defense. Top 5, Ben Zobrist. That one is gone. His first of the season, a 3-run shot. Tampa's up a touchdown. It's 7-0, 2 for 5, 3 RBIs for Zobrist. And then in the 7th, it's Bartlett again, a solo shot. His first of the season. It's now 9-0 Tampa. Bartlett was 3 for 5, had 3 runs of his own. James Shields gave up 5 runs and had lost to the Red Sox earlier in the week. Good comeback today. Gets Felix Pie to end the 7th inning. Shields 7 innings pitched, 3 hits, no earned runs. Top 8, Longoria got. Solo shot his 5th of the season to lead all big leaguers. Evans having a wonderful start. It's 10-0 at that point. Carlos Pena make it back-to-back, his second of the season. 11-0 Tampa at that point. It's an easy victory for the Rays. Eaton, 4 innings pitched, 8 hits, 4 earned runs in the loss. How about the performance for Brian Bass? 3 1/3, 8 hits, 7 earned runs in relief. Final score, 11-3 as the Rays get out of Baltimore.
The Rays finished a season-opening road trip a respectable 3-3. But nice to be back at the Trop, where last year they finished with the best home record in baseball. Now is on their way to a World Series season. You can see the AL champion banner being hung up at the Trop. B.J. Upton back in the lineup after a shoulder injury, and against Chien-Ming Wang, takes the walk in his first at-bat and then does what he can do best. Steals second base against Jorge Posada. Wang rattled. He'll come back and hit Carl Crawford, so now you have major speed on the bases at first and second, and the Rays, they like to use it. Pull off a double steal, and that sets up Carlos Pena for a 2-run double. 2-0 Rays. They plate 4 in the first inning. Top 2. Xavier Nady at the plate against Scott Kazmir. Going to give this a ride to center field, but watch Upton going back to the track and against the wall, makes a nearly impossible catch over the shoulder. It's over the wrong shoulder, one he was looking at. Unbelievable play. Upton would have a bunt single in the second, and that helped load the bases. Evan Longoria, then a free pass from Wong brings it Jason Bartlett. 5-0 Rays, and that's all for Wong. He had a rough outing, to say the least. Bullpen in, and not very good. Carlos Pena, the very next batter, a grand slam. 9-0 Rays. Wong responsible for 8 earned runs in 1+ innings. He's carrying a 28.93 ERA. Top 6, Nick Swisher to left field, and Carl Crawford with some glove out there as well. Scott Kazmir earns himself the win. Swisher, tip of the old cap, and he'd actually get in and pitch in this one. Through a scoreless 8th inning, did Mr. Swisher, in a long night for the New York Yankees. Jason Bartlett and Pat Burrell adding home runs. For Burrell, his first as a Ray.
Beat the Yankees out of New York in their home season opener Monday. And how's this? You know, they're getting their AL championship rings Tuesday. How strange is that? The Yankees watching the Rays get rings. Wow. We're going to go 4th inning. Matt Garza, he about rings up Nick Swisher's head. Later in the at-bat, Swisher repays it. Home run, his 4th. Garza, 9 Ks, 7 innings, 2-0 Yankees.
You know, Swisher will come on and pitch himself and hit somebody.
Yeah, he did pitch Monday. A.J. Burnett now in the bottom of the very next frame. He goes on Evan Longoria, goes high and tight, then strikes him out. Now, after the game, Burnett said he was putting the ball where he wanted. He was not directly addressing that pitch, but he was putting the ball where he wanted. He had a no-hitter through 6 after he gets B.J. Upton there. Remember he had that 9-walk no-hitter for Toronto in 01? Well, Carl Crawford fouls off 3 pitches on an 0-2 count, singles. The no-no is no longer. Still in the same frame, Burnett against Carlos Pena, and there goes the shutout. Crawford scores. He gives up 2 in the inning. Burnett. New York retakes the lead in the 8th, and then Derek Jeter goes 3 for 5. Here's a homer, 208 career, ties him with A-Rod on the Yankees list. The Yankees come back and win it 7-2. AJ is okay with that.
So the Mets at their new ballpark. Yankees had one more game in Tampa before they head home to the new Yankee Stadium. It's Derek Jeter, no 2. It's 42. Carlos Pena with his gold glove from last season. Check out some nifty glove work here. Cody Ransom looks the runner back at second, throws the first. Gabe Kapler takes off in the glove, but Mark Teixeira guns him down at third. You pay $180 million, you want more than just a bat. And Teixeira's got the glove. Jeter with the tag, 5.36 DP. Top 4, Rays up 2-0. Robinson Cano, named after Jackie Robinson. 2-run home run. His second of the year, game tied at 2. Top 9, tied at 3. 2-out runner on second. Yankees need a play. Who else? The captain, Cody Ransom, coming around to score. Derek Jeter said we're playing pretty good right now. He was 2 for 4 double in the RBI. Here comes Mariano Rivera. He always wears 42. He gets Willie Ibar. Yankees win at 4-3. Rivera with a second save of the season. And after an 0-2 start, the Yankees are heading home to their new stadium at 5-4. It's going to replace John Madden on Sunday Night Football. Got the Rays and the White Sox. Top of the second, no-score runner on first for Jermaine Dye. And they can both take their time. Off Jeff Neiman, White Sox up 2-0. Dye's 3rd home run of the season. We got drama in the ninth. Rays down 3-1. 1 on for Akinori Iwamura. We got a broken bat, a bobbled ball. Chris Getz can't handle it. Iwamura hustles down the line. He's in there. Bobby Jenks trying to shut it down. 2 out. Rays down 3-2, runners on second and third for Gabe Gross, and he's going to squander his opportunity. White Sox win at 3-2. Joe Madden ejected for the 10th time in his career with the Rays. That's even more than Lou Piniella, who only got ejected 9 times while he was 10.
Well, the Rays have scored 4 runs or fewer in all but 3 games this season. How many would they get against visiting Chicago Friday? They had Evan Longoria back after a 2-game absence because of a death in the family. And they get 1 from Carlos Pena off here. He goes solo his 6th. Bartolo Colon, who went 5 2/3, gave up 5 earned. White Sox 3-2, top 6. Jermaine Dye batting with a man on second, and he homers off James Shields, and the White Sox up 5-2. Bottom 6, Ben Zobrist pinch hitting against Matt Thornton and clearing the bases. The grand slam, and the Rays, they get 6 on the board, lead 6-5. Troy Percival, runners at first and third, top 9. Shut it down. Gets Fields to pop out, and the Rays win it 6-5, end a 3-game losing streak. And how about Carlos Pena? That was 83 homers since. He meant to do it. Absolutely. I do that every night. White Sox Rays. Chris Getz, our grounder to first. Carlos Pena, who homered, flips to James Shields. We got more coming from this game momentarily. Not that.
Number 4, White Sox and Rays once again. Paul Konerko at the plate. It's not about him. It's about B.J. Upton. Say hey to B.J. Upton. What a great catch. Rays win at 6-5.
The artificial turf wasn't so kind to the White Sox a year ago when they went 4-18 on the surface, including the postseason. 2009 looking like a different story, with the Sox taking the first 2 of 3 at the Trop. Of course, that's where their 2008 season ended in the playoffs. Bottom 1, Gavin Floyd. Look at that hook. Evan Longoria buckling, and then Carlos Pena, same story. Floyd, 7 strikeouts in 7 innings, gave up just 2 runs, and boy, he had plenty of runs to work with. A.J. Pierzynski off Matt Garza. First of the year for the White Sox backstop. 2-run shot. Dale Hose in front 2-0. 4-0 White Sox, 6th inning. Brian Anderson now starting in center field. And excuse me, single back to Matt Garza. And then Garza, compounding the issue, throws it away. Costly error, run scores, and that just set up the rally for the Sox. Next up, Chris Getz, the second baseman. Rip a curveball up the gut. 2 runs score, including Brian Anderson, who had 3 hits on the day. 7-0 White Sox. Garza responsible for all 7 in 5 2/3. 9-2 White Sox, top 8. Carlos Quentin. Man, is this guy on fire right now. Up to 7 home runs. 11-2 Chicago. That a 2-run shot. Very next batter, Jim Thome. Back-to-back we go. 3rd of the year for Thome. He was 2 for 3, scored 4 times. And 12-2 your final here. 17 hits for the Pale Hose in the victory, who take 3 of 4 in Tampa over the Rays. That's impressive stuff. Gavin Floyd earns the win. He's 2-1. Garza takes his first loss.
Roster. Do that first thing when I get home. Rays had allowed 20 runs in their last 2 games. They turned to Andy Sonnenstein to try to stop the bleeding in Seattle. Bottom 4, Mariners down 2-1. Runners at the corners. Rob Johnson at the plate. Gabe Kapler not quite tall enough. Mike Sweeney and Jose Lopez come in to score. Johnson, he's in there with a triple. And the Mariners up 3-2. Later in the inning, they're up 4-2. Andy Chavez, that's well hit. But check out Kapler. Did run flat out to get it. That's a great play. And we may see him later on in top place. Top 9 tying run at the plate. Brendan Morrow says, I got your tying run right here. He gets Jason Bartlett looking. Mariners win at 4-2. Last year's AL champs have now dropped 6 of 7. Jaron Washburn 3-0 this season.
The Rays entered Wednesday having lost 6 of 7. The reason why is pretty simple. They plated 3 runs or less in each of those 6 losses. Let's see some offense at Safeco. Carlos Pena wants to give you some. First inning, Pena finds the gap. That's a good thing. Carl Crawford, he'll come around to score easily with his speed. Evan Longoria, he's following up and will get in there beating the throw. 2-0 Rays. Pat Burrell falls with an RBI single. A 3-run first. 3rd inning, 4-0 Tampa. Akinori Iwamura shoots it to left. That's a fair ball. Ben Zobrist coming all the way around to score from first base. 5-0 Tampa. Very next inning, Longoria at it again to right center field, and Crawford comes in. This happened quite a few times in the ball game. And 7th double on the year for Longoria as Crawford again able to beat the throw. 6-0 Tampa. 5th inning, Jason Bartlett to right field. You know, Ichiro's got a great arm out there, and Akinori Iwamura comes in to score, beating the throw. 7-zip. Bottom 5, 7-0 game. Jeff Neiman perfect through 4 innings, but there goes the perfect game. Adrian Beltre safe on the error by Jason Bartlett. Neiman would walk the next batter, and then, oh, how quickly it all disappears. Jose Lopez, 3-run blast to second. Neiman, 3 runs, 2 earned, 5 and a third. But he's got himself a big lead. He can afford a little mishap and gets back some insurance in the 6th. Longoria again. Base hit to score Crawford. Rays take it 9-3. Crawford 4 for 5, 3 runs scored. Longoria a 3 for 4 night. He drove in 3. And Jeff Neiman picks up his first win of the season against 2 losses.
9 start, Evan Longoria said the Rays needed to start winning some games in a row. They had won 1 in a row going into Thursday's game in Seattle. Felix Hernandez gets Longoria there. Then bottom first, no score. Second pitch for James Shields. Ichiro had hit 7 of 8 pitches in batting practice for home runs, and batting practice carried over into the game. Second of the year for Ichiro, only run Shields allowed. Hernandez doing his thing against Longoria, again with a pitch in the dirt. Longoria 0 for 4 with a pair of strikeouts. 7th inning, still 1-0 Mariners. Hernandez gets Jason Bartlett. This one going 5-4-3. And so we go to the 9th. 2 outs, runner on second. Brandon Morrow in to close the game. 9th pitch of the at-bat, Deoner Navarro. And that'll do it. Mariners win it 1-0. Hernandez, 7 innings of work, 7 Ks. Ken Griffey jokes, some guys get all the run support.
Carlos Pena's first game of the year was a disaster. He struck out 4 times against the Red Sox. Since then, the Rays' first baseman has been a power-hitting machine. He has 6 home runs and 17 RBIs. Pena and the Rays taking on the A's. Top of the 3rd, Pena facing Oakland starter Trevor Cahill, and Pena goes kaboom. The 3-run rip, that's not coming back. 5-0 Tampa Bay, 7th of the year for Pena. Later in the inning, Deoner Navarro. The Rays catcher strokes one into center field. That's going to drop. Gross scores. Tampa Bay up 6-0. Next batter, Aki Iwamura. Coming off a solid year, strokes one to right. Deoner Navarro scores 7-0 Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay 5 runs in the 3rd. Iwamura went 2 for 5. Scott Kazmir was locked in, and he gets some help here. Jack Cuss, high, deep, far to center field, but B.J. Upton with the pretty catch as you see him going back to the wall. Leaps for it, comes up with it, and telling everybody all about it. Top of the 6th, it's Pena again. Beautiful uppercut strokes out in a hurry. And Tampa Bay wins it 8-2. Pena goes 2 for 5 with those 2 home runs. He has 8 on the year. Kazmir was outstanding for the Rays. He gave up just 2 hits while striking out 2. He lowers his ERA to 3.97. Jason Bartlett, what a game. 4 for 5. He's now hitting .390.
Both the new-look A's and defending AL champion Rays have been a bit sluggish out of the gates in 2009. But maybe as the weather warms, so will the bats. Andy Sonnenstein on the hill for the Rays, 0-2 with a near 6 ERA coming in. Wouldn't get much better today. He had the lead, not anymore. No more Garcia-Parra ties it with the single to left. Matt Holliday scores. Next batter, Kurt Suzuki. 2 of his 3 RBIs on the day. The double scores Jack Cust and a hustling Garcia-Parra. 2 batters later, Mark Ellis joins the party. A single to center, Suzuki scores. It is 4-1 Oakland. Bottom 5 now, Orlando Cabrera joins in. Floats a single in. Ryan Sweeney hustles around from second. He scores. Cabrera was 2 for 4. It's now 5-1 Oakland. 2 batters later, and Holliday. Another floater in there. Singles parade. Cabrera scores at 6-1. Sonnenstein is done. 4 innings pitched, 10 hits, 7 earned runs. His ERA now north of 7. Top 7, the leadoff hitter is Ben Zobrist. Grounds out to Jack Hanahan at 3rd. He was a defensive substitution. Good call there by the manager. 7-1 is the final. Dana Evelyn gets the win for Oakland. 5 innings pitched, 4 hits, but the bullpen was phenomenal. 4 innings pitched, no hits. Again, final score is 7-1 Oakland.
If the Rays could beat the Twins on Monday night, you could say they'd be just where they want to be. How so? Well, last year, they started the season 8-12, but then caught fire and made it to the World Series. Could be a good omen. Scott Baker gets the call from Minnesota. He missed his first start of the season with shoulder problems and has really struggled 0-2 entering the game. Top of the first, Carlos Pena going deep. Michael Kadire can't come up with it. Evan Longoria is going to score. 1-0 Rays. Pena, his first triple of the season. Next hitter, Pat Burrell. Struggling since he came over from Philadelphia, but not here. Shoots the beam to left field in the corner. Pena scores. Burrell held to the single. 2-0 Rays. Jeff Neiman towing the rubber for the Rays. He's 6 feet, 9 inches, and he was dealing. Bottom of the third, facing Justin Morneau, and that was flat out nasty. Then Jason Kubel, he doesn't have a chance. He had 4 strikeouts. Top of the fifth, former Twin Jason Bartlett. Little revenge against his former team. Singles to center. Deanna Navarro scores. 3-0 Rays. Bartlett had 2 hits to raise his average to 371. Still in the fifth, Evan Longoria. Sweet swinging. Dumps one into right field. That's going to bring in a run. Rays up 4-0. The Rays not done. Top of the eighth, Carlos Pena in a big way. Nails the hanging breaking ball, and that one is gone. Ninth of the season, 6-1 Tampa Bay. To the ninth we go, and this one really hurts. Jason Bartlett, his 3rd home run of the season. Rays win it 7-1. Jeff Neiman evens his record at 2-2. He gave up just 3 hits in 5 2/3. B.J. Upton had a single in the 7th to snap an 0-for-19 skid.
Games. Best story of last season was the Rays, Tampa Bay and Minnesota. Francisco Liriano 0-4 with a 7.06 ERA, but he's got the lead for the first time this season. Looks good. He just asked Jason Bartlett. Still 2-0. Evan Longoria hits it to right center. RBI double. B.J. Upton scores. The Rays would later tie it on a sac fly. So Liriano, no decision, 6 2/3, 3 Ks. First pitch that Ben Zobrist saw pinch hitting against Joe Nathan left the park. This game is tied, and Ron Gardenhire said, thinking, that didn't go the way I had planned. This will. Bottom 9, J.P. Howell is in a fix. He's loaded the bases. Justin Morneau grounds, and he's wearing his PF Flyers. Beats it out, run scores. Twins win 4-3.
Patrick Schuster made headlines this week, throwing 4 straight no-hitters. Well, for one Ray, that was old hat. Scott Kazmir accomplished that as a high schooler in Texas. Joked he didn't get the same attention for his efforts, but now he's in the big leagues. Bases loaded. He had a rough outing here. Wild pitch. Denard Span comes in. 1-0 Twins. Then Jason Kubel. Little pop fly. Should be a routine play. Akinori Uemura looking at Ben Zobrist. He's looking at Uemura, and it's just going to fall in. Brendan Harris scores 2-0. A lot of this not Kazmir's fault. 1 out later, Michael Kadire, ground ball. Jason Bartlett, nice job to keep it in the infield, but that's a base hit. Justin Morneau scores. Then Kazmir strikes out Delman Young, but a wild pitch. Kubel's going to score. 2 wild pitches for Kazmir in the inning, and there was nary a hard hit ball. 4-0 Twins. Then bottom 4, Twins ahead 6-1. And Justin Morneau putting a charge into this. This is a hard hit ball off Kazmir. Just misses going out of the park. Brendan Harris going to come in again, a double for Morneau. 7-1. Morneau had 3 hits. Then Jason Kubel, chopper to second base. Not happening for Uemura. Fielding error, then a throwing error on the same play. Morneau comes in. 8-1 Twins. They win this one going away. 8-3. Kazmir 4 innings, 8 runs, 6 earned, 2 wild pitches, and his 2nd loss of the season. Nick Blackburn pitched well for the Twins, 2 runs allowed in 7 frames. He's now 2-1 as the Twins take the 3-game set. It's a big stretch upcoming for the Rays, currently sitting last place in the AL East. 9 of their next 11 against the Red Sox and the Yankees. Started off against Josh Beckett of all guys, and Beckett in trouble in the 3rd inning. Bases full, and Evan Longoria rockets this into the gap. Everybody going to come in and score, and the Rays offense very good in this one. Longoria, 4 RBIs, had a home run. 13 runs in all for the Rays offense. I tell you that because the story is really Matt Garza. 5th inning against Kevin Youkilis. It's going to sit him down on the inside corner. Then Jason Bay. He's sitting 2. Garza perfect through 5. 6th inning, George Kataris waving at 1, and then Julio Lugo with 2 down in the inning. chops it to third, Longoria the play, and Garza now perfect through 6. Leading off the 7th, Jacoby Ellsbury, the leadoff man, great speed, and it's a little slight liner up the middle. Garza can't field it. Bartlett the big play, but not good enough to get the speedy Ellsbury. An infield single breaks up the perfect game and the no-no. Garza comes back up and in on Dustin Pedroia, and then gets Pedroia to hit it to the 4-6-3 double play. Some fire out of Garza. Pedroia, too, who thought he was safe over there at first base. Then, in the 8th inning, Jonathan Van Every, a game-winning home run the night before, this time sitting down. Jason Bay whiffing at one. And that would be all for Garza. 7 2/3, 1 hit allowed, 1 walk, 10 strikeouts. The Rays 1 hit the Sox in a blowout victory, 13-0. Every Rays starter had a hit. Michel Hernandez, the catcher, leading the way. He had a home run, 4 hits, and 3 RBIs.
Run in his last 15 games. Bottom first scoreless, bases empty, 2 out. Justin Masterson gets Longoria. We go to the 5th now. Did I mention Longoria hadn't been hitting any home runs lately? He's got the bases loaded.
2-2 pitch. Swing and a drive. High, deep, and gone. Grand slam home run for Evan Longoria.
Longoria's got some numbers. He's hitting .368, 28 RBI, and 7 home runs. Carlos Payne's like 7 home runs. That's nothing. I got 10. Rays going to win at 6-2. Andy Sonnenstein, he's now 4-1 against Boston. 2 runs, 8 hits, and 5 2/3 for him.
It's his Red Sox recent record at Tropicana Field. 1 win in their last 12 for Nick Green and the bunch. Green grounds it up the middle. Akinori Uemura makes the nice effort, can't get a handle on it. 2 runs come in. Green drove in 3 on the day. Sox up 4-1. Next batter, check out Green on first. He's taken off for second. There he goes. He almost made it. He made it about halfway. Terry Francona, the bunch, they're loose. That's good. Carlos Pena. I think he waited on that curveball. Yeah. Something for his people. 11 homers. That leads the Bigs. Bases loaded for Euclid in the 6th. Down the left field line, we'll bring in 2 more. Euch's 3rd RBI of the game. Sox go on to win it 10-6. Wakefield gave up 5 runs in 5 innings, but he gets the win. He's now.
And here we go from the Trop. Carl Crawford, remember, a little injured last year? Had 11 stolen bases coming in, but after a walk, steals on Jason Varitek and Brad Penny. Throw goes into the outfield. He later moves over to third and scores the tie at 1. Bottom 3rd. And this is what speed can do, especially little indoor. Julio Lugo, not even going to throw it. Infield hit Crawford on first. Later in the inning, you guess what's going to happen. On the breaking ball, no throw by Tech. 2nd stolen base of the game. Bottom of the 5th, Rays lead 3-1. Crawford on first due to a single. There's the throw, but pretty good one, not in time. Good jump. 3rd stolen base. Later in the inning, this is the tough one. I know we saw home last week, but forget it. 3rd stolen without a throw, 4 stolen bases. Crawford. Manny Del Carmen into pitch. Bottom 7, just 3-1 Rays. Crawford stealing, don't even try it. 5th stolen base. After Carlos Pena gets hit, Del Carmen hits Pat Burrell. Crawford comes in to score. Rays go up 4-1. Now it's a 4-3 game, bottom 8. And look at this, little excuse me, Tapper, short, Lugo, not going to get him. Jason Bartlett scores, 4 hits, Crawford, 5-3 Rays, and then open up the record books. Crawford, save, 6 stolen bases for Carl Crawford, and the Rays go on to beat the Red Sox. 5-3, their first series win since they won the opening series at Boston.
The Pirates. Orioles and Rays got Casimir trying to get Tampa Bay back on track. Nick Markakis. So you know what that means? Absolutely nothing in my world. Casimir struggling early. 6 1/3, 6 earned runs he gave up for the game. Top 8, Orioles up 6-4. Joe Nelson in relief of Casimir. Brian Roberts with 1 on and 1 gone. Orioles up 8-4, and Roberts 3rd of the year. Bottom 9, 2 outs. George Sherrill in to finish it off for the Orioles, facing Carl Crawford. He of the 6 stolen bases. Felix P.A. Spectacular diving catch in the game. You know, Crawford can't steal any bases if he can't get on base. The Orioles going to win it 8-4 with 3 RBI.
Season, the Rays dominated the Orioles, going 15-3 against their division opponent.
However, this year, the O's have taken 3 of the first 4 as the two clubs met down in Tampa on Tuesday. First inning, Koji Uehara, you got to pay attention to Carl Crawford, and no matter how much you pay attention to him, he's going. He takes second, and then Adam Jones comes up throwing, and look out in section 332. He airmails the throw, and Crawford from first to second to third and home, 1-0 Tampa. Matt Garza, 5-0, a 2.80 ERA in 6 starts against Baltimore, and Brian Roberts might get his money back from Geico, but Rays aren't getting that ball back from the crowd. 4 hits off of Garza in his career, 2 home runs, 2-1 Baltimore. Bottom 4, Uehara strikes out the side. Crawford staring, Longoria swinging, and Carlos Pena silly. 8 Ks, that's a career high in 6 2/3 for Uehara. Top 5 bases empty, more offense from the O's, and they're using the long ball yet again. Greg Zaun's first home run in the season makes it 3-1 O's. Bottom 6 after an error led off the inning, all unearned runs for Tampa. It's a 3-2 game when Longoria finds just enough space down the right field side. He's hit safely in his last 9. It's now a 3-3 ball game. Bottom 7, B.J. Upton's double. That scores Akinori Iwamura. A 4-3 ball game after that. That was it for Uehara. And then 2 pitching changes later, Longoria's 2-run single makes it 6-3. So Tampa was down 3-1. They score 5 unanswered. They win the ball game 6-3. The O's have had a lead in 6 of their last 7 losses. Nick Markakis 0 for 4 snaps a 35-game streak of reaching base safely. Carl Crawford, his 19th stolen base of the season. He's stolen a bag in 8 straight games. Defending American League champion Tampa Bay Rays made their first trip to the new Yankee Stadium to kick off a 7-game American League East road trip with 2 in the Bronx. The first trip to the old Yankee Stadium for Tampa wasn't pretty as they lost 7-1 back in 1998. In 1998, A.J. Burnett was dominating A-ball, but this year no decisions in his last 3 outings. Still, though, 2-0. Evan Longoria, American League's Player of the Month in the top of the 3rd with 1 on and 1 out. He delivers a double down the left field line that scores B.J. Upton. He came in 2 for 13 against A.J., and it's 1-0 Tampa. Bottom 3, 2 out, Jose Molina. He'll fly out to left. No need for suntan lotion on a nut like this in the Bronx, but B.J. Upton lays out anyway. Andy Sonnenstein, he went 2-0 at the old Yankee Stadium. Bottom 4, he's got Johnny Damon swinging for the 2nd out of the inning. Same inning, now 2 on for Robinson Cano, and he'll fly out to Carl Crawford. Sonnenstein went 7 1/3. He struck out 4. Top 6, 2-0 Tampa. 1 on. Deano Navarro singles scores Gabe Gross. It's a 3-0 lead for Tampa. Navarro went 2 for 3 on the night. Bottom 8, look at that. A beautiful night for baseball in the Bronx. Bases loaded. Mark Teixeira, there's no need to clean the bases when it's raining, but that's just the kind of guy Teixeira is. That brings home all 3, and it's a 3-3 game. Top 10 now, still 3-3. No more Mo after he pitched a scoreless 9th, and Phil Koch on, and Carlos Pena out. His 12th home run of the year, his 6th home run in his last 12 games. He leads the majors in that category, and it's a 4-3 lead. Bring on Troy Percival, 4 for 4 this year in save opportunities. Make it 5 for 5 with the tying run on 3rd. Hideki Matsui flies out to left. As Tampa Bay holds on, they win the ball game 4-3. Yanks now have lost 4 straight. In the victory, Evan Longoria extends his hitting streak to 10 games.
Now, before the Yankees took on the Rays, Nick Swisher runs out, high-fives the fans in the front row, but then, oh boy, he didn't exactly stick the landing. He was fine, though. Now, last year in the old Yankee Stadium, there were 12 home runs to right field through 12 games. This year, if you had $100 for every home run hit there, you could buy yourself a ticket to a Yankee game. Jason Bartlett, his 4th home run of the season, 27th home run to right in the new Yankee Stadium. Rays up 1-0. 2 batters later, Carlos Pena, he's got 13. That's a solo shot. That's 28 now to right field. And the hits just kept on coming. And they were all home runs, it seemed. Top 3rd, still 2-0. Evan Longoria, 2-run shot, his 9th. That's 29 to right in the new Yankee Stadium. The Yankees would use the stadium to their advantage as well. 5th inning, Yanks down 4-3. Hideki Matsui didn't look like he got enough of that one, but just clears the wall, his 3rd. So that's 30 to right. After the home run, a police officer makes the grab, then gives the ball to a kid in a Rangers jersey to protect and to serve and to do really cool things.
What a dude.
And the kid gives the cops some props. Not sure if he should have been on duty, but He'll have to take that up with the Sarge. Top 6, still tied at 4. Ben Zobrist going. Andy Pettit knew it immediately. First time in Pettit's career, he's given up 4 home runs in a game. He wasn't the only Yankee pitcher who did something historic. Bottom 8, Johnny Damon, a 2-run shot, his 7th. Guess where? Right field. Game tied at 6. Now, here comes Mariano Rivera. He's never allowed a home run to a Ray currently on the roster. Did I say that? Carl Crawford, his first of the season, 32 to right field. Now the Rays go up 7-6, but wait a minute. Here comes Longoria. Rivera had never given up back-to-back home runs in his career. Nothing's working for the Yankees. Starters are giving up home runs. Closers are giving up home runs. Rays win at 8-6.
With the best home record in the American League. They're 11-3. They're hosting Tampa Bay. Carl Crawford, remember he had 6 stolen bases last time he faced Brad Penny? Top 1, and as Mark Jackson would say, well, there goes that man again. Crawford, the stolen base right there, beats the throw. He'd later score. He went 3 for 5. That was his only stolen base. Jason Bay hitting .344 with 6 homers, a .672 slugging percentage against fastballs, opposed to .265, 2 home runs, .618 slugging percentage against non-fastballs. James Shields ignores the full screen. And James Shields is going to be upset about it. And somewhere Coach Hurts is grinning. There's his boy. Homers again. Shields, he can't win at Fenway. He's going to fall to 0-5 at Fenway. J.D. Drew later in the 6th, going to take him deep, his 4th. Remember, they got 12th in the 6th, no outs Thursday. They get 5 in the 6th, no out Friday. And the Red Sox end up winning at 7-3 is your final. Longoria's hit streak, by the way, and
for them. Rays and Red Sox at Fenway, where John Lester had a 17-3 record when he took them out. At least he did before he faced Evan Longoria in the first. Man on, 2 in. Deep to center and gone. Longoria is on pace for 223 RBIs this season. Those are RBIs 40 and 41 for him. It's 2-0 Rays. David Ortiz still homerless in 148 plate appearances as he took to the dish in the 3rd. Fly ball to right. Could it be? No. Gabe Kapler, former member of the nation, squeezes. Ortiz, last home run September 22 of 08. Lester v. Longoria again in the 5th, and you are so not retiring. Evan Almighty, 2-run double, hitting .405 with 5 homers and 21 RBIs just against Boston this year. The Rays score 6 in the 5th. Lester took the brunt of it. He gave up 8 runs. Matt Garza, who's already beaten the Sox twice this season.
To the ballpark and step on it, please. Rays, Red Sox, Dustin Pedroia fouls off a pitch. See, comes up limping, hunching over in pain. After finishing the at-bat, exits the game. Red Sox calling it a strained right groin. There goes the right side of the infield, right, with Euclid already out. Pat Burrell getting ready to hit. At the same time, Celtics going for a game-winning shot in Orlando. How about the reaction from Burrell?
What?
Fenway explodes with TV sets everywhere going on in the basketball game, and he had to step out. Rays don't score in the inning. Bottom of the 8th, David Ortiz still looking for his first home run of the season. And, well, he's still looking for his first home run of the season, but he'll take a monster double. Next batter is Jason Bay. I mean, what else is new? Bay is hitting .333 in the 8th inning or later this season, hitting .378 with runners in scoring position, so you know he drives home Ortiz. 4-3 Boston. Top of the 9th, Jonathan Papelbon in to close it, right? After a leadoff walk, Akinori Iwamura on first. Papelbon tries to pick him off, gets away from Jeff Bailey, so Iwamura goes into second. After a single, runners in the corners, no out. And the dangerous Carlos Pena is pinch hitting. Check swing job. Papelbon gets him. Jason Bartlett goes to second. There's 1 down. Next batter, the dangerous B.J. Upton. Papelbon gets him. 2 down. Next up, the dangerous Carl Crawford.
Oh, danger.
All these Rays, man. 2 out, and Papelbon, wow. Talk about a save the hard way. That's his 8th. That's his enthusiasm.
Basement right now, Baltimore's in it. Adam Jones, 9 home runs in 132 games last season. He now has 7 this season. Off Andy Sonnenstein right there. Solo job. Sonnenstein, 0-3, 6.95 ERA on the road this season. Top two, the Rays have been struggling, but Evan Longoria has not. 44 RBI, lead the majors. Base hit, off the wall. Carl Crawford would score, and you do the math, that's 45 for Longoria, and the Rays up 5-1. It's 5-3. Adam Jones, first multi-homer game of his career, 2-on, 2-out. Get out. Orioles take the lead, and they go on to win it 7-5. You're fine. There were 7 web gems in the Rays-Orioles game. Is that something you'd be interested in? Now, a web gem can be a top play. I'm not sure how many we're going to show you, but let's find out together. First inning, B.J. Upton grounded to Melvin Moore, spins and makes the out at first, but Moore was shaken up on the play. He did stay in. Later in the inning, Evan Longoria. He goes whole at short. Cesar Izturis, backhand stop. So that's 2 gems right away. Now Moore at the plate, pop up and foul ground. Diana Navarra, it looks like he's going to get it. But instead, it's Carlos Pena. And good on the Orioles. Look at them coming out, make sure Pena doesn't hurt himself. But the catcher didn't get the web gem. The first baseman did.
You also don't want to catch a spike in the face of it.
Yeah, that's dangerous. I know a cat named Way Out Willie Ibar at the plate. Brian Roberts! I had hops for breakfast. So we've had them all around the infield now. Longoria up again. We're tied at 1. Top 4. Izturis again. Robbing Longoria again. We're not going to show it again. Aubrey Huff tied at 2, bottom 4. Carl Crawford. Now we go to left field. We're going to get the outfield involved. Wow. Unfortunately for Crawford, he'd have to lead the game with an injured shoulder, and that's bad news for the Rays. Izturis at the plate. It's 4-2, bottom 6. Blooper to left. Oh, who's going to get this one? Jason Bartlett or Longoria? Longoria makes the catch, crashing in to Bartlett. They almost each need to get a half web gem there. Scott Kazmir, let's just have cotton candy and enjoy that we're baseball players. Rays win 8-6 against the Royals. Indians and Rays, Joe Madden's club, had not had much success over the last 3 seasons against Cleveland, just 5-19. Top 5, Cleveland up 2 outs, 1 on as Drupal Cabrera grounder. Akinoa Iwamura mishandles the ball, and by the time he recovers, there's no play. That would be his 5th error in 35 games. Last season, he didn't have an error until the 75th game of the season. It's been that kind of season for Tampa Bay. Next batter, Victor Martinez. High drive, deep center. B.J. Upton needs longer arms. 2-run score. Iwamura's error proves costly. Martinez goes 4 for 5. The Indians win 11-7. First back-to-back wins.
We get back on track against the Indians. Evan Longoria trying to help out as well. Bottom 6, Rays down 7-3. Runner on second. Longoria with a base hit. Carl Crawford scores. Rays down 7-4. They had trailed 7-0. Longoria with 46 RBI. Now, top 8 at 7-6. Victor Martinez on fire. Entered the game hitting 400. J.P. Howell almost hit him. Martinez doesn't like it. Later in the at-bat, Martinez over to first. Martinez and Howell end up in the same area, but no problems. Bottom 8, Rays down 1. Ben Zobrist leading off and teeing off Rafael Betancourt. That tied the game at 7. Zobrist's 7th home run of the season. B.J. Upton said you could see it in guys' eyes. They never thought they were going to lose. And Upton helped make sure they didn't lose. Off the new Indian, Luis Vizcaíno, gone. Walk-off shot for Upton. Vizcaíno hadn't been in the game since last April. Rays win at 8-7. It's the biggest comeback win in the history of their franchise.
Second of last year. Carl Pavano on a 3-game win streak as he started against the Rays on Saturday. B.J. Upton up in the 4th. Friday, he ended a 120 at-bat homerless streak. Saturday, he ended a 1 at-bat homerless streak. That means homers on back-to-back days. In the 6th, 2 on, nobody out for Johnny Peralta. Line drive down the first base line. Victor Martinez, who had 3 more hits. He's hitting .478 his last 12 games. Comes in to score here. Indians down 3-1. Later in the inning, 3-2. 2 on, 2 out for Luis Valbuena. 11th pitch of the at-bat. Garza finally gets him to pop out. Garza, 6 innings, 2 earned. He's 3-0 his last 4 starts.
Indians at Rays, and Eric Wedge waits until Ben Zobrist takes the field as the third baseman. Obviously, Joe Madden meant to put DH next to Longoria, but he didn't. Suddenly, there's a delay as the umpires talk about this.
It was my mistake. I have to sign the lineup card and present it to the umpires. I misprinted by putting 2 third basemen in the game. which caused us to lose Longo in the beginning and have Sonnenstein hit it in the 3-hole, so it was my fault.
How did Andy take it when he told me?
He loved it. I mean, all the other pitchers want to start paying us off now to make the same mistake so that they can hit also.
Joe Madden properly filling out a big league lineup card, normally good, but his mistake means there's no DH. So the pitcher, Andy Sonnenstein, has to bat, and he's batting third. Guess what? Look at him in the bottom of the 4th. It's over the head of Ryan Garko. What's he doing playing left? And Sonnenstein has an RBI double. Evan Longoria approves, laughing the man's laugh. Meanwhile, you know, pitchers hitting, it's taking over the Ray dugout. Scott Kazmir is getting ready just in case. This game had so much more. There was a catch off a wall that shouldn't have been a catch, and then we have this going on as Kerry Wood enters the game. But first we go back. Whoa, look at J.P. Howell on Friday over the head of Victor Martinez. He does not like it. Martinez less than pleased. And then, same game, Upton, the walk-off homer. Rays win 8-7. Indians in a bad mood. Now, it's a 7-5 game in the bottom of the 8th back on Sunday. Wood, Upton, no, he throws 2 inside. And then Joe Madden screams, and of course Victor Martinez, the guy who was kind of buzzed on Friday. And remember last year we saw Madden argue with Coco Crisp when he was a member of the Red Sox. Now Martinez and Madden are going back and forth. Bench is clear. Crawford comes out. And then here we go. What was the statement that Wood was trying to make? Just having Martinez's back, his battery mate. Upton hit the walk-off home run. Well, back to the action. And look out, DeRosa. But Troy Percival probably wouldn't put that man on and have the tie run come to the plate. But Eric Wedge still says, wait a minute, we warned people. Shouldn't he be tossed? DeRosa takes his base. In the end, Percival against Jamie Carroll gets him, and a strange, wacky, wild game comes to an end. Improper lineup call, improper call off a ball off the fence, bench clearing situation, but in the end, that's how the game ends in Tampa.
Not long ago, a 500 record was the impossible dream for Tampa Bay. Now in 2009, it's a disappointing start. The Rays trying to hit the break-even mark with a win over the A's on Monday. They enter with a 3-game winning streak up against Sean Gallagher making his second start. Stakes with a 1-run lead, but had some issues in the bottom of the first. Walks, P.J. Upton then gets a flyout, but Evan Longoria going to single to right center. Upton able to move over to third, so runners on the corners. Carlos Pena steps up. He, too, gets the free pass. 90 miles per hour off the inside part of the plate. Bases loaded. Ben Zobrist walked. Upton comes in. We're tied up at 1. Then Willie Ibar hitting the foot by the pitch. Longoria able to come in now. 2-1 Tampa Bay. Only 1 hit in the inning at this point. Jason Bartlett, bases juice right back up the box. Pena, Zobrist both come in. Bartlett a 3-for-3 night. 5 RBIs. That's a career high. After a ground out, men on second and third, and look out, crossed up is Kurt Suzuki. 2 runs going to score on what's called a passed ball. He wasn't looking fastball there. He was looking for something breaking and hit off his shoulder. 6-1 Tampa Bay. They score 6 runs on 2 hits. How about it? That for Jeff Neiman, and then get some help from Ben Zobrist here against Matt Holliday. Check this out, going all the way over into the stands to make the catch. And he is just fine after flipping head over heels. Neiman goes 8 innings, 4 runs, 3 earned, and he liked that, as did the entire Rays dugout. 13-4, Tampa Bay victorious. They extend their winning streak to 4 games and even their record at 20-20. Hector Iwamura, a nice day at the plate as well. He had 3 RBIs.
Rays have won 4 straight. A's have lost 4 straight. We go straight to the top of the 9th. Scoreless game. Matt Holliday came into this game 1 for 14 against the Rays this season, and J.P. Howell in for James Shields gives him nothing there. We go top 11, and Air kept the inning alive. 2 on, 2 outs. And Matt Holliday is ready for that per diem. Off Joe Nelson, full count. Goodbye, 5th of the season. The A's are going to win it 4-1, just their 5th win in their last.
Scott Kazmir has lost his fastball and gained a hefty ERA. His mid-90s heater now checks out in the upper 80s, and in his past 4 starts, the ace of the Rays has an ERA of almost 13. If there wasn't concern before, there is now. Kazmir 7-2 in 12 career starts against the A's. It would not help him on this night. Top of the first, Jason Giambi. The base knock to left. Jack Cuss, come on down. 1-0 A's 18th RBI of the season for Giambi. Brett Anderson came into the game 0-4, 6.03 ERA. Looked like Steve Carlton in the first.
How about this for an opening act? Striking out B.J. Upton, Carl Crawford, and Evan Longoria on 3 nasty breaking balls. That was impressive. Top of the second, Oakland adds to the lead. Kurt Suzuki fighting one off into center field. Bobby Crosby scores 2-0 Oakland. Top of the third, Adam Kennedy coming through again for the A's. This time, he will go the other way as he golfs one to the gap in left center field. It'll go for his 3rd double of the year. Matt Holliday, he will score 3-0 Oakland A's. Bottom of the 4th, Rays get on the board, and what kind of year is Carlos Pena having? Ripping and roping. That's his 14th home run of the season, 2-run shot. Rays down 4-2. Top of the 5th, Aaron Cunningham. And he comes up big as he rakes one to left field. Jason Giambi, he's going to score. A's up 5-2. Casimir Dunn after 4 1/3 gives up 7 runs. Bottom of the 9th, A's trying to hold on to it. Brad Ziegler in, and check out Ryan Sweeney as he takes one away from B.J. Upton. Oh, that is beautiful. And the A's hang on to win it 7-6. Ziegler, 5th save of the year. A's have won 2 straight. Rays have dropped 2 straight. Brett Anderson, his first win after going 6 innings, giving up 4 runs, 4 hits, striking out 5. Casimir, his ERA is now a robust 7.69.
As the A's went in search of their first 3-game winning streak of the season, the Rays looked to come away with a winning record on their 8-game homestand. And the best part of being the home team is having the last at bat. In the first inning, a 19-minute power outage after a lightning strike in the area. But Matt Garza still had it going. He's won 3 straight bases loaded in the second and gets Jack Hanahan swinging through the fastball. It's a 1-0 game, bottom 2, a 1-2 pitch. It's a changeup from Dallas Braden, and B.J. Upton, you can't knock that hustle. He beats it out, it scores Gabe Kapler, and it's 2-0 Tampa. How about some Oakland defense, bottom 4, Willie Ibar bunts. Dallas Braden not afraid of the rug burn. A 2-2 ball game, bottom 6 now. 2 outs for Jason Bartlett. He hit .407 with 9 RBIs on the homestand. His 6th home run of the year gives the Rays a 3-2 lead. Top 8, Dan Wheeler on 2 out. Orlando Cabrera goes back up the box. Bobby Crosby scores, and it's a 3-3 game as Oakland ties it up for the 2nd time in the ball game. Top 9, 2 on for Jason Giambi, sitting on home run 399. Could that be 400? Nope. But B.J. Upton had it and lost it, but the runners held because they thought Upton was going to catch the ball. No runs scored. The bases are loaded. Now, after a pitching change, Adam Kennedy is on. The first pitch he sees from Joe Nelson. That drives home the go-ahead run at 4-3. They scored 2 in the inning to go up 5-3. Bottom 9, pinch hitter is Ben Zobrist. Get your ice cream, your Tootsie Footsie ice cream. He ties it at 5, setting up Carl Crawford with the winning run on second and 1 out.
Here's Crawford. Base hit into center field. Navarro at third. He's going to score as Davis bobbles the ball, and the Rays come back to win it 6-5.
Willie Ibar went 1 for 2, 2 runs, 2 walks. The loss for Oakland snaps their winning streak at 2 games.
Todd Jones, a former Major League pitcher, had an old saying after he got crushed in a defeat. He said, sometimes you're the bug and sometimes you're the windshield. On Friday night, the Marlins, one of the teams Jones pitched for, were the bug that just got splattered by the windshield with a Tampa Bay sticker on it. The annihilation started early. Top of the first, Jason Bartlett hitting .440 over his last 13 games. Strokes one to left field. Off the fence, B.J. Upton, Carlos Pena are going to score 2-0 Tampa Bay. 10th double of the year for Bartlett. Top of the second, Deanna Navarro. He has been struggling. Came into the game hitting .189, the 2-run rip. Second of the year, he went 4 for 6 with 3 RBIs, 4-0 Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay up 5-0. Carlos Pena with 2 aboard. Cranks one out to right field. 15th home run of the season. That leads the American League. 8-0 Rays. Top of the third, they're up 10-0. Gabe Gross, the former Auburn Tigers quarterback, yanks one to right field. That's going to drop Carl Crawford. Evan Longoria score. 12-0 Tampa Bay. The onslaught continues, up 13. Andy Sonnenstein focused, but not right here. Hanley Ramirez gets a cookie, and he crushes it. 8th home run of the season. That breaks up the shutout, but Tampa Bay still leading 13-1. Top of the 7th, Gabe Gross for good measure. Strokes one to right field, and It's not coming back. 2-run shot, second of the year. He went 3 for 5 with 4 RBIs. The Rays pounded out 17 hits in the demolition. They also got a solid performance out of Sonnenstein. The veteran right-hander gave up just 1 run in 6 innings to improve to 3-4. What's gone wrong with Ricky Nolasco? He won 15 games a year ago. He departs after just 2 innings, surrendering 8 runs on 8 hits. His ERA sits at 9.07.
Tank tops and flip-flops, the universal uniform on both sides of the stand Saturday as an all-Florida feel from Landshark Stadium has the Marlins rolling out the red carpet, or rather white sand, for the visiting Rays. Sweet stashes. The AL champs took the Citrus Series opener 15-2 on Friday, looking to jump all over rookie Sean West. First career start, in trouble with 2 on and 2 out, but he gets Jason Bartlett swinging. Top 4, though, more issues for him. He's a 2005 first-round pick. He walks Michelle Hernandez. That brings in Jason Bartlett with the game's first run. It's 1-0. Bottom half, Hanley Ramirez gets into one, thinking extra bases, but B.J. Upton, covering some real estate out there in center, tracks it down. Of course, I don't care who's out there when Dan Hugles swinging a big bat like this. Off the pole and left, no one's catching it. His 8th. We're tied at 1. Now 2-1 Rays in the 7th when Tampa tacks on another. Willie Ibar to left and scores Carl Crawford. Rays go up 3-1. Bottom half of the 7th, the Fish refuse to go belly up. 1 run in already. The Rays have Akinori Iwamura on for defensive purposes. How'd that work out? Aki eaten up. Chris Coughlin scores at 3-3. Top 8, Rays take the lead for the 3rd different occasion on the evening. Evan Longoria serves one in a shallow right. Doesn't look like much, but it does the job. Iwamura scores. The Rays go in front 4-3, and this time the lead will hold and then some, thanks to a monster 9th inning by Tampa Bay. 6 runs in total, including Jason Bartlett's 2-run double. 11 hitters come to the plate in the frame as Tampa bats around and then some. 10-3 your final. The Rays move up above 500 on the year, and they'll look for the Sunshine State sweep on Sunday.
Dating back to last season, the Rays have owned the Marlins, winning 5 straight against the Fish, all on the Marlins' home turf. On Sunday, Florida looked to take a stand against the Rays and avoid the sweep. James Shields looking to even his record at 4-4, now 3-4. Bottom of the 2nd, John Baker rips this one into left field. Carl Crawford, oh man, can't handle it. He's charged with an error. It would bring in Ross Glode. It's 1-0 Marlins. Bottom 2 now, Josh Johnson. The kids call it helping the cause. An RBI single that brings in Cody Ross, and it's 3-0 Marlins. Then top of the 3rd, Evan Longoria will answer back. A league-leading 49 RBI, and it's 3-1. Top 6 with 2 outs. Josh Johnson, a wild pitch. It brings in Akinori Iwamura and ties the game 3 apiece. Bottom 6 now, John Baker. Wow, crushes this one into the seats. It's 4-3, his 6th homer of the year. Top 8 now, Leo Nunez on the hill replacing Johnson. Jason Bartlett, well, no matter to him, 7th bomb of the season, and the Rays get their first 2-out hit of the day. It ties the game at 4. Bottom 8 now, this one a little scary. Wes Helms grounds into the DP, and you can see Coughlin taking out Akinori Iwamura, but check out Jason Bartlett. No, the play's not over. He grabs the ball from the glove of Iwamura, who's on the ground, and they're able to get Baker at home. It's a double play. Let's take another look at this collision between Iwamura and Coughlin. Scary stuff. Iwamura would have to be carted off the field. He will return to St. Petersburg for an MRI. We're going extra innings. Bases juice for Ross Glode with some late inning heroics. An RBI single, it brings in Brett Hayes, and the Marlins get the win, breaking the Rays' 5-game win streak against them. The Marlins also snap a 4-game overall losing streak. Another strong outing for Josh Johnson without a decision. He has 8 quality starts and 10 outings. He struck out 7 in the series finale. Akinori Iwamura returned to St. Petersburg for an MRI after the game. He did not fly with the team to
Cleveland Rays taking on the Indians there. Look, it's David Price. Remember him from the postseason last year?
I don't even know you.
Bottom first, runners on 2nd and 3rd. Price strikes out Shin-Soo Choo. Struck out the side of the first, but he threw 100 pitches in 3 1/3. Top 2nd, Fausto Carmona got ahead 0-2 on Carlos Pena. Pena doesn't swing at either of Carmona's next 2 pitches, so it's a 2-2 count. Then Carmona blows on his hand from the mound, and home plate umpire Angel Hernandez signals that a ball will be charged to Carmona for going to his mouth. Next pitch, Carmona walks Pena, and that became a theme. The next batter is Willie Ibar. He doesn't swing at any of Carmona's 5 pitches, and he draws a walk. So 8 straight pitches taken by the Rays batters. They're going to make Carmona come after him. Next batter, Ben Zobrist. takes 5 pitches. He draws a walk. That will load the bases. 13 straight pitches taken by Rays batters. Cremona can't find the plate. Gabe Gross up. Takes the first 4 pitches. Indians fielders just kind of standing around, waiting for something to do. Then Gross walks. That scores Pena. 19 straight pitches taken by Rays batters. Next batter is Gianna Navarro. 20 straight in which the Rays didn't swing. They just stood up there with the bats on their shoulders. Next batter, Reed Brignac. That'll bring in Ivar Zobrist in the Rays with a 3-0 lead, but this game was only beginning to get interesting. 2 batters later, Carl Crawford. That'll bring Brignac home as that one gets through. It's 5-0 Rays. Cremona will get pulled later in the inning, but he put in a full day's work. Bottom 4, Rays up 10-0. Ryan Garco, 2-run shot off Price. Again, 3 1/3 for Price, 2 earned runs, 6 strikeouts. Indians down 10-2, 5 RBI for Garco. We go to the 9th. Indians down 10-4. Chu bounces at the short. Brignac, well, not the throw he intended. Grady Sizemore scores. Indians down 10-5. 2 batters later, Indians down to their final out. Garco at the plate. Like a boss. 3-run shot for him. That off Grant Balfour. Indians down 10-8. After 2 walks, Jason Isringhausen walks Jamie Carroll. That'll load the bases. Next batter, Grady Sizemore. And Isringhausen doesn't go near him. Asdrubal Cabrera scores. Indians down 10-9. Next batter is Victor Martinez. Indians down to their last strike.
A swing and a shot, base hit into center field. Francisco scores. Here comes Carroll. Unbelievable. A 7-run ninth. The Indians rally from 10 down.
The Indians waited till the 9th, but then they do indeed get a life, Neil Everett. Gave them 14 straight wins over the Rays at home. Matt Garza doing that thing with his glove, 3-0 in his last 5 starts. Ryan Garco doing that thing with his bat. He led Cleveland's comeback on Monday. That's his 5th homer of the season. Solo job, it's 1-0. Top 4, Carl Crawford has been stealing like he's an investment banker. Takes second base. He's now 30 for 30 this season on stolen base attempts. Crawford will stay stranded on second. Bottom 6, 2 outs. Garza to Garco. 3-2 count, he hits him. And Garco wasn't exactly crazy about that. Next batter, next pitch. Mark DeRosa is bringing Garco home with him. DeRosa's 8th home run of the year. Cleveland goes up 4-0. The hit on Garco proves to be costly. Indians win it 5-1. Carl Pavano wins for the 5th time in 6 starts.
There are few things in life that are guaranteed, but 2 things are for certain. The Rays will not win in Cleveland, and Ben Francisco will dominate Andy Sonnenstein. A rain delay in Cleveland gave Eric Wedge time to cancel his late dinner plans. Carl Willis time to catch up with some old friends from UNC Wilmington. Tampa Bay already up 3-0 when we actually played baseball, and Gabe Kapler delivers a 2-run single to make it 5-0 in the first. Bottom 2, 5-1, Ben Francisco. That's fun to say. His 5th home run of the season, his 8 for 9 in his career against Sonnenstein. With 5 home runs and 12 RBIs, it was a 5-5 game after 2. Top 3, Michel Hernandez III, Johnny Peralta. E5, 1 hops at the first. Zobrist scores 6-5 Tampa. 6-6 game, bottom 3, 2-on-2 out for Jamie Carroll. He delivers an RBI single. Scores Ryan Garco. Sonnenstein 3 innings, 8 earned. It was a 7-6 Cleveland lead. It was 8-6 when Evan Longoria became the first major leaguer to 50 RBIs this season. 12th home run of the season. 8-7 game. Zach Jackson lasted 4 innings, 6 earned, 4 Ks. Bottom 5, Victor Martinez, a double to right field, scores Jamie Carroll and Grady Sizemore. Cleveland up 10-7. Your very next batter on the 0-2 pitch from Joe Nelson is Shin-Soo Choo, and that's a 2-run home run to right center field. His 6th of the season. Cleveland up 12-7. Luis Vizcaíno on in the top of the 7th, and the reason we show you the strikeout from Hernandez and Upton, it's the first time the Rays went down in order in the ball game. But the Indians pen 5 innings of shutout ball, and they allowed just 3 hits as Cleveland wins 12-7. Indians have now won 16 straight games at home over the Rays. Tampa has lost a season-high 4 games in a row, while the Indians have their first 3-game winning streak of the season.
The Tampa Bay Rays are in a bit of a funk. Losers of 4 straight heading into the series finale against Cleveland. Joe Maddon's crew was hoping to avoid the 4-game sweep. The Indians, on the other hand, are riding high with offensive outbursts and the lasting memory of scoring 7 runs in the 9th to come back and beat the Rays on Monday. Would the Tribe continue their dominance of the Rays? We head out to Progressive Field in Cleveland to find out. Jeff Neiman getting the start for Tampa Bay. Here we are in the early on, bottom of the 3rd, as Jubal Cabrera lays down a bunt over towards third base side, able to reach on base at that point. Grady Sizemore, the very next batter, with a double into right field. That would push the runners over to second and third. So once again, the Indian offense getting something going. Here with 1 out, Victor Martinez comes up, does exactly what you're supposed to do, hits it to the right side of the infield. That ground out scores Cabrera, and the Indians take the 1-0 lead. But then the rains came, and oh boy, did they come. 2 hours and 40 minutes was the delay for the Cleveland Indians and the Tampa Bay Rays. When they got back, though, Victor Martinez, as if he missed no time at all. Another single into left field. Kelly Shopik scores. The Indians take the 2-0 lead. Top of the 6th now. Here's Willie Ibar at the plate. Lifts one high and deep into right field. Going over towards the corner. Look and see where this one lands as it makes its way towards the foul pole. It is ruled immediately a home run by Angel Hernandez, the umpire out in right field. So Ibar scores. That's not enough, though, for Eric Wedge. The skipper of the Indians is going to come out and have a little bit to say about this play. So what will they do? Makes sense. They're going to use replay, and after replay, it is confirmed that the ball goes just above the yellow line out in right field. However, though, the Rays, well, it wouldn't be enough. On in the 9th, Kerry Wood gets B.J. Upton looking. A tough call there to end the game, but the Indians hold on for the 2-1 victory. Kerry Wood picks up save number 8 on the season. Victor Martinez, a 1-for-4 day with 2 RBIs. Ryan Garco, a tough day at the plate, 0-for-3 with 3 Ks. All in all, a 4-game sweep for the Cleveland Indians, who defeat the Rays 2-1 at Progressive Field.
Oh, to change his pregame instead of his pants. Defending American League champion Tampa Bay struggling. They've lost 5 straight. Twins, though, just 5-14 on the road this season. Bottom 6 game tied. Scott Baker. Evan Longoria, game untied. 3-run shot. Longoria's 13th. Rays up 4-1. Top 8, Michael Kadire. Ground ball to Longoria at 3rd. He decides to throw it on the bounce. That's not advised. Kadire runs into Pena, knocked Pena's glove off. Morneau would score. Pena okay. Twins trail 4-3. Glove, no comment. Top 9, 5-3, 2 outs. Joe Mauer needs a home run for the cycle. Randy Joe says, how about you just take a whiff and sit down? Rays win it 5-3.
The Twins phenom David Price looking for his first regular season win ever in the first inning. Justin Morneau, the all-star, swinging. Next batter, Michael Kadire. Thanks for playing. Price still on a roll. Brendan Harris in the 2nd, looking. Then Delman Young, former Ray, goodbye. Joe Creedy in the 3rd. Yeah. Price 11 Ks in 5 2/3. Bottom of the 3rd, Francisco Liriano struggling. Joe Dillon deep to left. Solo shot would tied at 1. Carl Crawford now, he's a burner. Could have played quarterback in Nebraska. Chopper up the middle, Alexi Casilla. Everyone's safe. That brings in a run, Rays up 2-1. Then Crawford trying to steal. Oh, he gets caught. Snapping a streak of 32 straight stolen bases dating back to last season. Bottom of the 7th now. Crawford says, forget about stealing. How about some power? Deep to center at the Trop. Rays win 5-2. First victory in the regular season in the majors.
In November of 2007, Matt Garza and Jason Bartlett were traded from Minnesota to Tampa Bay, where the duo helped the Rays win their first ever American League pennant. In the series finale Sunday, Garza faced his former team for the first time since being traded. Garza, 11 wins last year, was the MVP of last year's ALCS, which was A-OK, but top of the 2nd, Brendan Harris will connect on a home run to left field, his 3rd of the season. It gives Minnesota a 1-0 lead. Nick Blackburn quickly becoming the ace of this Twins staff, but facing Carlos Pena in the bottom of the 4th. He just crushes one into right center field, his 17th of the season. That leads the American League and ties this ball game 1-1. Bottom of the 5th, Matt Joyce, we haven't seen him in a while. His last game was April 11th. He's been down in the minors, but connects for his 2nd homer of the year and gives Tampa Bay a 2-1 lead. Next batter, Gabe Gross, who will test these Twins outfielders, always known for being good. Dinar Span makes the grab in the right field wall. Top of the 6th, Justin Morneau. This one sneaks out to right center. Denard Span will come in and tie the game. Morneau goes 1-for-4 on this day with 2 strikeouts, still hitting .342, not bad. Top 7, Carlos Gomez will bloop one over the head of Ben Zobrist. His only hit of the day, but it brings in Brian Busher, and Minnesota goes ahead 3-2. Bottom 8 now, with runners at the corners. Gabe Kapler trying to get a man home, but cannot do it as they ground out to Brendan Harris. He throws a strike to first. Joe Nathan now looking to close things out for the Twins. Able to strike out Ben Zobrist, and Minnesota avoids the sweep and escapes with a win in Tampa Bay. Nick Blackburn gets his 5th win of the season. Matt Garza loses to his former team. His record now evens to 4-4.
League champion Tampa Bay at home against Kansas City. It has not gone well for the Rays this season, and it's going to get worse in the bottom of the 6th with Evan Longoria, who leads the American League in All-Star votes. His giddy-up's got a hitch in it. Hamstring tightness, he would have to leave the game. Later in that inning, Matt Joyce, 2 on, 2 out. He's shopping at the gap. Willie Ibar and Ben Zobrist coming to score. The Rays up 4-2. And then they're going to put it away. Joyce going to buy some insurance off Cologne in the 8th. Right field, his 3rd. And the Rays win it 6-2.
The Royals are free-falling, and I'm not sure they have a parachute. Kansas City has dropped 5 games in a row. Since May 8th, they are just 5-17, and during that time, they're hitting just .235, taking on the Tampa Bay Rays. Bottom of the first, Carlos Pena squaring off against Brian Bannister. An advantage, Pena strokes one to center field. Mitzmeyer, that's not good. It drops for a double. Carl Crawford scores, 1-0 Rays. Bottom of the second, B.J. Upton doing this thing with the foot, rips it to left. Gabe Gross is going to score. Reed Brignac, he's going to do the same as he scores from first. 3-0 Tampa Bay. Meanwhile, Jeff Neiman, he was flat out super. Facing David DeJesus in the top of the 3rd and breaking off the curveball. Then in the 4th, Alberto Callaspo, he's not going to have a chance. Bottom of the 4th, bases loaded for Big Ben Zobrist, and that's not coming back. A grand slam, 10th of the year, 8-0 Tampa Bay, 4th career grand slam. That is the most in Rays history. 1 inning later, it's the little guy, Deoner Navarro, up, out, and gone. 3rd home run of the season, 9-0 Rays. Back to Neiman, he was good, real good. Top of the 6th, striking out Tony Pena Jr. Then in the 7th, Mike Jacobs goes down, and so does Jose Guillen. He had 8 strikeouts through 7 innings of work. Top of the 9th, going for the complete game shutout, facing Billy Butler. That was flat out nasty. 9th strikeout of the night. That's your ball game. Neiman paints it the masterpiece for a 2-hit complete game shutout. He's 3-1 in the last 5 starts. Tampa Bay has won 4 of the last 5. The Royals, they are struggling. They have dropped 6 in a row. Brian Bannister, he had a tough night. 3 2/3, 8 runs, 9 hits. Also a little wild, 2 wild pitches and 3 walks. Remember the scene from The Natural where the psychologist is talking to the New York Knights about their bad slump? He says, losing is like a disease. Well, the Kansas City Royals have that disease. Nothing going right for the Royals. They had lost 6 straight games heading into their series finale against Tampa Bay. James Shields getting the start for the Rays. He's 3-1 at the Trop this season. Top of the 3rd, no score. Billy Butler going to change that as he ropes one to right center field. 2 runs are going to score. Kansas City up 2-0. 16th double of the year for Butler. Gil Mesh has not won a game since May 3rd. He wasn't sharp, but he was solid. Bottom of the 4th, strikes out Carl Crawford. Top of the 6th inning, check this out. Butler up the middle. Reed Brignac, the beautiful play, the toss to Ben Zobrist. Oh, Ben. You got to catch that ball. Would have been a highlight of the night. James Shields has one of the best change-ups in the league, and he shows it off. Mike Jacobs, whoop! Bat goes into the stands, and hey, nice catch. Holds on to the popcorn as well. Top of the 7th, Miguel Olivo. Oh, no. Shields had 8 strikeouts on the night. Bottom of the 7th, Carl Crawford smokes one to right center field. That's not coming back. 4th home run of the season. Rays down 2-1. Jamie Wright trying to hold the Rays at bay. Bottom of the 8th, man on, B.J. Upton. Dangerous, and he comes through. Up, and away. A 2-run shot. 3rd of the year. 3-2 Rays. Top of the 9th, J.P. Howell trying to finish things off. Facing Jose Guillen, and how about that yellow hammer? That was flat out nasty. Rays win 3-2. The Rays are back at the 500 mark, winning their 3rd straight game. Despite going 0 for 13, hitting with runners in scoring position, the Royals can't catch a break. They have dropped 7 in a row. Great outing for Shields, He goes 8 strong innings, giving up 2 runs on 6 hits. He strikes out 8 and does not walk a batter.
Facing out, Rodriguez. Does anybody hit opposite field home runs as well as A-Rod? Up top of the fence, A-Rod's 8th, Yankees on top early 1-0. Bottom 4, A-Rod on first. Takes off for second. Leonardo Navarro throws it into center field, one of 3 errors by Navarro. First stolen base for A-Rod since 2008, September 20th. Robinson Cano still at the plate. A-Rod, great break. Not really known for being a great base runner, but we'll focus on him right now. All right, top 6. Willie Ibar getting all up on one off Sabathia.
It's a 3-run.
3-run shot, 5-3 race. Sabathia, 8 innings, 5 Ks, 5 earned runs. Mark Teixeira, red hot, and this one is long gone. They call that the Loge area. For those of you high-priced ticket holders. Bases loaded now. The Milkman, Melky Cabrera. He's on his horse. Beats out the double play. Jorge Posada scores. We're tied at 5. 9th inning now. Mariano Rivera, not a good outing for him. Ben Zobrist already on third after a triple. Joe Dillon, singles center. 6-5 Rays. Rivera, as you can expect, not pleased. Later in the inning, B.J. Upton. That would make it 7-5 Rays. Rivera, 2/3 of an inning. He allowed 4 runs. Bottom 9, Yankees down 9-7. Cano deep to center, but B.J. Upton tracks it.
For the final out of the game.
Rays, 4th straight win despite 4 errors.
Hold it in for the final out of the
Nick Swisher, little who's-he what's-it to right center field off Matt Garza. It's the 100th home run hit at Yankee Stadium this season. Nick the Slugger. That's 100 homers in just 28 games there. Swisher's 11th of the season ties it up at 1. Gabe Gross in the 6th. This will be a knock. Center field, Willie Ibar and Carlos Pena both come in to score. The Rays already 3-0 at the new Yankee Stadium, find themselves up 3-1. But in the 8th, bases loaded for Robinson Cano. And Cano will take a walk. J.P. Howell sends him to first. Johnny Damon comes in. Yanks down 3-2. Next batter, Jorge Posada. Chopper to third. Ibar. Oh, no. Mark Teixeira scores. Everybody's safe. It's 3-all. Joe Madden thinking, I had a lead. Ibar at third for Evan Longoria. Kind of a bad hop, but he was charged with the error that could have potentially been a double play ball to end the inning. Instead, Hideki Matsui's up. Grounds one to second. Ben Zobrist tags out Posada, throw to first. No. Alex Rodriguez scores from third. Walk, error, fielder's choice give the Yankees a 4-3 lead. And Mariano Rivera's in to face Evan Longoria. Remember Saturday night, Rivera, on Joe Girardi's orders, issued an intentional walk to Longoria with first base open.
Didn't like it.
It backfired. The Rays scored on a B.J. Upton single. Rivera didn't like it at all. Manager's orders. This time he faces Longoria and gets his man. Longoria grounds out to second to end the inning. Girardi said afterward, I guess Mo was right. Girardi gets his 200th career win. Listen to your closer. Yankees win it 4-3. On Monday night, rubber game for the Rays and the Yankees. Officially, the wind in the Bronx at a 6-mile-per-hour clip. Officially. But the Yankees have hit 128 games so far, 100 combined. None off Andy Sonnenstein in his last outing back on May 6th. That record is now blemished. Mark Teixeira, solo shot, 10 of his 18 homers this season, hitting lefty at his new home. It's 1-0. Did you know, entering the game, the Yankees score more than 40% of the runs on home runs, second in the bigs. No complaints from Nick Swisher. 2-run poke for him. This one also going to right field. It's Swisher's 12th of the year. Yanks up 3-0. This place has turned into a $1.5 billion wiffle ball park. Johnny Damon muscling up. Also giving back to his community. Yankees up 4-3 on the 61st home run hit to right field at the new Yankee Stadium. Afterward, Damon talked about reaching the seats with our Chris Berman.
You were a fast guy once. Now you're a power hitter. What gives?
Well, if I'm not going to steal bases, I might as well hit home runs. So I'll rather hit home runs. Chicks still dig it.
And what's not to dig? Still 4-3 Yanks. Derek Jeter taking aim at those right field seats. That's his 214th career homer, 11th in Yankee history, just 2 back of Alex Rodriguez. Andy Pettitte got his 4th win in 6 starts. Mariano Rivera with a 1-2-3 ninth for the save. Yanks win at 5-3.
That's Tropicana Field for the Angels and the Rays. John Lackey has owned the Rays in his career. Bottom second, game tied at 3. John Lackey, 4 hits, 3 earned runs in the inning already. B.J. Upton watches the wild pitch go by. Gabe Gross scores. Lackey faced 8 batters in the inning, gave up 5 runs. Bottom third, Lackey in trouble again. Carlos Pena, his 18th, 6-3 Rays. Later in the inning, runners on the corners, 2 outs. Deanna Navarro at the plate. Chopper. Sean Figgins throws to first. Kendra Morales isn't there. Ben Zobrist scores on the play. Error on Figgins. Lackey once again sees 8 batters in the inning. 5 innings of work, 11 hits, 8 earned runs for him. Bottom 5, Willie Ibar going deep. 2-run shot for him off Lackey. Eric Ibar watched his brother beat his team. Joe Madden said about finally beating Lackey, the guys here have no interest.
Irvin Santana finally had a big start at his return from a sprained right elbow, falling 1 out shy of a shutout for his first win against the Tigers in his last outing. Now in start number 6 up against David Price, and Price has been wild all season. Here walks the baseload, his 3rd walk in the first inning, but comes back and does the other thing he's done so well this year. Strike guys out. Rob Quinlan down on strikes. Price 6 strikeouts, 6 walks. Bottom 2, Gabe Gross, 1 of 3 hits, knocks in Ben Zobrist, who continues to be on fire. He had a double to start the inning, 1-0 Tampa Bay. And then bottom 4, Deanna Navarro, he's going to double. Willie Ibar coming in to score. Gabe Gross going to follow. 4-0 Tampa Bay. Next up, Rita Brignac bidding to add to the Rays' fortunes in this frame. But Rob Quinlan, the nice diving stop, and then flips it to Santana for the out. But that would be about the high point for Santana, who did not last long. Bottom 5, Evan Longoria, long gone. 14th for the Rays' third baseman. Santana gives up 6 runs in 4 2/3. His ERA sitting at 7.47. And the Angels' bullpen, nothing to get too excited about, as Carl Crawford going to homer off Darren Oliver to make it 7-1. Crawford also stole his 35th base of the year in this one. Then bottom 8, Deanna Navarro. He gets into one, about the same spot as Crawford's. 4th for Navarro, who drove in 3, makes it 8-1 Tampa Bay. And then same inning, 2-minute board for Carlos Pena. That his 19th, and the Rays destroy the Angels 11-1. Rays bullpen far better than the Angels. Go 4 2/3, allowing no runs on 2 hits, strikeout 6. Grant Balfour goes an inning and 2/3. He ends up the victor to improve to 3-1, as David Price did not last 5 innings in this one. Santana drops to 1-3.
The Nationals are trying to do something they haven't done in more than a month. That's win consecutive games. They're fresh off a 3-2 win over the Reds on Thursday. Meanwhile, the Rays, they've won 2 straight to get back to the 500 mark. Matt Garza, the start for Tampa. 8 quality starts and 12 outings this year. Top 1 is already 1-0 Washington, and Elijah Dukes only makes Garza pay. The double to the wall scores Nick Johnson and Adam Dunn. Washington's up a field goal. It's 3-0. Bottom 2, 2 out. Craig Stammen struggled this season with a 6.45 ERA. Deanna Navarro, well, he gets one of those runs back for Tampa. The single scores Ben Zobrist. Navarro had 2 hits on the day. Nice slide there by Zobrist. Navarro was eventually thrown out on this play, but the score was now 3-1. In the bottom of the 3rd, still 3-1. B.J. Upton steals 3rd. Terrible throw by Josh Bard. Upton scores. That cuts the lead down to 3-2. A couple of innings later, it's still 3-2. 2 out in the 6th. Gabe Gross off the glove of Nick Johnson at first. Carlos Pena scores. We have ourselves a tie ball game. We're knotted at 3 into the 8th. Still 3-3. 2 outs for pinch hitter Gabe Kapler. Mired in a major slump, and he gets a second chance. Johnson, the error, prolonging the at-bat, and of course, what does he do off of Ron Vallone? He goes yard. The solo home run, just the 2nd of the year. It is 4-3 home team. In the 9th, J.P. Howell tries to shut the door, and who else is at the dish but Johnson? Cannot redeem himself. Grounds out to end the game. Howell gets the win. Stammen 5 1/3, 2 earned runs. Ron Vallone, as we said, takes the loss. Garza pitched okay, 5 2/3, 3 earned runs. Rays looking for a 4th straight victory. It's game 2 of a 3-game weekend set with the Nationals. Washington still struggling. They've got the fewest wins in the big leagues. Andy Sonnenstein on the hill for the Rays. Gave up 4 home runs in his last start versus the Yankees. More trouble right out of the gates in this one. Top one, Ryan Zimmerman, a solo shot. He had 2 RBIs on the day, his 12th of the season. 1-0 Washington. The other Zimmerman, this one's got 2 ends. Hasn't pitched since June 4th versus the Giants. Carlos Pena out of town. His 20th of the year. 2-1 Washington at that point. Then, in the 6th, Ben Zobrist gives the Rays the lead for good. A 3-run shot. His 13th. It's 4-2 Tampa. Still in that 6th. Gabe Gross. He too goes yard. 5 batters up, 5 batters in. 6-2 Tampa. Still in the 6th inning. Evan Longoria, the double. Michelle Hernandez and B.J. Upton both score. A 7-run 6th inning for the Rays. Longoria was 2 for 4. 8-2 Tampa Bay at that point. Plenty of support for Sonnenstein, who moves into the 7th inning and gets Will Nieves to ground out to short. Sonnenstein, 7 1/3, 5 Ks, improves to 5 6. 8-3 is the final. Jason Bergman came in relief of Jordan Zimmerman. He gets the loss, did not record an out, gave up 5 earned runs.
Rays hunting for a sweep of the Nats Sunday, while Washington starter Ross Detweiler continues his search for his first career victory. All this on Deoner Navarro Bobblehead Day. The happy guy with his Navarro bobblehead. Top 4, Alberto Gonzalez. Extra bases for him. Adam Dunn, Elijah Dukes both come in to score. Gonzalez, 2 hits, 3 RBIs. Washington would jump out to a 4-0 lead against James Shields. But Gabe Kapler, an RBI single earlier, and then here a 2-run blast, a screamer that ties the game up at 4. 3rd home run for Kapler. And each 7th hitter with 3 RBIs in this ball game. Top 7, Willie Harris puts a charge into this to center field with a man at first, but watch B.J. Upton go back and then reach over the shoulder and make a pretty grab. Nicely done from Upton. Bottom 8. Check this out. Ben Zobrist foul pop-up in a tie game with a man at second. Willie Harris going back and look out, runs into the bullpen catcher. Looks like he would have made a play. Now, Zobrist did strike out, but it's been one thing after another for the Nationals this season. And then next batter, pinch hitter Willie Ibar doubles off the bag. Nationals unable to catch a break. Carlos Pena, who had a leadoff doubles, beats the throw to score. 5-4 Tampa Bay. And then J.P. Howell puts down Nick Johnson. Howell strikes out the side for his 3rd save as the Rays knock off the Nationals 5-4. It finishes a sweep for the Rays. They've won 5 in a row. Dan Wheeler, the victor in relief, is 2nd. Ron Vallone takes the tough luck loss for Washington, dropping to 3-3. They are the last 2 Cinderellas of the MLB postseason. They are also the hottest teams in baseball, with the Rockies entering having won 11 straight and the Rays 5 in a row. This guy on fire, too, the American League's #1 vote getter for the All-Star game, Evan Longoria. First inning, this is not going to hurt his candidacy. 15th home run of the season. 1-0 Tampa Bay comes off Jorge De La Rosa, who had a long day at the park. Top 2, Gabe Kapler going to split the gap in left center. Ben Zobrist, who had 3 hits and 3 runs scored, comes in. Jason Bartlett going to follow him. Kapler, 3 hits, 4 RBIs, a double shy of the cycle, and it's 3-0 Tampa. Same inning, B.J. Upton, extra bases for him. Deoner Navarro, he's a catcher. He is chugging his way around those bases. Navarro going to beat the throw, 5-0 Tampa. The Rays score 4 runs in the inning and bat around. They batter Jorge De La Rosa, 7 runs in 2 1/3. Top 5, Carlos Pena, his American League leading 21st home run, 8-1 Rays. The bullpen for Tampa, they've been hot, 17 2/3 scoreless innings entering Tuesday, and Joe Nelson, bottom 6, blows away Brad Hopp, then Troy Tulowitzki, 2. And we go to the 7th, Dexter Fowler with a couple men aboard, hits into the 4-6-3 double play. Top 8, Upton at it again. This is a 2-run blast. Upton with 3 hits, 3 RBIs. 4th home run of the year for Upton. And the Rays run away with this one 12-4. So the Rays and the Rockies 11-game winning streak, but Tampa ups their streak to 6. Jeff Neiman takes his 6th win of the season. Jorge De La Rosa drops to 2.
Baseball's longest active winning streak belongs to the Rays. 6 in a row. Tampa ended Colorado's 11-game win streak Tuesday. Bottom 2, bartender. Check. Troy Tulowitzki, 3-run shot off David Price, his 9th. Price, 7 innings, 5 earned runs. Give up 2 homers. It's 3-0 Rocks. Evan Longoria has been struggling, batting just $147 in his last 12 games. Goes yard off Aaron Cook, his 16th. It's a 5-3 game. We go top 9. I know a cat named Way Out Willie. But that cat not out far enough. Willie Ibar, caught by Ryan Spielborg's final out. Cook, his 3rd straight win. We got the last 2 World Series runners-up, Tampa Bay at Colorado. Chaz Palminteri. This is not a Bronx tale.
You know what I'm amazed by? Your dimensions here are really big, and still the ball seems to carry here. It's just an amazing thing. Whoa.
Like that. Carry out of the ballpark.
What did I say?
Chaz Palminteri called it. Yeah. You can stay as long as you want.
Clint Barmer's 2-run homer gives the Rockies a 2-1 lead. Next batter, Chaz, analyze this. Todd Helton back-to-back, and Helton's 8. The Rockies going to win 4-3. They've won 13 of 14, and Chaz he's loving it. And Rays in New York. Andy Sonnenstein 1-6 on the road this season. In a jam, bottom 2. Brian Schneider. Where are the cookies? First of the season, 3-run shot, and New York up 3-0. Now John Mayne is injured, so Jerry Manuel's got to go with Fernando Nieve. He pitched well against the Yankees in his last start, and Ben Zobrist socks one deep to right center, but Carlos Beltran catches up to it. Nieve then going to get Gabe Gross, the next batter. He goes 6 innings, 3 hits, and earned run, and Jerry Manuel says afterwards, quote, his history would not have indicated he would be this good. Sean Green facing Gabe Gross. Mets up 1, 2 on 1 out, get out. Next batter, Jason Bartlett, shut it. Green gets out of the jam. Mets win 5-3.
Somebody's pain. Johan Santana coming off his worst start of his career, trying to get back on track against the Rays. 6.50 ERA in his last 6 starts, 0.78 ERA in his first 7. Only made 1 mistake, and that was it. Top of the 7, Carlos Pena. Take another look at this pitch. Santana's fastball misses his spot. Pena did not miss that fastball. Rays lead at 2-1. Pena's 22nd home run of the season. Santana 7 1/3, 2 runs, only 3 hits. But the Mets bats providing no support again. Bottom of the 9th, 2 outs. Rays up 3-1. J.P. Howell gets David Wright swinging. Rays win at 3-1. Santana's 3rd loss in 4 starts. James Shields 7 innings strong, 3 hits, retiring his final.
Problems the U.S. Open all weekend. It was a New York thing. Rain. That wouldn't stop the big league's highest scoring team from doing their thing. But first, Jeff Neiman, the wild pitch. David Wright scores. The umpire, Jerry Crawford, appears to be shaken up. He'd leave the game lower back problems. Top of the 5th we go. 2 on, game tied at 2. Call Crawford. Now here's that Tampa offense we're talking about. Line drive to left. On drive to left, that's going to score a pair, and the Rays take a 4-2 lead. Bottom of the 6th we go. 2 on, 1 out. Here's Brian Schneider. Going to put a charge into 1. Yeah, get out of town. 3-run shot, 2nd of the year. So the Mets on top now, 5-4. Let's go to the 7th. It's Upton. What a ball game for him. A 2-run ding-dong, his 5th of the year. Upton finished with 4 hits and 4 RBIs. Rays a 6-5 lead. You know who else got 4 hits in the game? Yeah, Evan Longoria. RBI double down the left field line, scores Paul Crawford. The top 3 spots and that Rays batting order went 11 for 16 with 7 RBIs. The Mets bullpen falls to 1-7.
Coming into Tuesday, the longest active losing streak in the National League was held by the first-place Phillies. But the cure for the Phils all year long has been found away from Philly. So after a 1-8 homestand, the defending champs took the best road record in baseball down to Tampa. David Price on the mound for the Rays. He pitched in 2 World Series games against Philly last year. Wishes he never pitched on Tuesday. Top 1 Chase Utley goes looking for some Boo Light. A 2-run double scores Rollins and Victorino. Phils 5 for 10 with runners in scoring position. 2-0 Phils. Your very next batter is Ryan Howard. He's out of the hospital, and it must have been the jello. He goes to the same spot in left center. An RBI double makes it 3-0 Phils. Still nobody out in the first inning. Later in the first, there's now 1 out with runners on the corners for John Mayberry Jr., and that's a 3-run shot. Makes it 6-0 Phils. 3rd home run of the career for John Mayberry Jr., a 40-pitch first inning for David Price. It was 8-0 top 4. Chase Utley, get your ice cream, your Tootsie Fruitsy ice cream. His 16th of the season, and it's the fastest to 100 home runs for the Phillies team in franchise history. They do so in just 68 games. On the mound, Jamie Moyer won his 99th career game on David Price's 12th birthday. Let that one sink in. Bottom 4, bases loaded. He gets out of it with Navarro at the plate. And then bottom 5 with Evan Longoria at the plate in a 10-1 ball game. This ain't your old daddy's pop-up. This one goes off a ring that hangs down from the roof at the Trop. Jimmy Rollins, great concentration to make this grab, but see it again as you see it in slow-mo, and Rollins camps out under it and is able to make the grab. Bottom 6, Pat Burrell at the plate. Now, I know it's nice to see your former teammate, but you don't have to stare. Burrell goes down staring, and the Phils win 10-1, their largest margin of victory for the Phillies this year. They snapped their 6-game losing streak. They're now 24-9 on the road this season. Jamie Moyer improves to 6-1 in his career at the Trop and gets career win number 251. Ties him with Bob Gibson for 43rd on the all-time list. The Rays heard good news on Wednesday afternoon when Aki Iwamura claimed to be pain-free after Monday's knee surgery. And that good feeling continued into the evening matchup with the Phillies. Matt Garza on the mound for the Rays in search of his first win since May 16th. Top 1, Ryan Howard going down. Top 2, Jason Wirth, the same thing. Matt stares while staring. And then Greg Dobbs saw wing bat and struck out the side in the second. Pat Burrell, 3rd on the Phillies' all-time home run list, but just 1 home run with Tampa Bay this year. Make it 2. A 2-run shot makes it 2-0 Tampa. Bottom 3, Carlos Pena at the plate, and Jason Wirth not afraid of a little rug burn out there in right field. Top 4, you see Wirth in the field. Now you see him at the plate. Bases loaded, nobody out. 5, 2, 3. As the Rays escape a big-time jam. Joe Blanton had himself a night. Bottom 4, Ben Zobrist staring, and Pat Burrell, it's not nice to stare, but he does it anyway. And then Jason Bartlett looking to extend his hitting streak to 18 games. Not this time. Blanton K10, 1 shy of his career high. Top 6, Wirth back there at the plate and totally redeems himself, or kind of. A solo shot makes it 2-1. Garza, 8 innings, 3 hits, that run, and 7 Ks. Bottom 8, runners on the corners, nobody out. Willie Ibar to left. Matt Stairs makes the catch for 1 out. Throws home, and Chooch blocks the plate beautifully, getting Upton part of the double play. Now 2 outs, bases loaded, Chanho in, and Pat Burrell to ground to short. Rollins goes to second. Zobrist safe. You can't knock that hustle. Crawford scores 3-1. Next pitch, Jason Bartlett finds just enough space in right field. 2 score to make it 5-1. Rays got 5 in the 8th to lead 7-1, and that's how they won it. So the 8th inning single for Bartlett that you just saw extended his hitting streak to 18 games, tying the franchise record set by Quentin McCracken back in '98. Not all good news, though, for the Rays. Evan Longoria left this game with a sore left hamstring. Remember, he missed 6 games earlier in the season with that same injury, so be sure to check back with RaysBaseball.com for more details.
With Scott Kazmir ready to come off the disabled list, Andy Sonnenstein perhaps pitching to keep his spot in the rotation Thursday night against the Phils. Juliana Zobrist singing the national anthem. Of course, the wife of Ben. He's going to kick out of the whole thing. Top 1. Ryan Howard. This isn't going to keep Sonnenstein in that rotation. A double for Howard, and then Gabe Kapler bobbling it off the wall. 2 runs going to score. 2-0 Phillies. Still in the first inning. Now 3-0. Pedro Feliz 0 for his last 18. Well, 0 for that. 1 for 19 looks a lot better when it's an RBI singles. Matt Stairs going to beat the throw from Carl Crawford. 4 spot for the Phils in the first. Bottom half of the inning, though, Ben Zobrist gets this. I mentioned this had Juliana smiling and laughing. 16th home run for Zobrist. 2 hits, 2 runs, 2 ribs. Rays within 1. To the second inning, Willie Ibar going to take Antonio Bastardo on a line drive off the foul pole. 6th home run for Ibar, filling in on the night for Evan Longoria, out with a sore hamstring, and we're tied up at 4. Same inning, Carl Crawford, not quite as much authority as Ibar hit it with, but good for extra bases. Gabe Kapler comes in. Bastardo gives up 6 runs in 3 2/3, and Sonnenstein, after that rough first inning, he settled in quite nicely. 3rd inning gets Chase Utley looking. Matt Stairs can't touch this in the 5th. Utley again. 7 Ks for Sonnenstein. 4 runs allowed in 5 1/3. Bottom 6, Ibar here with the single. Pat Burrell, Zobrist both come in. Ibar 3 hits and 3 RBIs, filling in for Longoria. Going out at second base, but he had himself a ball game. 9-4 Rays, bottom 7, now 10-4. Pat Burrell, weird play. It's going to ground rule double into the stands. Now, Joe Maddon's going to come out and argue that, saying Carl Crawford, who's running from first base, should be allowed to score. He was already in motion on the pitch. And the umpires review the play to see if there's fan interference. There is not. No matter, the Rays go on to win 10-4. Jason Bartlett extends his hitting streak to 19 games. That's a new franchise record as the Rays win 2 of 3 in a rematch of last year's World Series.
Bait your hook. We're trolling for Marlin and Ray. Josh Johnson's fastball, when he throws it with runners on, opponents are batting .216. Bottom 1, Carlos Pena with a runner on. He didn't read the fact bar. Fastball, Carl Crawford scores. This game is tied. Evan Longoria back in the lineup. Bottom 3, runner on. Johnson going to go 91-mile-an-hour fastball. Longoria didn't read the fact bar. Upton scores. Fastball not working. 2-1 lead. Hanley Ramirez, hotter than a fox in a forest fire. Grand slam Thursday. 3rd home run in his last 4 games. 12th of the season. James Shields, 6 1/3, 3 earned, 5 Ks. Bottom 8. Upton at bat with the bases loaded against Brian Sanchez. The Rays have scored the most runs in all the major leagues this season. They're going to get 3 more on this. Upton goes 2 for 4, 3 RBI, 3 runs. The Rays win 7-3, and they snap Florida's 5-game win streak.
Scott Kazmir on the mound, going to recover from that strained right quad. Kazmir looking good early on. Chris Coughlin goes down. Jorge Cantu check swing. Ross Glode chasing it. Kazmir, 5 innings, 5 Ks, 2 earned. To the 4th inning now. Rays down 2-0, but not for long. Carlos Pena catches up to 1 there. It's his 23rd of the year. Solo shot. Rays cut the lead in half, 2-1. Stay in the 5th inning now. Rays still on the comeback trail. Runners on the corners for B.J. Upton. Bunts down the first base line. Avoids the tag. Jason Bartlett scores. We're tied at 2 to the 9th inning now. 1 out, base is empty for Bartlett. He's going to flare one into center field. Base hit for Bartlett. Next batter will be Willie Ibar, pinch hitting. He takes Bartlett steals second. 16th stolen base of the year. Moments later, it's a wild pitch as gets away from Ronnie Poloni. And Bartlett doing his best to manufacture the game winner. Next pitch, Ibar sends one to center again. Bartlett's going to tag. It's your exciting sacrifice fly, but the Rays win it 3-2.
Nothing like Florida baseball. Rays hosting the Marlins, but before that, more important things, John. Yeah, bottle racing in Tampa. Check out the Rays mascot. He takes out the Pepsi and the Mist bottles on the dive. Oh, that's sweet. But check out the Aquafina bottle. Nice form. Oh, but he crashes on the dismount. Russian judges give him a 7.8.
Thank goodness plastic.
Bottom 3, Rays up 2 on B.J. Upton. Delta Bravo to Foxtrot Charlie. Request permission to blast. Delta Bravo permission granted. Upton's 6th home run. Rays' 100th home run of the year. David Price was rocking the Plaza and the Marlins. As easy as gazing out over Harbor Island and Davis Island. Brett Carroll, Chris Coughlin, sit down. Price, 6 innings, 2 hits, 1 earned. Top 9. 5-2 Rays. Bases loaded for Ross Glode, pinch hitting, and J.P. Howell. Sit. Glode chased. Rays win it 5-2.
This is his first start since a groin injury shelved him on June 12th. He's won his past 7 decisions. It's Toronto hosting Tampa Bay. B.J. Upton, he's a looker. Willie Ibar, he's a swinger. And then Pat Burrell, who would homer later in this game, he strikes out swinging. So we asked John Kruk, how's Halladay look to you so far?
You know, Roy Halladay looks like the old Roy Halladay prior to the injury. That hard sinker down and into the right, he's getting him to swing over top, and then that hard cutter in on the left-handed hitters to jam some guys, get him down at their bottom foot. You know, when he can do that, you know he's going to have some success.
All right, top 3. It's Halladay against Carl Crawford. You see no score man on. Halladay, Crawford's hit him pretty well over his career, about a 300 average with a lot of at-bats, only 1 homer. Crawford thinks he's got a 2nd homer there, but he missed it by that much. 2 pitches later, that is so beat. He did not miss that. That's a 2-run shot, his 7th, and the Rays up 2-0. Halladay then retired 11 of 12 after that. Upton here looking, and Halladay goes 6 innings, 5 hits, 2 earned, 7 Ks. Now, Toronto, they needed another scoop of Wheaties because they so close to going yard. Vernon Wells, a 4-0 game. That looked gone. And it was, but it was also foul. He'd pop out later in the at-bat. Bottom 8, Marco Scutero. How much do you bench? Not quite enough off Dan Wheeler, and Upton makes the catch just shy of the warning track. And then Scott Rowland, he's already extended his 17-game hit streak, and it looks like he goes yard right there, but he knew right away that ball was foul.
He hit that ball a long way.
And then Wheeler says that's the only chance I'm going to give you, and he strikes him out. The Rays go on to win 4-1. Rookie Jeff Neiman outpitches Halladay in this one. Neiman's been pitching well. He's 7-4 now. Halladay falls to 10-2, 88 pitches.
The Rays have served notice to the Red Sox and the Yankees that the AL East is not going to be a two-team race. On Tuesday night, they beat Toronto to run their winning streak to 7 games. Scott Richmond getting the ball for Toronto. And if you were late to the game, you missed this. First pitch, B.J. Upton with the crush. The quick strike offense, 1-0 Tampa Bay. Top of the third, game tied at 1, Carl Crawford. He's in the yard, and he knows how to rake. 8th home run of the season, Tampa Bay up 2-1. Bottom of the 5th, how about some great defense? Raul Chavez the third, and Willie Ibar. Are you kidding me? From his knees makes the strong throw, filling in for Evan Longoria, and that is solid gold. Doesn't get much better than that. Beautiful play. And once you know, top of the 6th, Ibar makes a great defensive play. How about a little offense? 7th home run of the season, 3-1 Tampa Bay. Matt Garza, .47 ERA and 5 starts against the Jays last year. He was solid. Strikes out Lyle Overbay. Bottom of the 8th, Chodin facing Lyle Overbay, 1st and 3rd, and gets him to fly out to left. 4-1 after 8. Bottom of the 9th, J.P. Howell coming on to close it out, going for his 6th save of the year, and he's going to get it. Marco Scutero grounds out to 3rd, and the Rays take it 4-1. They are rolling. The 7 victories in a row are a season high. The 3 home runs by Tampa Bay give them 41 for June, setting a team record for home runs in a month, and Matt Garza gave up just 1 run. Dating back to last year, he has an ERA of .40 in 6 games against the Jays.
All right, reread the link. It's high points for obscurity, low points for being funny. I know a cat named Way Out Willie. Willie Ibar. Somebody's been on the internet. Yeah, you told me to go look at it. Tampa wins 4-1. Ibar also was way out. He hit a home run.
Baseball's hottest team making a run in the AL East. Of course, we speak of the Rays. Tampa's won 21 of 29 to move to a season-high 9 games over 500 and just a game and a half behind the Yanks. The defending AL champs in Toronto Wednesday afternoon, sending big game James Shields to the mound. Allowed more than 3 earned runs just once in his last 6 starts. Bottom 3, Marco Scutero, the double into the corner. Jose Bautista scores. It's 1-0 Toronto. An inning later, into the 4th, some defense hurts the Rays. Lyle Overbay, the shot to first. Carlos Pena can't make the play. Adam Lynn scores. It's 2-0 Toronto. That, in support of Ricky Romero, has gone 7 innings in his last 3 starts. Looked good on Wednesday. Gets Pat Burrell swinging for one of 7 Ks. Then Burrell in the 7th with the bases loaded. The 6-4-3 inning-ending rally killer. Bottom 7 now, Rod Barajas turns on one with Shields still in there. Solo shot his 8th of the season. It's 3-0 Toronto. An inning later, Shields still in there and still giving up the long ball. Lynn this time, his 16th of the season. He was 2 for 4. It's 4-0 Toronto. Not done yet. Shields has not been removed. Rowland removes the ball. Scott, that is, over the left field wall. Back-to-back, a solo blast. 5-0 Toronto. Eventually, Shields was taken out after that. Toronto snaps their 4-game skid with the 5-0 win. Tampa Bay, well, their 7-game win streak comes to an end. Romero, 8 innings, no earned runs. Shields takes the loss, falls to 6-6, 7 1/3, 4 earned runs, 8 Ks.
Pace in the American League East, they were in Texas with Scott Kazmir on the mound. Bottom 4, Andrew Jones. Jason Bartlett, the stop is gorgeous. The throw, not so much. Jones to second for the next batter. It's Hammerin' Hank Blaylock. Had a walk-off this week, and his 17th, 2-0 Rangers.
Who's hotter than Hank?
He stayed back, lined up with his hands, and just flipped the barrel of the bat out there, and he's so powerful, it's gone.
Bossman Jr. top 5. They'll wave Pat Burrell. Runners up to 2nd and 3rd on the throw, so the Rays are down 2-1, and they got something going here. 2 out, 2nd and 3rd for Carl Crawford, facing Tommy Hunter. Ian Kinsler.
They're flashing leather all around the field, both teams.
Boy, he knew you guys were on the show. The second baseman. Bottom 5, double play ball. Zobrist, the throw over the head of Pena Kinsler to second.
You see Zobrist hasn't played second base a lot, and he got knocked over right there. Stayed on the bag way too long, and that made that throw go a little high.
Marlon Byrd scores Kinsler. Byrd wants 2 here. They got a play on him at second. He's in there. 3-1 Texas.
Man, a running play like that, when you're able to bust it and turn it into a double, that just fires the whole ball club.
Marlon Byrd. Here's Marlon Byrd defensive. Quick look. Didn't quite get there, just enough.
Slow cone action.
First major league win for Tommy Hunter as Blaylock hits his 3rd home run in 2 games. Rangers have won 3 in a row. I believe in the Texas Rangers. I'm here to tell you.
I like the Texas Rangers.
I like them too. Rays lose for just the 2nd time in 9 games.
Rays at the Rangers on this 4th of July 09 as Texas and Tampa Bay tussle for the 2nd time ever on Independence Day. Saturday, the sequel to a 2002 tilt which featured fireworks galore, including 19 runs and 7 total homers. Would the sky be lit up this time around? Andrew Jones, in the bottom of the 1st with 2 men on of race starter David Price. Rangers up right away. It's 3-zip, and the fireworks would continue. Top 2, Jason Bartlett off Derek Holland, a solo shot, his 8th on the season. It's 3-1, and we go back to Price, who was not right. In the 2nd, Michael Young getting restless. With the bases loaded and into that vast Texas outfield, it'll be a bases-clearing 3-run double. Rangers up 6-1, and that'll be about it for David Price, working just an inning and a third, allowing 6 runs on 3 hits. Not his best day. Now 7-1 in the 5th, and we return to our theme of big blasts into the 4th of July sky. Gianna Navarro to left with 2 on, also off Holland, and the Rays closing the gap down 7-4. Bottom half, though, Rangers go right back to the air. Nelson Cruz to literally dead straightaway center. His 20th on the season. It's an 8-4 ball game. Rangers would get another in the frame and lead it 9-4 as we take another look at Andrew Jones. Much more comfortable in Texas than he ever was as an LA Dodger. A double to center scores Marlon Byrd. That's the 4th RBI in the night for Jones. Rangers up 10-4. They win it 12-4 in a game that featured 8 pitchers and 16 runs. We talked about the fireworks the last time these two met on the 4th. Round 2 also festive as Texas and Tampa Bay combined for 4 homers in an 8-run Ray win.
You saw it on ESPN. Rangers hosting the Rays. Scott Feldman and the Rangers looking to sweep them. Top 1 out. Carl Crawford. Fly ball to shallow center. Marlon Byrd, diving catch to get the out. That's a top play nominee, but okay, if that's a top play nominee, nice Marlon, but you get paid for it. That's what you do for a living, millions of bucks. Top 2 ones at Rangers. Gabe Gross line drive. Check out the ball girl with the crowd. Security guard's like, thank you. Yes, thank you. I think she should be a top play nominee. Bottom 3, 2-2, Matt Garza on the bump. Bases open for Nelson Cruz. Ground ball to first. Jason Bartlett bobbles. Michael Young scores in the air. Here's Joe Morgan's breakdown on what happened.
He never caught this ball. You can see he was looking away. It looked like he was looking at first base. He took his eyes off the ball.
Costly error. Rangers going to win it 5-2. So Angels and Rangers.
No. The letters S-I-P-N-Z-P-K-Z-R-E-C-R-Y. Not Halliday. What does it spell? How about Zepchinski? And now it's the standard spelling of Zepchinski. R-Z-E-P-C-Z-Y-N-S-K-I. Goodness, glad to have him. Can't we get a Smith, please? Look at Zepchinski. They'll put in the K in Zepchinski by getting Carlos Pena. He went 6, 7 Ks, 1 earned, got no decision, but pitched terrific. Vernon Wells, singles. Aaron Hill trying to score. B.J. Upton, got him. Leave a message at the beep. 11th inning. I'm practicing for when you're on your honeymoon.
Thank you.
Brandon Lee facing Ben Zobrist. Full count, 2 outs. Zobrist walks. Next batter, Pat Burrell. Zobrist, he's going. Swipe second. He is now in scoring position, and as we'll find out soon enough in this bat, he was in scoring position as soon as he trotted down to first. Pat the Bat, his 4th career walk-off homer, first with the Rays, 3-1.
The Rays have won their last 6 at home. That includes their series opener against the Jays on Tuesday. They were back at it again on Wednesday. Brian Talent checks on Carl Crawford at first, and B.J. Upton breaks for home and steals home. So the guy at first, he's no problem, but you got to remember Upton's on third. Third time Upton has stolen home in his career. Bottom 4 now, things get worse for Talent. 2 on for the Rays, and they're coming home with Ben Zobrist. 17 for Zobrist. Talent, 3 innings of work, 11 hits. 8 earned runs. Not a good night for the former LSU Tiger. Top 7, Blue Jays trailing 9-6, man on third for Scott Rowland. His hit streak at 25 now. Jays go on to tie it at 9 in the inning. Bottom 9, still tied at 9. Men at the corners for Zobrist. And it is time to bounce at the juice box. The Rays win at 10-9. They're 7 straight at Tropicana Field. They've also won 12. Still in Toronto for now, but the Jays are listing the offers. Bottom second, 2 outs. Jays down 1-0. Halladay facing B.J. Upton. Got him. 3 strikeouts for Halladay. Bottom third, facing Carlos Pena. Pena goes down looking. 4th strikeout for Halladay. Bottom 5, tied at 1. Halladay in trouble, facing Pena again with the bases loaded. And making the most of his opportunity this time. That'll drive in 2. Pena 2 for 4 with a double and a pair of RBI. Halladay, 7 innings of work, 8 Ks, gave up 3 earned runs. He would escape the inning without any more damage. The Blue Jays down 3-1. David Price, meanwhile, doing his thing. I mean, he had the fastball cooking, and nobody can catch up to it. Top 6, though, 2 out. He's in a sticky situation. Runners on first and second facing Lyle Overbay, and he got him 2. 7 Ks in 6 innings for Price, gave up just 1 earned run. And the Rays going to win at 3-2. They've won 8 straight home games.
The Rays are one of 4 teams in the American League with at least 47 wins, yet they find themselves in 3rd place in their division. Obviously, it's going to be a dogfight to make the playoffs in the junior circuit, but if they continue their hot play at the Trop, they'll have a shot, going for 9 in a row at home against the A's. Jeff Neiman, the 6'9" youngster, 1 shutout on the season. And early on, looks like he was on his way to number 2. Kurt Suzuki swinging in the 2nd. Jason Giambi the same. The opposer, Vin Mazzaro, the youngster, is 2-4 on the season. Bottom 4, his team down 1-0. His team is now down 2-0. Carlos Pena, the blast, his 24th of the year, 2-0 Rays. Bases loaded in the 5th. Ben Zobrist, the walk. Leonard Navarro comes down the line to score 3-0. And Santiago Casilla uncorks the wild pitch in the 6th. Navarro scores again. It's now 4-0. Evan Longoria in the 7th. A moonshot, an absolute bomb. His 17th, his lone hit on the night. 5-0 Tampa. Later in the inning with a man in scoring position. Now there's a guy sitting on the bench with the run scored. That would be Zobrist because Pat Burrell doubled him home. 2 hits on the night for Pat. 6-0 Tampa. Top 9, Neiman going for the shutout, and he gets it. Mark Ellis grounds out to short to the force. Game over, 6-0 final. Shutout number 2 for Neiman. Gives up just 6 hits, strikes out 6. Mazzaro takes the loss, gives up just 2 earned runs. The A's have dropped 11-15, are now a season-high 14 games under 500.
Dallas Braden is back after a 5-day stint on the bereavement list for a family matter. The right-hander facing the Rays for the 3rd time this year, looking for a 2nd win against them. And check it out, it's a Rolando Araujo. We have the throwback Devil Rays jerseys like them. Matt Garza, actually, of course, on the hill. And Garza first inning showing the good stuff. Adam Kennedy, Scott Hairston, Kurt Suzuki. I don't think so. Strikes outside the first. Garza punched out 7. Braden, meanwhile, he was up to the task. Down 1-0 at this point. Gets Ben Zobrist, whiffing. Pat Burrell, looking. And then Gabe Kapler. You cannot touch this. Braden, 6 strikeouts, 6 innings. Gave up 2 runs along the way. 2-0 Tampa in the top of the 7th. Rajai Davis with a 2-run blast that knocks things up. 2nd home run for Davis. Garza gives up a single, then he's out of the ball game and not pleased about it. He'd be responsible for 3 runs and 6 1/3 as Randy Choate came in. The first pitch from Choate hammered to right field and gone. Adam Kennedy, the 2-run blast, makes it 4-2 Oakland. To the top of the 7th, scary moment. Ball goes off the base of the bat and then hits Leonard Navarro in the face mask. And Navarro will be on his knees for a bit. Training staff comes out and a bit woozy, forced to leave the ball game. Go to the 8th inning, Orlando Cabrera double down that left field line. Davis, Kennedy both come in. 3 hits on the day for Cabrera. And the A's go on to a 7-2 victory. Dallas Braden, his 7th win as he knocks off the Rays for the 2nd time this season and ends the Rays' home winning streak at 9 games.
Shields and the Rays have won 4 of their last 5. 7th inning, A's trailing 3-0. Kurt Suzuki, who was 3 for 4, plates Matt Holliday. The A's trail 3-1. Time for Joe Madden to work that bullpen that carried them so far last year. Shields leaves. Dan Wheeler in. Jack Cust to right center. Suzuki on his bike comes around to score. A's down 3-2. Here comes Madden again. Wheeler out. Randy Choate in. Lefty on lefty. Adam Kennedy. Bartlett, Upton converge. Neither commits to the catch. It's a base hit for Kennedy. Joe Madden mixing and matching his bullpen. Normally good. Choate gone. Bradford in. Fourth pitcher of the inning, Orlando Cabrera, plates Ellis. And the A's take a 4-3 lead. To the ninth, the fifth pitcher, J.P. Howell. And Mark Ellis adds to our SportCenter home run total. We're showing you every home run hit on Sunday. Ellis, it's gone. Tampa uses 6 pitchers in all. Remember, last year the Rays lost 7 in a row going into the All-Star break, and they were a half game behind the Red Sox, so not a big deal. It's how you finish.
To the hill, Albert Pujols is going to catch him. He got the ball from Stan Musial. Let's see. The windup and the pitch. We're going to give him a strike. We're giving him a strike.
Roach Lalab. Got to give him credit. He went all the way to the mound, but a little bit of a short armor.
It was the volley floater, Steve Hamilton, Dave LaRoche, Lalab, and then Tim Lincecum, LaHair. I'm jealous because, you know, Timmy, I used to have hair like this.
I used to have that hair. I used to have that hair. My wife made me cut it.
Derek Jeter not jealous at all because not expecting this jam on wrist. How many hearts are in the mouth in New York?
The entire Yankee organization, Yankee fans, but Derek Jeter shakes it off, stays in the game.
Lincecum struggling in the first inning, and Albert Pujols struggling here with Joe Mauer doing a nice play of almost like a screenshot as a goalie. Pujols boots it, Jeter scores, the American League leads 1-0.
Hey, you have that old, you know, I'm going to hesitate to let the ball go by me so it doesn't hit me, but the only reason you do that is to try to block the, block the ball from the first baseman.
So 2 runs there in the first, but Michael Young says to Albert Pujols, I know you want to make it up with the bat. Not going to happen there in the first inning. Michael Young always comes up big in all-star games. Roy Halladay, he's batting. Now, wait a minute. He didn't expect to bat.
No, it's a video game that doesn't have license to use Major League apparel, apparently. So, Roy Halladay just going to take his whacks.
Took Evan Longoria's helmet, remember, but he had to sit with the lineup snafu once upon. At any rate, struck out looking, didn't need helmet. Bottom of the second, National League down 2-0, and the other Cardinal starter, Yadier Molina, after a broken back single right, a base hit Victorino. David Wright scores. Josh Hamilton throw hits the flying Hawaiian in the back. Victorino scores, and we're tied at 2, and the crowd goes nuts.
Yadier Molina showing back to the crowd, giving back a little bit. Good piece of hitting.
How about a couple of days for Prince Fielder here, the home run derby champion, then goes the other way. As all this happened in 2 down, the National League up 3-2.
Prince doing a nice job going the other way. Guy who's locked in, hitting home runs in the home run derby, going down the line.
Speaking of down the line, Joe Mauer off Chad Billingsley with the AL down 3-2, and Derek Jeter's going to soar all the way from first, and we're tied at 3. Now, we saw a boot early, but he was marvelous the rest of the game at first. Albert winning the Pujols, robbing Mark Teixeira, tossing to Billingsley.
Well, they gave up 1 run in that inning, but they made 3 unbelievable defensive plays, did the National League.
And before the bottom of the 7th, Pujols coming out. Some words with Adrian Gonzalez. Standing O, he had his 3 at-bats. Later, bottom 7, Jonathan Papelbon. It's Brad at the hop, but Carl Crawford robs the home run.
Just incredible that anyone that athletic can play left field. I mean, that's why Tampa Bay is going to be so dangerous. Being a left-handed thrower probably helped a little bit right there. If it was the other way around, his glove would have gone into the wall and might not have been able to get the extension to reach the ball.
Snap, crackle, Papelbon was hit hard, but gave up nothing. Now, Heath Bell hit hard. Curtis Granderson rips the ball to left, and Justin Upton never played left field in professional baseball. It happens in the All-Star game. Granderson gets a triple.
Just got turned around. I don't care how gifted an athlete you are. If you've never taken a ball and you see how it slices off a left-hander's bat in left field, you don't know what it does, you're going to be confused, and that's what Upton was.
Adam Jones, after an intentional walk, Victor Martinez has a sac fly. Granderson scores easily, and the American League is up 4-3. Bottom of the 8th, Ryan Howard. So neither Pujols nor Howard, the big St. Louis boys, if you will, Howard from here, Pujols plays here. They couldn't do it at the plate as Joe Nathan turns him around now. How many times have you seen this? Well, over 500 in the regular season and now 4 in the All-Star game. Mariano Rivera in the 9th gets hot with 2 out, and then Miguel, to how did they come? To how did they fall? And to how hot did they fall? 12-0-1. The National League has fallen now to the American League. The last time they won it was 1996. So the AL coming from behind, winning by the count of 4-3, wins yet again in the All-Star game.
Evan Longoria did not make his first start in the All-Star game because of a sore finger. He took the time to rest up and give it a chance to heal. Well, the Rays third baseman showed that he is 100% against the Kansas City Royals. Pick this one up, top of the third, Rays down 1-0. Carl Crawford, All-Star MVP. Strokes one to right field, B.J. Upton's going to score. Game tied at 1 apiece. Top of the third still, Crawford. He's got some wheels, and he shows them off. 45th stolen base of the year. That leads the major leagues. Pat Burrell, he's going to bring him in as he shoots a beam to the right side. That's going to make it 2-1 Tampa Bay. Bottom of the third, Mark Teahan facing James Big Game Shields, and that's a base hit to center field. Willie Bloomquist, David DeJesus score, 3-2 Kansas City. Still in the third, Mike Jacobs, ripping and roping. What a sweet swing. 13th home run of the year, a 3-run shot. Kansas City up 6-2. Bottom of the sixth, David DeJesus. Back through the box. Unieski Betancourt scores 7-4 Royals. Top of the seventh, Pat the Bat Burrell. He's got his groove on. Cranks one out, 2-run shot, 5th of the year, 7-6 Kansas City. Top of the eighth, 2 out, Evan Longoria. The aforementioned Evan Longoria. He's got the home run swing. That's a 2-run shot, 18th of the year, 8-7 Tampa Bay. Bottom of the ninth, J.P. Howell on to close it out, facing Jose Guillen, and Guillen goes down swinging. Kansas City wins it by the final of 8-7. Big game for Crawford. He goes 3 for 5. James Shields, he went 5 1/3, gave up 11 hits, 3 strikeouts, and 7 earned runs. Brian Bannister, not too bad. 5 innings pitched, 2 earned runs on 7 hits.
Rays and Royals in Kansas City. Zach Greinke pitched 7 innings, left in a 1-all game. So it's Grant Bell 4 against Unieski. Betancourt tied at 1. Betancourt ground ball to second baseman Willie Ibar. Can't make the play. Runners now on the corners for David DeJesus. Grounds it to second. Ibar flips to second for the out. DeJesus beats the throw at first. Run scores. Royals up 2-1. 8th inning. Man on second for Pat Burrell. And the bat delivers to right off Juan Cruz. Carlos Pena comes in to score. We're all knotted up at 2. Next batter, Ibar, line drive to right. That'll bring in Joe Dillon. Rays win 4-2. They've won 6 of 8. They're a perfect 5 for 5.
Winless in more than a week, thanks both to the break and subpar play. Kansas City takes on Tampa Bay Sunday. The Rays, a royal pain so far in the series, winning games 1 and 2 with comebacks, outscoring Kansas City 7-1 since the 7th inning. TB thinking sweep at KC. Another Royal L would be a 6th straight. Dates back 10 days. Working against Matt Garza in the series finale. And we'll take this. A bases loaded walk to David DeJesus. Scores Jose Guillen. A 1-zip Royals through 2. We go to the 5th. Still 1-zip. Again, they get to Garza. Alberto Callaspo with an RBI. Scores Mark Teahan and Jose Guillen again. Look at this. A 3-zip lead. Would we have another Ray comeback? You better believe it. There's a run on a fielder's choice. It's 3-1. Then in the 7th, a Gabe Groves double down the line, scores Ben Zobrist. Rays within 1, 3-2. And then in the 8th, the comeback comes complete. 2 men on for Carlos Pena. Base knock to right. This will score Carl Crawford. It's 3-3. Still in the 8th, bases loaded. On in relief is Ramon Colon, and this doesn't smell quite right. A walk to Gross scores Longoria. Rays in front 4-3. It'll hold for J.P. Howell. In the bottom of the 9th, Callaspo pops out to end it. Howell, the former Royal, earns all 3 saves in the series against a club that ran him out of town. 4-3, your final. Once again, the Royals lead it early, give it away late. Dropping a 6th straight, the Rays sweep the 3-game series.
1 in the Central with a win against visiting Tampa Bay. David Price really struggled on the road. 7.27 ERA in 4 starts this season on the road. And Paul Konerko jumps on that ERA. 3-run shot is 18th. It's 4-1. Top 4, same score, not anymore. Carl Crawford. Scott Pasednik can't make the grab, and then look at him. He thinks that ball went out. Crawford says, I got my PF Flyers on. Inside the park home run. Last fella to hit an inside the park job at this park, ESPN's Chris Singleton back in 2000.
Top 6, 4-2. Let's make it 4-3. Evan Longoria off Gavin Floyd. Floyd gives up 3 hits. They were all solo home runs. Longoria is 19. Now, Bobby Jenks has loaded the bases. Full count, 2 outs. Jason Bartlett, 1-run game, and Bobby's also a member of TSD. Team shut it down. His 22nd. White Sox win 4-3. They win the first of 18 straight against teams with winning records. Well, the White Sox were just 1 game behind the Tigers for the Central lead when the night began. Now, we go top 9, and Bobby Jenks got himself in a pickle the night before, got out of it. Here he's up 2-1, and he gives up the single to Jason Bartlett. And then Evan Longoria is hit by the pitch, and Ben Zobrist singles. Bases loaded, nobody out. Next batter, Pat Burrell, and Jenks walks Burrell, and this game is tied, and Ozzy's going, oh, my man, Bobby. And your next batter is Carlos Pena. Sacrifices have to be made, mister. Longoria going to score. Burrell's going to be tagged out trying to go to second, but the Rays take the lead. And the White Sox can't answer in the bottom of the 9th. That's a blown save for Bobby Jenks. And Tampa Bay is going to take it 3-2 is your final.
John Danks missed his turn on the rotation with a blister on his left index finger, so Carlos Torres started for the White Sox against Carl Crawford and the Rays. Let's go back to the All-Star game in case you missed this. Brad Hawpe hit one really good, and Crawford made the leaping catch at the wall. Actually got him on the front row of the ESPYs.
I know.
For making that catch. Did you catch that? Crawford named the MVP of the All-Star game. Back to Wednesday, bottom 4, White Sox down 1-0. James Fields facing Paul Konerko, and Crawford once again. Take another look at this. 2 very similar catches. His manager, Joe Madden, said at the All-Star game he had never seen him take away a home run before. Now it's becoming a habit. Bottom 7, game tied at 3, runner on third, 2 outs. Jermaine Dye. Boop. Alexi Ramirez scores. White Sox go up 4-3. Remember, they blew a save on Tuesday. This time, Matt Thornton makes sure they don't blow this one. Evan Longoria flies out. Thornton gets his first save of the season, and the White Sox go on to win it 4-3. You're about to witness baseball history, something that had only been done 17 times in the history of the game before Thursday. That history includes more than 192,000 games. Evan Longoria down swinging, Ben Zobrist down swinging in the second. That's second strikeout for Burley. Bottom 2nd, bases loaded, 2 outs. How about some run support? Josh Fields has just logged on to GrandSlam.com. White Sox with a 4-0 lead. Fields with his 7th home run of the season. Top 6 now. White Sox up 5-0. Burley throws a 3rd ball to Jason Bartlett. He only got to 5 3-ball counts, but then he would handle Bartlett. Strike right down the middle. Next pitch, strike 2. And then finally, Burley gets Bartlett to ground out. And he remains perfect through 6 innings. So we go top 7 now. White Sox up 5-0 still. B.J. Upton over the shortstop. That's not going to be a problem. 1 away in the 7th. Next batter is Carl Crawford. Crawford can't get it out of the infield. 2 away in the 7th. Next batter is Evan Longoria. He can be dangerous. Didn't get all of it. Perfect game intact through 7. Burley was cool in the dugout. His teammate said he was actually talking about what might happen. And, you know, baseball etiquette says you're not supposed to do that. Superstition and all. But remember, Burley had a no-hitter April 18, 2007 against the Rangers. Gerald Laird over to 3rd to complete Burley's no-hitter. Ozzie Guillen was his manager then. Ozzie Guillen is manager on Thursday as well. So experience allowed Burley to embrace the moment the way Ozzie embraced him. So back to Thursday now. Top 8, Carlos Pena. May I help you? No thanks, I'm just looking. Next batter is Ben Zobrist. Zobrist, foul ball. Burley's teammates doing everything they can to help him out. Gordon Beckham will make the catch there. Next batter is Pat Burrell. Watch this one. Down the line, just foul. The third base umpire, Laz Diaz, calls it foul. You know, they say baseball's a game of inches. That's a cliche, but it's a cliche because it's true. Look how close that was to being a fair ball. But Diaz on top of it and calls it a foul ball. Later in the at-bat, Burrell lines out, and that will end the 8th. Burley taking the field for the 9th. You wonder what his emotions are as He's trying to complete a perfect game. Dwayne Wise checks into the game as a defensive replacement in center field. First batter, he faces Gabe Kapler in the ninth. That's well hit. Looks like a home run. No-hitter over, perfect game over. No! What a catch by Wise. Wise was with the Braves in 2004 when Randy Johnson had a perfect game against Atlanta. He said, I've been on both sides of it. And he was able to be on Burley's side of it because of a spectacular play. That wall is 8 feet high, and Wise went up and took one from over. Let's listen to the White Sox telecast.
That ball hit deep into left center field. Wise back. Makes the catch.
What a play.
Dwayne Wise makes the catch. What a play by Wise. Mercy.
All right, but still 2 outs to go. Next batter is Michel Hernandez. Got him. 6th strikeout of the game for Burley. He needs 1 out for a perfect game. He's facing Jason Bartlett. Better than 28,000 in Chicago. Rooting him on.
They're great. Alexei! Yes! 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 History!
Who says nobody's perfect? Mark Burley is perfect as the White Sox win it 5-0. Burley thanking Wise for helping him out. Taking a look at Burley, watching the final out. His teammates ready to celebrate with him. Shares the moment with his wife, Jamie, and his infant daughter, Brooklyn. His wife, after the game, said, I'm so proud of my husband. Burley's perfect game came at a great time for his team. It helped the White Sox pull within percentage points of Detroit in the AL Central. He threw 116 pitches, 76 for strikes, and struck out 6 in the game. Again, the second White Sox perfect game in history. Charles Robertson threw the only other perfect game for them in 1922. Its second no-hitter against the Rays. Derek Lowe no-hit them for Boston in 2002. A.J. Przinsky is the White Sox usual catcher, but Burley was working with Ramon Castro behind the plate. And after the game, Burley talked about the pitches that were working for him and helped produce perfection.
That was kind of weird, though. Today's one of those days that I think I threw all curveballs and changeups. I didn't throw too many fastballs and too many cutters. When normally, I'm gonna say if I throw 100 pitches and 30 or 35 are gonna be cutters. I probably threw 5 today. Seemed like, but changeup and curveballs working, and obviously that's the first time Castro's caught me since he's been here, and we just went over it before and said, you put it down, I'll throw it, and hopefully I'll get it where you want it. And, I mean, the no-hitter, I don't know how to explain it. I mean, I said I'd never throw a no-hitter, never thought I'd throw a perfect game, never thought I'd hit a home run. I mean, so I've said never say never in this game because crazy stuff can happen. I don't think it's really soaked in. I mean, I think it'll soak in a little bit later, but, I don't know if it's soaked in right now. It's just still don't know what happened. But obviously, anytime your name gets up there with some of the greats in the game, obviously it means a lot. But I think it's another thing when you retire and sit back and you see how many perfect games have been thrown in the history and your name's in there. I think that's when you'll sit back and kind of be surprised.
All right, so here's your history lesson on perfect games. Burley with the 18th in Major League history, including Don Larson's in the 1956 World Series. Burley becomes the 28th pitcher to throw multiple no-hitters in his career, and the White Sox become the 3rd team in baseball history to have multiple perfect games.
The object of those discussions appeared in his 300th career game Friday against the Rays, and it was a lot like the previous 299, which is to say really, really good. Roy Halladay has a 6.2-to-1 strikeout-to-walk ratio, the best in the American League. Matt Garza nearly matched him on Friday night. Got Vernon Wells looking on the curve, strikes out Lyle Overbase, swinging. Alex Rios, likewise, can't connect. Garza and Halladay through 7 innings, basically matching each other. 88 pitches each, identical ball strike counts, 6 strikeouts apiece. That's freaky, and the game is tied at 2 in the 9th. Halladay gets Gross to get out of the inning. 9 innings, 10 strikeouts, 1 earned run. It's the 5th time this season he's gone 9 in a game. Garza still matching him. Strikes out the side in the bottom half of the inning.
9 innings, 9 Ks, 2 earned runs for him. We need some more runs to solve this thing. It's the first time since 07 2 pitchers went 9 in an extra inning game, and Evan Longoria is going to end it. Bloop single to left center field. Jeff England couldn't make the grab. 2-run score, and the Rays win the pitchers duel 4-2. What a game.
You could be talking to.
Toronto.
Buster Olney will be along to talk about that in a moment. Bottom second, though, Aaron Hill off David Price. Price only lasted 3 innings. He allowed 3 long balls. 11 home runs in 11 games for Price. Bottom 4, Aaron Hill again.
That's my cousin.
That's your cousin?
Yeah, I told him that.
Distant, right?
Yeah.
That one off Lance Cormier, 2-run shot. Blue Jays open up an 8-0 lead. We fast forward to the 7th. This is why you play 9. Bases loaded. Carlos Pena off the base of the wall, takes a bad bounce. Evan Longoria, Ben Zobrist, Pat Burrell all scored. The Rays trail 9-4. Top 9 now. Rays trail 9-7. Not happy in that Blue Jays dugout. Pena. That's an offensive field shot. It's 25th. 5th game of the year with 4 or more RBIs for Pena. 2 batters later. Are you kidding me? Willie Ibar, straightaway center. That's going to get out. His 8th of the season. Rays come all the way back, tie the game at 9 runs apiece. Top 12 now. Runners on first and second, 2 outs. That's the difference between a good team and a great team. Those 2-out hits. Jason Bartlett. See how close it is?
Wow.
Right on the line. That's getting fancy with the telestration. Rays take a 10-9 lead. Bottom 12 now. Jays a chance to win it. Bases loaded. Only 1 out for Aaron Hill. He'd already had a huge day. Aaron Hill strikes out looking. 2 outs. Adam Lind. Last chance. And that would do it. Ground out to second. Biggest comeback in the history of the franchise for Tampa. The Rays have now beaten Toronto 7 out of their last 8 meetings.
The fur flying and the drool pooling in Toronto, and that's just in the stands. The Jays hosting the Rays, not to mention a couple hundred hounds as part of the team's 6th annual Dog Date promotion, Release the Hounds. For every ticket sold, $2 donated to the Ontario SPCA. Toronto certain to be sweeping up some dog hair, trying to avoid being swept by Tampa Bay. They give it to Brett Cecil, and he gets some help behind him. Look at Scotty Rowland on his knees and fires to first to rob Jason Bartlett. Same frame. Cecil strikes out Carl Crawford. This one scoreless through 3. Pitching for Tampa Bay, meanwhile, Jeff Neiman. He had a shutout into the 4th, but comes up with some issues. After a pair of singles, this is Rowland. With 2 men on, a 3-run shot, it's 3-zip Jays. Top 5, more Cecil. Takes care of Carlos Pena, but he makes a mistake in the 6th. This is Carl Crawford with a home run. A solo shot, his 10th on the year. It's now 3-1. Still in the 6th. Cecil not out of it. It's got 2 men on, 2 outs and 2 strikes to Pat Burrell. Sit. That ends the frame. It stays 3-1. Bottom 6, Jays get Cecil an insurance run. Vernon Wells grounds into the 6-4-3 DP, but Adam Lind scores on the fielder's choice. We go to the 7th. Cecil still working. That's his 7th K. Gabe Kapler. Cecil goes 7 strong, 1 run on 4 hits. As for Neiman, bottom 7, he's still in there, but he's touched up again. Marco Scutero with an RBI. Neiman 6 2/3, 5 runs, 9 hits, and the loss as Jason Frazier comes on to save it for Toronto, striking out Gabe Gross to end it. Cecil earns the win, allowing just the 1 run. Scotty Rowland, the big offensive numbers for Toronto, 2 for 4, a run scored, and of course 3 ribbies, all coming on 1 swing.
Coming off a 9-1 homestand, the first-place Yankees headed to Tampa to take the lead in their season series against the Rays and celebrate a birthday in the process. Facing James Shields, 1-6 in his career against the Yanks. He's already down 1-0 top 2. Robbie Cano going to right, and Gabe Gross needs to talk to his landlord because he's running out of real estate at the wall. 2-0 Yanks as Cano ends up on 3rd with a triple. RBI number 53 of the season as Posada scores, and it's 2-0 Yanks. A.J. Burnett strikes out Carlos Pena, and then Gabe Gross, a wing batter. It was 3-0 Yankees in the 5th. Gabe Gross reaching up and robbing Hideki Matsui in right field. Top 6. Still 3-0. Robbie Cano again. You saw the triple. How about a solo home run? Nobody's getting this. His 15th of the season, RBI number 54. Nick Swisher did this twice. A home run. He had 16 now on the season. Makes it 5-0 Yanks. Bottom 7, Pat Burrell is at the plate, and A-Rod celebrating his 34th birthday. He's just showing off. Bobbles, recovers, and fires across the diamond. Top 8 now. How about A-Rod at the plate? This is a 2-run double. He's always there to impress the ladies, and you'll see why. As Jeter and Damon score 7-1 Yanks. Kate Hudson in the crowd to cheer on A-Rod. Shouldn't she be filming a Matthew McConaughey movie? In the top of the 9th inning, Johnny Damon at the plate for an historic home run. It was 8-3, make it 11-3. Home run number 200 for Damon in his career as the Yankees roll all over the Rays. They win the ball game 11-4. How about A.J. Burnett allowing just 2 hits in 7 innings, no earned runs. His last 11 games, 8-2, an ERA just over 2. As James Shields falls to 1-7 in his career again. Scott Kazmir knows what it's like to hear his name called in a trade as the deadline approaches, and while he hears it again this season, the Rays need him to focus, and that's exactly what he always does against the Yankees at the Trop. CC Sabathia also knows what it's all about near the deadline. He's down 1-0, no bottom 3. Carl Crawford's going to right field. And Geico's always looking at you. Nick Swisher's looking at the Geico sign. The ball goes over his head. It's his 4th triple of the season, and it's a 2-0 ball game. Next batter, Evan Longoria. Alex Rodriguez, E5, air mails it over to first. Carl Crawford scores, and it's 3-0. And there is Kazmir. His last start, he was on the other side of Burley's perfect game. Top 4 with 2 outs. Robinson Cano going to short. And Jason Bartlett, JB, going the short way over to second. CC Sabathia making a bit of history. Career strikeout number 1,500 for CC. Youngest pitcher since Pedro Martinez was 27 in 1999 to reach that mark. Next batter, Evan Longoria. Longo going long gone. His 20th of the season, 4-1 Rays. Bottom 6, 2 outs. Jason Bartlett going to first. You can't knock the hustle either side to Scherer and Bartlett wins. And it's a 5-1 game. Next batter, BJ Upton just gets enough of it. This one drops in the shallow right field. Swisher has some issues with it. It goes into the pen. It's a 6-1 ball game as Bartlett scores all the way from first base. Top of the 7th inning, how about some Rays defense? BJ Upton going back and back. Hurt me. Number 2 reaches up and makes the grab as the Rays beat the Yankees 6-2. Scott Kazmir goes 7 innings for the first time since last July. It's his first victory in his last 8 starts, as he improves to 5-2 at home against the Yankees with a 1.43 ERA.
In 8 years.
Let's go AL East leading Yankees, just 5-13 against the Rays and Red Sox this season. But look who's there, George Steinbrenner. Matt Garza clearly listening to some Nugent and then doing some stretching. Top 1.
Was that stretching?
Mark Teixeira singles. Derek Jeter scores, and the Yankees are up 1. Bottom 4, Yankees are up 2-0, and Jabba Chamberlain going at Evan Longoria. Longoria was hit Monday by the Yankees. He said he didn't know if this was intentional. He didn't care, just part of the game. That was his post-game response. Chamberlain will then get Longoria to fly out to end the inning. Now, in the top of the 5th, this is Matt Garza's in-game response. That was intentional. More on that in a moment. He hits Teixeira with the high fastball, puts runners on first and second. Your next batter is Alex Rodriguez, and he's a swinger. He went 1 for 5. Top 6, Robinson Cano. I know you know that ball is gonzo. 2 outs, get out, his 16th. Yankees up 3. Garza, 7 innings, 3 earned, 8 hits. Chamberlain, he said he admitted he was nervous with the boss in the house. They're saying, those in the know, that Jabba looked as good as he's ever looked in this game. 8 shutout innings, 3 hits, 5 Ks, and the Yankees win 6-2. Now,
the Tampa Bay Rays held their cards at the trade deadline and saw the Red Sox make a big deal for Victor Martinez. Now the Rays think they still have enough to get back to the postseason and do it with David Price, who wasn't even on the team at this time a year ago. Taking on the Royals and Sidney Ponson, bottom of the 1st, 2 on for Carlos Pena, and he connects, and he's going to sneak this one in the corner. That's a home run, 26th of the year, 3-0 Tampa Bay. David Price, he was on his game, facing Miguel Olivo, and Olivo comes up empty. Top of the 5th, David DeJesus picked off, and Tampa Bay executes it. They get the out to end the inning. Bottom of the 5th, Big Ben Zobrist. The guy can play anywhere in the field, and he strokes one to right field. Evan Longoria trying to score all the way from first, and we're going to have a play at the plate, and he's in there. Tampa Bay up 5-1. Still in the fifth, Pat the Bat Burrell strokes one to left field. That's going to bring in Zobrist. 6-1 Tampa Bay. Then in the ninth, Joe Nelson going to finish things off with 2 outs. Alex Gordon lifts one to center field. That's going to do it. Tampa Bay wins 8-2. David Price turns in a solid outing. He gave up just 1 run on 5 hits and 7 innings of work. He's now 4-4. Sidney Ponson, a rough one, gave up 7 runs in 4 1/3. He's now 1-7 on the season.
Number 8, Royals, Rays, Alberto Callaspo, Sharp Grounder, Ben Zobrist, the all-star utility man. Great stop here, and the Rays would get the win 7-1. He's been great at second.
Started off rough. James Shield takes a no-no into the 6th inning.
A no-hitter?
A no-no. And here we go. We have David DeJesus hits into the 1-6-3 double play. No-hitter intact going into the 7th.
Not really cool for your guys, then.
Not really at all. Now here we are in the 7th. That's Alberto Callaspo.
He's good.
Yeah,
He's a good player, though.
He's good except for that strikeout right there. Here we are in the 8th. John Buck.
Still a no-hitter.
Still a no-no. Knock one into right. Is it going to drop? Oh, seems so. Hey, works for my Royals, but I don't know. Do you think he could have made the catch?
Well, it's a 0-0 game. He probably doesn't want the ball to get to buy-in.
That's true. Very
it's
true.
tough.
Very true.
It's tough.
Pitcher didn't look all that proud of it. All right, here we are. We got a bunt down
over.
And a throwaway by Navarro into center field. That's going to bring
Ryan Field. Yeah.
Ryan Field to third. So we have first and third, nobody down.
You're pretty good at this, man. You want a job?
Let's do it. This whole singing thing isn't working out anyway.
Who's
Mitch
this?
Mayer up at bat. Mitch Meyer.
Mitch Meyer. You're thinking John Mayer.
Yeah, you know how it is. Mitch Meyer into center field, run scores.
Real.
And Royals go from a no-no to up 1-0. I'm loving this. I'm loving this. Loses the bat, but nope, now we're in a pickle.
Here comes Alex Gordon.
What's going to happen?
Where
What's
is
going to happen? Oh, Alex Gordon coming in from third. Shirt in the dirt.
The young George Brett, right?
You got to love it. Number 4.
Do you slide like that? Did you when you played?
I tried once.
Was George Brett your favorite player?
Actually, I was a Frank White guy. I just liked Frank White, but my Royals win 4-1.
There it is.
Got to love that.
Big reason for the Tampa Bay Rays' success in 2008 was due to the developed young pitching that came through at the right time. At Tropicana Field on Monday, 2 of the game's brightest young stars take the hill as lefty Scott Kazmir pitches for Tampa Bay, opposed by Kansas City's Zach Greinke. Off to Florida we go for the Rays and Royals. There's a look at Zach Greinke, but things wouldn't start out all that good for him here. Runners on first, second, and third. How about this? Carlos Pena comes through with a knock to the left side. Jason Bartlett would score, as would Carl Crawford, and the Rays would take the early 2-0 lead. Top of the second now, 2 outs. Not a bad day for Scott Kazmir. Really one of the few blemishes right here as this bounces into the Bermuda Triangle in center field off Miguel Olivo's bat. Mark Teahan scores. It's 2-1 Tampa Bay. Bottom of the second now, Carl Crawford laces a double down the right field line. Michel Hernandez comes in to score, as does Gabe Kapler before the throw gets back in. The Rays back out on front 4-1 the score at this point. Top of the fourth now, how about this? Billy Butler at the plate. A sharp line drive into center field, going way back towards the track. It is Gabe Kapler who comes up with the running grab out in center field to preserve that 4-1 lead. Now it's 5-1. Willie Ibar at the plate, bottom of the fifth, and he unloads. A home run into right field, a solo shot, and the Rays lead is now 6-1. Bottom of the seventh, that's Willie Ibar once more, this time from the right side of the plate. His second of the game, a home run into left field, and the Rays lead is now 7-3. Bottom of the seventh now, Jason Bartlett at the plate and threatening once more. It's already an 8-3 game. Let's make it 10-3. Gabe Kapler comes in to score. Michel Hernandez comes in to score. It's a triple for Jason Bartlett, and the Rays continue to pour it on. All Tampa Bay on this day, a 10-4 victory over the Royals. Jason Bartlett and Carl Crawford at the top of the order, a combined 6 for 9 with 3 runs scored and 5 RBIs. Scott Kazmir, 6 innings of work, 3 runs, 6 hits, and 5 strikeouts. Tampa Bay 10, Kansas City 4 at Tropicana Field.
Awesome. Number 10, Gabe Kapler. Royals and Rays, Billy Butler. Hits it well. Kapler on his horse over the shoulder. And that's number 10.
AL East, and he would own Evan Longoria. And first at bat and bottom of the first, he had all his pitches working. Longoria 5 for 12 with a home run against Leicester in his career, but batting just $196 in his last 16 games. Top 6, Sox up 1-0. Let's make it 2. Your reigning AL MVP, Dustin Pedroia, off your ALCS MVP, Matt Garza. His 7th, it's 2-0. Now let's go back to Longoria and Leicester. He's hitting Boston at a 375 clip this season, but he's 0 for 3 strikeouts against Leicester. Glad to see him gone in the bottom of the 8th. It's Daniel Bard, raised down 2-1. Let's make it 2-2 because Longoria is long stroking. Bard's first pitch, 22nd homer, and we are tied up. Later in the frame, 1 on, Willie Ibar. Gonna lay it down. Bard gonna field it and throw it away. Ben Zobrist going to come all the way home from first. But there's a fan who doesn't understand that once he touched the baseball, that's going to cost his team some runs, assuming he's a Rays fan, and the runner's back to second and third. After a walk to Carlos Pena, Bard gets B.J. Upton with the fastball, and later in the inning, Bard gone, Manny Del Carmen in, and Gabe Gross. Swing and sway like Sammy K. Next batter, Pat Burrell. Ground ball to third, Kevin Youkilis to second, inning over. Game still tied after 8. Tampa Bay blows a golden opportunity. Ramon Ramirez in, bottom 9, 2 on, 1 out. Zobrist, 6-3 double play. We've got extra baseball. Top 10, bases loaded, 1 out. J.P. Howell facing Pedroia. Bases filled, 5-3 double play to end the threat. Whoa! Bottom 10, Gross at the plate. Bases loaded, no outs. Ramirez induces the fly ball to shallow left. Josh Reddick. I got it. 1 out, next batter. They're still full for Michelle Hernandez. And that's playable. Pedroia says, I'll take it. There's 2 outs. Your next batter's Jason Bartlett. Ramirez is going to go high octane on him. 15 left on base for Tampa Bay. Bottom 13, 2 outs. Longoria with first base open against Takashi Saito. Turn on your night lights, baby. I'm gone. 50th career home run, 2nd career walk-off. Rays win 4-2 in 13 innings. They beat the Red Sox for the seventh time in 11 meetings this season. Man.
Pujols. That's a several million-dollar ankle right there, though.
Yeah.
Number 1, Red Sox and Rays, Evan Longoria off Takashi Saito. Sayonara. Walk-off job. It's time to bounce at the juice box.
Pena, please stand up. 9 for 69, batting $130. Brad Penny didn't get that stat. 2-run homer. Pena's 27th, Rays 2-1. That really wasn't Madden's twin brother, by the way. Carl Crawford in the bottom of the 3rd. He doesn't have a twin brother, dummy. I know. All right. Crawford's 12th. It's 4-1 Rays. Victor Martinez, Sutton said on the broadcast that he had the lowest batting average in the majors against rookie pitchers this season. Takes David Price for a solo shot. First as a member of the nation. It's a 4-2 game. Speaking of David Price, and you're saying, well, how could be a rookie? I saw him in the playoffs last year. We didn't compete enough to be considered a veteran, so this is considered his rookie season. 4-1 in 6 home starts this season. 0-3 on the road. He's at home, and you saw him get Lau, Lowry, again, Baldelli, and Bay. He went 6 innings, 6 hits, 2 earned, 5 Ks. J.P. Howell, team shut it down, gets Jacoby Ellsbury. The Rays win at 6-4. Tampa Bay, 4 home runs off a Boston staff that had allowed the fewest home runs in the American League.
Rays and Mariners getting it going in safe go. Felix Hernandez looking for his 13th win of the season. Now, Felix was wild in his last start, though he did beat the Rangers, and he had some control problems in this game as well. Also some Carl Crawford problems. He singles in Dearno Navarro here. Crawford with 3 hits, and it's 2-1 Rays. Now 3-1 top 5. Pat Burrell off the facade in left field, and that is a long home run. 9th for Burrell. Felix gives up 5 runs, 3 earned in 6 innings, walked 6. Bottom 7, you still love to see it from Junior. The home run, that sweet swing, his 12th, and does it on his own bobblehead day. It's been good luck this month, and Mariners within 3. Now bases loaded, same inning. Ichiro singles home a pair, and the M's come all the way back to tie the game up at 5. Go to the 8th, look at Jack Wilson. It's B.J. Upton. You know, he's got speed and just bounces it over to first base to get the out. Then Wilson, how often you see it, he makes the nice defensive play, and then, well, he's robbed in the bottom of the 9th inning. Gabe Gross, nice diving play. This game destined for extras in the 11th. Jason Bartlett putting a cap on what's been a marvelous offensive season for him. His 10th, 6-5 Tampa Bay. Bottom 11. Last strike for Ryan Lagerhans and the M's, and boy, did they come through.
Well hit deep to right field, and this one is over. Goodbye, baseball. Ryan Lagerhans with the walk-off game-winner 2-run home run.
So the Mariners walk off 7-6. The home run coming off J.P. Howell, who takes the loss. Also in this ballgame, Russell Branyan with his 25th home run, continuing what has been a career year, and actually sets a new career high in long balls as the M's take the opener of the series.
If Rays righty James Shields actually told his Tampa teammates what he was thinking when he was throwing, well, it might sound something like this. Fellas, can a brother get some runs? Tampa failing to score at least 3 runs in 14 of Shields' 23 outings on the season. Shields just 6-8 in the year as he starts in Seattle. He even took a no-no into the 8th in his last outing, only to lose it 4-1. In this one, though, he gets some support early. Ben Zobrist with an RBI single in the first, one of 2 runs. As for Shields, he strikes out Ichiro in the bottom of the first. He had issues, though, thanks to Franklin Gutierrez. A 2-run shot, that makes it 3-2. It'd be 3-3. Top 5. Shields, it's finally produces for him. This is Evan Longoria to lead off the inning with a solo shot. 4-3 Tampa Bay. 2 batters later, how about Mr. Carlos Pena? A 2-run shot of his own. This makes it 6-3 Tampa. Shields has to be happy with the runs he's finally getting, and he takes that happiness out to the hill. Bottom 5, he will strike out Adrian Beltre. Shields leaves after 5 1/3. He strikes out 6, allows 4 runs, but he's leading 6-4 in the 8th. The bases loaded for Mr. B.J. Upton. He'll drop a shallow flare right into center field. This will score Pat Burrell. That makes it 7-4 Tampa. And the Rays not done in the inning. Bases still loaded for Jason Bartlett into left center. This will score 2 runs, makes it 9-4 Rays. It'd be 10-4 through 8, and that is your final. Shields finally gets those runs he was craving. He improves to 7-8 on the season. Bartlett, Longoria, and Pena each with multi-RBI games. The series now tied at 1 win apiece. The rubber match is set for Sunday from Seattle. The Emerald City hosting a diamond duel as Seattle takes on Tampa in the rubber match of a 3-game set. The Rays and M's meeting as third-place teams, but each eyeing entry into the postseason by way of the wild card. The M's 4 games back of the Rays in the wild card standings, but at least they have more hats. Well, they also have Ryan Rowland-Smith, and he's getting touched up early. Top 2, Deoner Navarro, a 2-run shot to left, his 7th shot in the year. As the Rays take a 2-1 lead. Bottom of the 2nd, though, the M's will draw even thanks to Ichiro. Off Rays starter Scott Kazmir, Suzuki goes the other way. This is an RBI single, and we're tied at 2. Your next batter, meanwhile, Franklin Gutierrez, and he's going long. A 2-run shot, also off Kazmir, his 14th on the year, 4-2 Mariners. Now, with all kinds of run support, we have more from Rowland-Smith. In the 3rd, takes care of Evan Longoria on the big hook. Pat Burrell also down on strikes. Gabe Kapler at least offers, but he's down on strikes in the 4th. As for Kazmir, yikes, yowzers. A wild pitch in the 5th. It scores Gutierrez. Kazmir done after 4 1/3. He allows 9 hits. He leaves a mess for his bullpen. Here's that mess. A bases-loaded walk. Brings home a 7th Seattle run. All of them charged to Kazmir. Gabe Kapler rounds into the 5-3 DP in the 6th. It's still 7-2. Meanwhile, bases loaded, and this is the portion of the program where we put a little insult to injury, salt in wound, gasoline on fire, whatever you want to call it. Russell Branyan with a grand slam in the 6th, 26th homer of the year. Seattle rolls to a 11-2 win, moving to within 3 of Tampa in the wild card standings. Kazmir, as we said, not sharp, dropping to 6 7. 2nd win on the year, meanwhile, for Rowland-Smith. He goes 6 2/3.
Happy birthday to you. Vlad's 7th Jack of the Year, 2-1 Rays. That kid would actually get some extra birthday gifts later on. Bottom 5 tied at 6. Kendry Morales. I ain't going to say nothing, but that ain't right. his second of the game, 25th of the year. Fourth career multi-homer game. He's got them all this season. Angels up 7-6. Top 6, same score. Jason Bartlett triples off the right field wall. Greg Zahn scores. We are deadlocked at lucky number 7-7. Bottom 7, Vlad Guerrero. And the Lord said you got to rise up. Second home run of the game, 400 for his career. 45th guy in that 400 home run club. It's also his 37th career multi-homer game, 8-7 Angels. Top 8, Bartlett, a single away from a cycle. No Tampa Ray player has ever had a cycle, and here comes Bartlett. All he needs is a single, and then said he could have been arrested for larceny. Staring at a breaking ball. Rays still down 8-7. Top 9, same score. Ben Zobrist. Ben Zobrist can make all the folks at the Plaza and Harbor Island happy. They're the biggest Rays fans around. And it said he flies out to Juan Rivera. Ball game. Angels win it 8-7.
AL champion Tampa Bay, Trevor Bell. Went to high school about 10 miles north here. Crescenta Valley High, Dave Pagan's alma mater as well. Carlos Pena didn't read the memo about, hey, the homeboy's first shot, and he goes yard. 2-run shot, and I gave him a 2-1 lead. Bottom 4, Mike Napoli. High pop to left, Jason Bartlett and Carl Crawford. Is anybody alive out there? Sun got in their eyes. Kendry Morales scored all the way from first. We are tied at 2. Top 6, Rays now 3-2, Pena. If some is good, more is better. His second off Bell, who went 5 1/3, didn't get the win. But the Angels would, because despite Rays leading 4-2 after the 31st for Pena, Gary Matthews Jr. and Howie Kendrick both came with 3-run shots later. Here's Matthews ordering taters off Grant Balfour, and the Angels sweep them. They win this one 10-5.
Roy Halladay's nickname, Doc, is fitting in more ways than one. Yes, his last name resembles gunslinger Doc Holliday, but it's the way he's mowed down his opponents that makes the moniker ring true. James Shields trying to get his record to an even 500. His team enters the game just 4 back in the AL wild card. Top of the first, though, things not looking good. Lyle Overbay cranks a 2-run home run off Shields, his 13th of the season, 50th RBI for Overbay. Then in the second with 2 on, Joe Inglet keeps it fair. It's an RBI double down the right field line. Brings in Randy Ruiz. A Marco Scudero sac fly made it 4-zip for the Jays. They're not done. Adam Lynn leads off the 3rd inning with a solo home run. His 24th of the year. Only hit of the game. He's batting .297. Top of the 4th, B.J. Upton. Nice sliding grab on Marco Scudero. But Halladay was really the story, going for his 13th win, gets Carlos Pena to strike out in the bottom of the 4th, and Pat Burrell to end the inning. Then bottom of the 5th gets his former Blue Jays teammate Greg Zahn to strike out, and Evan Longoria's sac fly had the Rays avoid a shutout. Bottom of the 8th, though, Zahn making the adjustment on his former teammate, cranks a solo home run, and it's 5-2 Toronto. So Jason Frazier now in to close out the game, gets Gabe Gross to strike out, and it's over. The Jays win 5-2. Roy Halladay has now pitched at least 7 innings in 8 straight starts. He picks up his 13th win of the season and his first win against the Rays this year. Of note for the Rays, Carl Crawford goes 4 for 4. He's batting .318 on the year.
It's called a speed bump, and this one, which the Rays are staring directly at, might leave them with a few flats. A loss Saturday night to the Jays, and they'd have a season-high 6-game losing streak. Good time to send Scott Kazmir to the mound. Scotty comes in with a 2-2 record in his last 4 starts. It's a scoreless tie through 2 into the 3rd. Aaron Hill, look at Aaron Hill's season so far. It's 28th of the year. A 2-run shot. It's 2-0 Toronto. Brian Talent, the spot start, comes in with a 5-6 record. Bottom 3 problems. Jason Bartlett, the single to left. Leonardo Navarro comes home to score. Cuts the lead in half. It's now 2-1 Toronto. Next batter is Carl Crawford. That's ripped into right center field. It would score B.J. Upton and Bartlett. 2 for 4 was Crawford. 3 runs, 2 ribs. Tampa Bay now has a 3-2 lead. Next batter is Evan Longoria. It's high, it's far. It stays in the field of play. It's off the wall. It's a double. Crawford scores. It's 4-2 Tampa Bay. Couple innings later, Longoria, well, here's his second hit. It's a single. It drives home Crawford. It's now 5-2 at that point. And that was plenty for Kazmir, who would settle down nicely in the middle portion of the game. Look at Adam Lynn looking in the 6th. Kevin Millar swinging. And Vernon Wells the same. Striking out the side does Casimir. He had 7 total on the night. 6-3 now in the 7th. Willie Ibar gets one of those back. The single scores Longoria. 2 hits for Willie at 7-3. Next batter is Gabe Gross, and he too with the ribby single. That scores Carlos Pena. 8-3 at that point, and that was your final. Casimir gets his 7th win, gives up just 3 earned and 6 in the 3rd, and as we said, struck out 7. Talent hit hard, gives up 5 earned, 10 hits, and 5 2/3.
Remains a 3-team race. Toronto in Tampa. Rays up 1-0. Vernon Wells lines a single. In a center, B.J. Upton comes up firing. Collision at the plate. Aaron Hill slams into Deano Navarro. Hill is safe. Both would be down just momentarily. Both would be okay. Watch it again. Navarro catches as Hill runs low into his left knee, but Navarro's not able to make the tag before stumbling back a couple steps. How smart is Hill? Touches home plate, tie the game at 1. To the 8th. Bases loaded, 2 down. Greg Zaun, he's a pinch hitter. Facing Brandon League. And Zaun, get out of town, and he means it. For Zaun, 2nd career pinch hit grand slam. Zaun actually had a walk-off grand slam for the Jays against the Rays last season.
Rays trying to stay in the wild card hunt. Tampa Bay 4 back in the wild card hunt in St. Pete, taking on the Orioles. What do you think of Joe Madden's hair there?
He looks like Buddy Holly. I know he's trying to look like Johnny Cash or something.
B.J. Upton, he hasn't been looking good. 154 batting average in his last 15 games, but the bottom of the 4th he delivers. Upton had singled earlier, and with his triple, he now has a quest for the cycle going. Bottom 6, 2 outs, Rays up 4-2. Upton with a home run off Jason Birkin. Rays up 5-2, Upton's 8th home run of the year. Rays up 5-4, bottom of the 8th. Upton looking to become the first player in Rays history to hit for the cycle, but a fly out to right doesn't help you with the cycle. Upton comes up short, 3 for 4 with 2 RBI. If you call 3 for 4 with 2 RBI coming up short, with the Rays win, that's the important thing. They take.
Coming into this season, the Rays had a big question mark concerning their pitching staff. Who is going to fill out the number 5 starters role? Going into the home stretch of the season, that question has been answered. Jeff Neiman is not only bringing up the back of the rotation, he's certainly one of the best pitchers in it. Taking on Baltimore, coming in with a record of 10-5, gets off to the good start, facing Brian Roberts, and Roberts goes down swinging. Top of the 2nd, he induces Melvin Moore to hit into the double play to get out of the inning. Bottom of the 4th, he gets some run support. Pat Burrell ripping and roping. Up, out, and gone. 12th of the season, Tampa Bay up 1-0. Top of the 5th, Cesaris Turris. He's going to stroke one to shortstop and check out Jason Bartlett. Can't make the catch, but alertly throws home to get the out at the dish. Then Brian Roberts, she's going to ground into the double play once again, and the Rays doing the job with the defense. Top of the 6th, Nolan Reimel strikes out against Neiman, and then Adam Jones, the whiff. Neiman had 5 strikeouts. Bottom of the 6th, it's Big Ben Zobrist. 20th home run of the season. Tampa Bay up 2-0. Bottom of the 7th, B.J. Upton gets into the home run thing as he strokes one to left. 9th of the season, 3-0 Tampa Bay. Top of the 8th, Brian Roberts. Well, he's going to get Baltimore one back as he strokes one to right. 11th of the season, O's down 3-1. Top of the 9th, J.P. Howell going for his 14th save of the year, and he's going to get it as Matt Wieters grounds out the shortstop. That's your ball game. The Rays, they continue to win. They do the job. And how about Jeff Neiman? Solid job to raise his record. He has 11 wins on the season. He goes 7 1/3, gives up 1 run on 7 hits, striking out 5.
3 games back in the wild card race, hosting the Orioles. Top 6, game tied at 1. Lance Cormier in for James Shields would walk the bases loaded. 3-2 pitch to Brian Roberts, and he jumped all over it. Grand Slam, 5-1 Orioles. Roberts' 12th home run this season, 4th career Grand Slam, but his first in 5 years. Bottom 6, 5-1 Orioles. Ben Zobrist striking back. 3-run home run for him off Brian Mattis. Zobrist had 4 RBI in the game. Mattis 5 1/3. He struck out 7-5 for Orioles. Top 7, Nolan Reimel going deep. 2 on and 1 gone there. Reimel's 11th, 8-4 Orioles. Tampa Bay got 3 in the 8th. So bottom 9, tying run on third, 2 outs, Evan Longoria. Dangerous man, but Jim Johnson got him. Orioles win at 8-7. They snap the Rays' 4-game win streak, and
Majors of the Rays, Dustin Nippert on the mound for Texas. Joe Maddon's Rays lead the majors with 160 stolen bases. First inning, speed threat. Jason Bartlett on first. Bartlett, he's a thief. He steals second. Taylor T. Gordon's throw, not a good one. Bartlett ends up on third, and Bartlett would score on a ground out, so the Rays' speed paying off early in this one. To the second, Gabe Gross on first. Nippert over to check out on Gross. He's in safely. Now after a pitch, Nippert throws over again. Gross back in safely. Nippert throws over again. The throw gets away, and Gross goes all the way around to third. The Rays' speed definitely in the head of Nippert. I like saying his name, Nippert.
Nippert.
With runners on the corners now. Bartlett bumped down. Nippert going home, but he can't get the speedy Gross, and the Rays have a 2-0 lead. All right. You know what else Tampa Bay has? They have power threats. Fifth inning now. Up 2-0, man on first. Ben Zobrist. Zoblast. 22nd home run of the year. Rays up 4-0. Next batter, Carlos Pena. Opposite way. He's a goner. Back-to-back jacks, number 32 for Pena. Rays win it. Scott Kazmir allowed 3 runs in 7 1/3.
Each other. That's Carlos Pena. He would have a big night. Bottom 4th. Rays down 2-1. Pena takes Tommy Hunter deep to right. Gone. A 2-run shot. Second of the game. 34th of the year. Rays up 3-2. Fast forward. Top of the 9th. Rangers down 4-3. Marlon Byrd, with 2 outs, ties the game at 4. Shock and dismay in Tampa. 10th inning now. Game tied at 4. 2 on for Pena. Singles up the middle off Jason Gurley. Here comes Evan Longoria. And he's going to score the game-winning run. But watch it one more time. Blows a bubble. Multitasking at its best. Pena finishes with 4 RBIs, his 7th career walk-off hit. First this season, the Rays continue to sizzle. 6th win in 7 games.
Standings, Rays going for the sweep where?
Tampa.
You got it. Michael Young. He's having one of the best seasons of his real good Major League Baseball career, hitting .329 this year. He's a .303 lifetime hitter. Extends his hit streak to 11 games. Rangers up 2-0 as he drives in Rodriguez and Kinsler. Speaking of Pudge. Now 4 for 6 in his return to the Rangers after Sunday's game. There's a lucky hop over Longoria, and the Rangers lead 3-0. Watch it again. Thought he had it over the mitt. So the Rangers have a lead, and saved by the Feld. To me, he's Feldy. Scott Feldman, look at him on the road this year. 8-1 this season. Carlos Pena, Gabe Kapler, Ben Zobrist as the Rays strand a man on third. Bottom 7, 2-man on. Willie Ibar back to Feldy. Tips it off his glove, picks it up, throws it, and he got him. How about 11 strikeouts? And that's a career best, and no earned run. He's 9-1.
Needs to win at Toronto to remain 3 back, but they got to take on Roy Halladay. Ben Zobrist, who's not very good in August, ever, this month included. He's good there. The flare, Carl Crawford scores. Rays up 1. A Rays up 3 now. Bases loaded. Bottom 2, Rod Barajas, bartender. Jack off Jeff Neiman. He's been good. Barajas better there. Blue Jays up 4-3. His 12th. Top 5, 1 on, tied now. Carlos Pena, let's untie it. He's your American League leader with 35 home runs. He also has 35 singles. Rays 8-6. Halladay's 8th run allowed. Look, Halladay 8 runs. Let's go legal flashback. It was June of 07. It was Tampa Bay and in Toronto. And this is the last time Halladay allowed 8 runs in a start. B.J. Upton and Crawford hit home runs in the 4th. He was knocked out in the 4th. The Jays would win the game 12-11. It's the only team he's lost to more than once. The Tampa Bay team. 12 hits, ties a career high for Halladay, giving up 7 earned. He's 1-3 against the Rays this season. That was Sean Camp, who former Blue Jay Greg Zahn singled off of and scored 2. The Rays win it 12-7. They've won 7 of their last 9.
With the Blue Jays, Scott Kazmir looking for his 3rd straight win. Bottom 1st, no score, nobody on with 1 out. Home plate umpire Jerry Crawford, you see the arrow in him. He took one right off his mask. Aaron Hill fouled it off. Crawford tried to continue, but second base umpire Tom Hallion would take over to start the third inning. They would work an umpire down, and then Hallion takes a Casimir fastball right to the chest. Take another look at that. Had the chest protector on under the shirt, but boy, that's a fastball. And he went down, stayed down for a bit, got up and was able to walk off under his own power, but the game was delayed for 17 minutes while they tried to figure out what to do about the umpiring situation. And then after the delay, they got it worked out. 3 umpires come out. Hallion would continue at third, but Brian Onora will be the third home plate umpire of the game. Bottom 9, Blue Jays down 2-1. Rod Barajas off J.P. Howell. Pinch hit home run for Barajas. 7th blown save for Howell. Game tied at 2. Barajas' 13th home run of the year. Still bottom 9. Howell walks Vernon Wells on the 3-2 pitch. Looks like it might have been strike 3. Joe Madden wonders where that pitch was. And Howell walks Millar on a questionable 3-1 pitch. And Madden's like, this guy is not usually a home plate umpire, is he? Well, anybody can make that call. That's a wild pitch. Marco Scudero scores a game-winning run. Blue Jays take it 3-2. Bad loss for the Rays after Boston.
The Bay Rays 3.5 out in the wild card. Rick Porcello, top first. Getting Pat Burrell, first time he's faced the Rays. How about Brandon Inge? This guy is the dude. Visits a lot of sick kids in the hospital there in the Detroit area. Of course, they say, can you hit a home run for me? He spent a couple hours with a young fella named Noah on this Friday. Noah asked him, and Inge delivered. Wow. If that doesn't make the hair stand up on the back of your neck, you better see a doctor. Bottom 4, 1 out, bases loaded. Gerald Laird, blooper. Gabe Gross and B.J. Upton. I got it, you got it, we don't got it. Tigers up 3-0. Now up 5. Curtis Granderson. Right corner. Adam Everett, cousin, home. Tigers up a 6-pack. Top 5.
See, now you claim him.
Evan Longoria, he's always part of the fam. Tigers win at 6-2. Porcello, 5 2/3, 5 Ks, 4 hits, 1 earned.
The Rays hanging around the wild card race, and Detroit simultaneously. Pat Burrell up in the third. He's struck out by Nate Robertson, but the ball gets away as he's swinging in the dirt. So it's first and third. The Rays get themselves an extra out. Carlos Pena takes advantage, finds a hole on the right side. Jason Bartlett scores on Pena's 92nd RBI. 2-0 Rays for young David Price on the mound in Detroit, which is not his home mound, and away from home, he's had his troubles. 0-4 and 8+ ERA. Got Magglio Ordonez there. Curtis Granderson took it like a man for 2 outs in the third. Next up, Placido Polanco, and Placido just popped it up. And the threat is foiled in the 6th. Price against Miguel Cabrera with a runner in scoring position. Got him as well. Dealing with the trade of Scott Kazmir, his best friend.
So the Rays are trying to hang in the wild card race long enough for Boston to arrive in Tampa on Tuesday. With the Rays, they were still in Detroit. Justin Verlander looking for his 15th win. Evan Longoria greeting him rudely in the 4th. 2-run shot, a line home run. Longoria's 25th. Akinori Iwamura, a solo shot to left, and that is his first home run this season. 3-1 Tampa Bay to the 8th. After Jeff Neiman gives up a double to start the inning, Rays make a pitching change. They're going to try to hang on to that 3-1 lead. Grant Belfour in, and Belfour walks Curtis Granderson. About that pitching change. Placido Polanco likes it. It's a 3-run shot for Polanco. Just gets over the wall. His 8th of the year, and with it, the first-place Tigers take a 4-3 lead. To the 9th, here's Fernando Rodney coming in. Try and shut the door. 1 on, 2 out. Rays had a chance to regain the lead. But B.J. Upton grounds a third. Brandon Inge, nice leap, tough play to first to end the game. Verlander gets his 15th win. He ties C.C. Sabathia for the most wins in the American League.
To start the day. Crawford out while he nurses a sore back. Ben Zobrist knocking a double off Jared Washburn. Jason Bartlett scores, and the Rays up 1-0. Next batter is Pat Burrell. Went down and got that one. Put it into right. Kapler and Zobrist come in to score. The Rays with 2 consecutive hits. They got a little rally going. Tampa Bay up 3-0. Next batter is Evan Longoria. That'll bring Burrell home. So 3 consecutive hits for the Rays now, and the lead is 4-0. Now here comes Carlos Pena. He's been dangerous. When he puts the bat on the ball, he's got more home runs than singles this season, and he's adding to the home run total. There's number 38. Two-run shot for Pena. The Rays' fourth consecutive hit. I think you get the picture. Wasn't a good start for Washburn. He gave up 6 runs before he got an out. Pena's home run, one of 14 Tampa Bay hits in the game. They combined for 27 hits.
John Lester, man, unbeaten in his last 7 starts. Bottom 2, Akinora Iwamura, sit. Diana Navarra, he's a voyeur, and B.J. Upton. Good game to watch. Lester, 191 strikeouts this season. Franchise single-season record for a lefty, breaking the old record held by Bruce Hurst. Top 4 bartender. How about a shot at J.D.? J.D. Drew, 2-run shot off Andy Sonnenstein.
I think I know where you come up with these.
Here's 19th. Red Sox up 3-1, up 4-1. Carlos Pena. He goes yard on Lester. His American lead leading 39th, 8th in his last 11 games. We got a 4-2 game. All right, bottom 8. Rays are down 7-4, but they got the bases loaded. Jonathan Papelbon, opposing batters, 1 for 12, 9 Ks, bases loaded against him this season. Now he's in the 8th inning, remember. Gets Upton swinging. Next batter is Jason Bartlett. That could be trouble. Jacoby Ellsbury. Beaver Nation. No runners advance. Take another look at that one. That's a TPN, top play nominee if you're new to the program. Check out Pat Burrell. You got to let me know. Should I stay or should I go? Next batter, Carl Crawford. It's always tease, tease, tease. Foul territory, Jason Bay, who also homered. Powered by Whammy, coached by Hertzie. Red Sox, 8-4 winners. Beckett has allowed 12 home runs in his last 4 starts. Bottom 1, make it 13 in 5 starts. Carl Crawford, solo shot. His 13th, the Rays up 1. Bottom 2, game tied at 1. Pat Burrell. Let's make it 14 home runs. Burrell's 13th of the year. Beckett, another long ball. Rick Sutcliffe. What's wrong with Beckett's stuff?
As a starting pitcher, when you work as many innings and get as many strikeouts as Josh Beckett does, this time of year, occasionally your arm will get a little bit tired. It almost feels like it's full of sand. And what you try to do is with your lower half, you try to help it a little bit. Well, really, in honesty, what that does is hurt. You get long with your stride. You start missing with your command.
All right, Josh Lemieux in the studio here told me the fastball, no movement. Beckett, 6 innings, 7 hits, 409 Ks. Joe Madden going to pull Grant Balfour in favor of J.P. Howe with the Rays up 5-4 in the top of the 8th. Howe facing Alex Gonzalez, bases loaded, wild pitch. Run scores. Red Sox tie the game without registering a hit. Let's go bottom 8. 1 on. Game still tied. Burrell singles to right center off Ramon Ramirez. Carlos Pena going to score. The Rays taking a 1-run lead. Evan Longoria off Manny Del Carmen is 26th. He owns Boston. He's got 26 RBI this season against them. It's been nearly 50 years since any player has had more RBI against Boston. Wild card when the day began. They're hosting Detroit. And Justin Verlander telling Jim Rome earlier this week, no more Mr. Nice Guy for him.
I decided when I woke up in the morning I was going to have this mentality all day of, really, I hate the other team. And that's just the way I felt about it. I needed to change something to go out there and give myself the best chance to win.
Justin Verlander might hate the Rays for 3 reasons. Number 1, the Rays lead the major leagues in stolen bases.
Well, bottom 3, Rays are on him 1-0, and Justin Bartlett tries to steal. No. Hey, Timmy, what about reason number 2?
Number 2, Carlos Pena leads the American League in home runs.
Well, here he is. Does Pena go yard? No, he grounds out. He went homerless in the game. Timmy, give me reason 3.
Who throws him out? Number 3, the Tigers have lost 6 of their last 7 games at, the Trop.
For the year. By the way, Tim Kirchin, the nicest guy you'll ever meet. Top 9 game tied. Adam Everett, go cousin. Ryan Rayburn scores. Tigers up 2-1. Next batter, Curtis Granderson. He singles. Another run scores. Tigers up 3-1. Verlander hoping the Tigers can hold on. But bottom 9 hold on because Evan Longoria has been hotter than a fox in a forest fire. He scores. Carl Crawford there. Carlos Pena held up at third. Rays down 1. Will they win again at home? Next batter, Willie Ibar. Is he way out? Or just out? Just out. Mr. Mean gets it done. He picks up the win. Tigers 4-3. Takes away a home run. Rangers 1.
Number 5, Tigers and Rays, Adam Everett. Taps to the third. Evan Longoria charges. Anybody can do it with a glove. In time for the out. Barehanded, all in one motion. Great.
Well, first, we got plays here, Tigers.
There were top 10 plays in this game, weren't there?
There were in the ninth inning. Ralph Cormier strikes out Carlos Guillen, and then Joe Maddon's going to his bullpen with a 3-1 lead to bring in Grant Balfour. Pitch against Miguel Cabrera, but he walks Cabrera. So Maddon's going to come back out, make another move. J.P. Howell. Leland counters with the pinch hitter Marcus Timms. Howell walks Timms. Well, the wheels keep turning. Maddon's coming back out. Give me Russ Springer. Mike Leo Ordonez is the batter. Except this loads the bases. So they've gone through most of the bullpen here in the ninth inning, so they're going to stay with Springer. Brandon Inge coming up. 3 strikeouts so far in this game. The bases loaded. Good night. Drive home safely. 5th career grand slam, 27th dinger on the season. 5 Rays relievers in that 9th inning. Tigers have won 6 straight. The Rays have lost 8 of 11. I smell a list.
Yankee Stadium, New York, Tampa Bay. Yankees' best record in baseball. Top 1, Carlos Pena. Check swing strike. Ball hit the hand, then the bat. He breaks 2 fingers, and Carlos Pena is done for the season. He said afterwards, quote, "It felt like he had taken my heart, thrown it around, and stepped on it." That's a guy who loves baseball. Here's another guy who loves baseball, Derek Jeter, needing 3 hits to tie Lou Gehrig for the most hits by a New York Yankee. Bottom 1, Jeter. Matt Garza's first pitch is going to pop it up to right, and Jeter 0 for 4 in this game. History's going to have to wait. CC Sabathia matching his season high with 10 Ks. Carl Crawford, swinger. Pat Burrell, swinger. Gabe Kapler, swinger. Sabathia, 7 innings, 3 hits, 1 earned. Yankees up 2-1 in the 8th. Runners on first and second, 1 out. Jorge Posada off Chad Bradford. That ball's off the wall. Mark Teixeira scores from second. Posada goes 1 for 4. It's 3-1. 9th inning. Mariano Rivera, he hasn't pitched since September 1 with the sore groin. Said the groin responded well. The groin had no comment. Got Akinori Iwamura there. 39th save. Yankees win 4-1. Sabathia 6-0 in his last 8 starts.
Baseball, Rays visiting the Yankees. Nick Swisher hasn't hit a homer in this park since June the 8th, and he could care less. 25th homer of the season, 1-0 Yankees. Derek Jeter. Folks back at the Yankee Stadium hoping to see their son pass Lou Gehrig on the all-time hit lists in Yankee history. However, David Price's pitch hand was so strong. Gets Jeter there and then gets him looking there. Jeter 0 for his last 12, his longest streak without a hit this season. Later in the inning, Alex Rodriguez brings in Johnny Damon, and the Yankees open up a 2-0 lead. But here come the Rays in the 7th. Evan Longoria. Daddy-like. 30th home run of the season, and the lead is cut to 2-1. In the 8th is Jason Bartlett off Phil Hughes. And we're tied at 2. But it was Nick at Night in the bottom of the 9th. Take a look and a listen.
That one's driven deep to right field. Going back, Kapler looking out. See ya! A walk-off home run for Nick Swisher. Lucky 13 for the Yankees. Another tie is on order, and the Yankees win 3-2.
That 13 he was referring to is the 13th walk-off win for the Yankees this season. Most in baseball, most they've had since 1978.
I am the captain of this ship. Yankee captain Derek Jeter needing 3 hits to time with Lou Gehrig as the all-time hit leader in New York Yankee history. Bottom 1, Tampa Bay with 2 early off Jabba Chamberlain, and Jeter lays down the bunt off Jeff Neiman. Said he needed a hit so bad he had to bunt. He was 0 for 12, so he's 2 shy of the record. Jose Molina, grounder in the hole. Jason Bartlett, backhand jump, throw out. Hey, dude, it's Jeter's night. Don't steal his thunder by doing your Jeter imitation, or as Ravi and them would say, very Jeterian. That's a TPN top play nominee if you're new to the program. Later in the inning, Jeter shot to center. This one's going to bounce over the fence. Ground rule double. Jeter 1 hit away from tying Gehrig. His daddy's there. And Mr. Jeter is a proud papa. 7th inning. 2 outs. Jeter looking to tie a record that Gehrig has held for more than 70 years. 3rd hit off Neiman, and that record is tied. 2,721 hits as a Yankee. Jeter, a 2-minute ovation. Look at the family. Nearly 46,000 in attendance. After the game, the dude abides.
I really didn't know what to do. We were losing at the time, so I'm just trying to get on base and hopefully help us win this game. But I took a moment to soak it in. The fans have been outstanding. I didn't want to disrespect Tampa, and then when I saw them giving me an ovation, I really appreciated it.
All right, so the record's tied, but the Yankees still have a ball game to try and win. Bottom 8, 2-0, 2 on. Nick Swisher grounds to Chris Richard at first. He throws to second. It's wide. A-Rod scores. It's 2-1. Later in the frame, Jorge Posada, one of Jeter's dearest friends, and for Jeter on his night, pinch hit 3-run homer off Grant Balfour. Yankees lead 4-2. The Rays bullpen is just horrific. All right, now Jeter, he's going to try and break the record. He's got one more at bat. Full count. Family saying you're going to break it tonight, or we're going to have to wait until Friday against Baltimore. Balfour, you want to get booed at Yankee Stadium? What, Jeter? Tampa Bay loses its 8th straight. Yankees win 4-2. Jeter goes 3 for 4. He ties the Iron Horse for the most hits by a Yankee. If some Jeter is good, more is better.
Brothers fall in 3 sets.
Strong by you. Rays, Yankees, Jose Molina, Jason Bartlett, Jetarian. The Yankees win on a night that Derek Jeter gets 3 hits and ties the Iron Horse for the most hits by a Yankee.
After the rain out on Friday, 2-hour, 5-minute rain delay Saturday. 3rd inning, baseball. Victor Martinez single to right. Alex Gonzalez scores. We have a run. Boston up 1-0. 2 batters later, Poppy. David Ortiz, that'll drop in to bring in Martinez. 3-0 Sox. Same inning, 4-0 now. Alex Gonzalez, that is high, and that is to the track. Ortiz will score. Jason Bay and J.D. Drew will follow him home. Red Sox up 7-0, 8-0 now for the Euchre. Kevin Youkilis with his 25th of the year. Rain-shortened game. That's okay with Boston. They win it 9-1.
Sunshine there in the nation. Rays and Red Sox getting in 2 ball games. The first game considered the makeup game from Friday's rainout. Clay Buchholz gets Jason Bartlett. Then he gets Pat Burrell. And then the field. He's got field out there. Got it. Buchholz turn. There you go. Buchholz 7 innings pitched, 5 hits, 5 Ks, 97 pitches. Very efficient effort. In the 7th, Sox up 1-0 with 2 outs. Jason Bartlett grounds out to Dustin Pedroia. Greg Zahn will score. That throw gets away. Casey Kochman's going to pick it up, throw home. Gabe Gross, you're out, so the game stays at 1. Take another look. Victor Martinez, go-ahead run will not score. Excellent defense there. So bottom 8, it's a 1-1 game. David Ortiz up, full count, 2 for 21 against Matt Garza. And good pinch hitting for Nick Green there, because now he's got 3 hits in his career against Matt Garza. That's a double. He raised his average 41 points from 95 to $136. And then this is clutch. MVP quality from Pedroiski over the head of Gabe Gross. It's a 2-run shot. 13th homer of the season, 3-1 Red Sox. And then they showered up. Let's do it again, shall we? All right, game 2. John Lester started for the Sox. He gets the do-over after sort of poor first inning on Friday, but that was all washed away by rain. And here he gets Jason Bartlett. Poor Jason. Seeing him do bad things. Former Nationman Gabe Kapler then grounds into the 0-5-4-3 double play and ends the 7th. Top 8, runner in 3rd, Pat Burrell facing Lester with 2 out. Tries to check the swing. Lance Barksdale says, you went around. That's strike 3. We like Lance a lot. Don't cross Lance Barksdale, because you know what he'll do?
What?
He'll run you. And so that's going to end Pat's day right there with the Sox up 3-0. Yeah, he's been told to go home. Stop. Serena Williams got fined for this. You don't want to have the same problem. Bottom 8, Jason Bay hits it to right. Gabe Gross. That, my friends, is a home run. Not in many parks, but it is in Fenway. Lester, 8 innings pitched, just 2 hits, allowed no runs, and the Sox sweep the doubleheader 4-0.
The Rays came into Baltimore with the longest losing streak in the majors this season at 11 games, having been outscored 61-23 while hitting 183 during the skid. On Monday, they got a career night from a rookie to bring it to an end. It wasn't a career night for this rookie, but not a bad night for David Price, who's sporting an ERA over 6 on the road, and you got to do whatever it takes to get the out. The old 1-5-3. Tampa Bay led 1-0. Now they're down 2-1 with 2 on, bottom 1. Luke Scott smokes it to 3rd. Longoria, nice play on one end, not so good on the other. 2 score to make it 4-1 Baltimore. Top 2, 2 out. It always hurts more with 2. Oh, did you? Reed Brignac, his first career big league home run. It's a 2-run shot to make it 4-3. Later in the inning, still 2 outs, of course. Carl Crawford comes through. That's a double down the right field line. Jason Bartlett hustles home, and we're all knotted up at 4. Top of the 4th inning, B.J. Upton doing something he hasn't done in almost a month. It's a home run, his 10th of the season. This one just gets out in left field. 5-4 Rays, top 5. 2 on. Brian Bass on the mound in relief for the Orioles. Akinori Iwamura brings home 2. Chris Richard and Greg Zahn will score thanks to 2 errors on the play. Nolan Reimold's throw gets away. Brian Bass backing up the throw. He throws it over to third and 2 score, as I said. I don't lie. 7-4 Rays. It was an 8-4 game, bottom 7. David Price, 7 innings, 4 Ks. Gets Ty Wiggins in. Swing batter. Nick Markakis, not nice to stare, but he does it anyway. And then Greg Zahn, not really sure whether it was a ball or a strike or how many outs there are. Either way, that ends the ball game at 8-4. Snaps the 11-game losing streak for the Rays. They had scored a total of 8 runs through the first 7 games of this road trip, and they score 8 on Monday in the win.
The Orioles aren't exactly finishing strong. Since the All-Star break, they are 18-37, the worst mark in the American League. But on Tuesday night, everything went right for the Birds against the reigning American League champs. Jason Burkett getting the call. He's 2-0 in his last 4 starts. Top of the first, men on first and third, and Big Ben Zobrist. The RBI double to right, 1-0 Tampa Bay. Next batter, Pat the Bat Burrell. And he will stroke one to right and barely gone. It counts. 14th of the year, 4-0 Tampa Bay. Top of the third, 2 outs, Ben Zobrist on third, and it's Burrell again. This time, back through the box. That's going to score Zobrist, 5-0 Tampa Bay. Bottom of the 4th, Jeff Neiman, seeking his 13th win of the season. Not bad for a rook. Gives up the single to Cesar Izturis. Matt Wieters is going to score. Tampa Bay still leading 5-3. Top of the 5th, 2 outs. Check this out. Evan Longoria strokes one to center, and check out Felix PA. It is PA. It is PA with the tremendous catch in center field. Bottom of the 5th, bases loaded. Luke Scott. That's a base hit, and it brings in Brian Roberts. Baltimore down 5-4. They weren't done. Next batter, Matt Wieters. The RBI single. Nick Markakis, Melvin Morris score. 6-5 Baltimore. Bottom of the 8th, Chad Bradford facing Matt Wieters with 2 on, and that one is gone. The rookie goes long distance, 6th of the year, and Tampa Bay goes down to the Orioles 10-5 as the Orioles pull back a stunner. Wieters finished with a career-high 5 RBIs. Jason Burkin recovered from a rough start to pick up the win. He gave up 5 runs on 7 hits and 6 in the third. Jeff Neiman, he suffers the loss. He gave up 6 runs on 11 hits and 4 in the third.
Say the Orioles, been a long season. They got a glimpse of the future. That's their catcher, Matt Wieters. Remember they called him up earlier this season? Bottom 9, 1 on after an hour and 40-minute rain delay. Wieters with a 2-run shot off Russ Springer. It's a walk-off, and there was nobody there, but everybody will say that they were there.
In his Major League debut, Rays pitcher Wade Davis struck out 9 Tigers in 7 innings, and then in his second start, he got lit up by the Red Sox. His big league career has only lasted a week and a half, but Thursday night turned out to be a career night for Davis. And there he is, the 6'5", 24-year-old right-hander. Won 50 games in the minors, looking for his first big league win with the bases loaded. Gets Melvin Morris swinging. Then Luke Scott going to right. This all in the bottom of the first. Gabe Kapler, get there, and he does. That ends the inning. Bottom 2, how about some more defense from Kapler? Michael Aubrey, single to right field, and how about the kick that he gets? And Kapler off the wall, and he guns him at second base. Top 3 were still scoreless with 2 outs. It always hurts more with 2. Mark Hendrickson on the mound for the O's, and the lefty gives up an RBI single to Carl Crawford. Makes it a 1-0 Rays lead. Bottom 3 now, Brian Roberts. Fly ball to center. Fernando Perez going back, and until he can't go back anymore. He would lead this game in the 8th with that injured wrist. Check back with RaysBaseball.com for all the details. Top of the 4th inning with Hendrickson out, gave Kapler the sac bunt, and Ben Zobrist scores to make it 2-0. Bottom 4 now with 2 outs. Wade Davis gets Luke Scott swinging. Still 2-0 Rays. Bottom 5 with 2 outs. Runner on third. Robert Andino. Not nice to stare, but he does it anyway. Then bottom 6, Markakis goes into the double play. Still 2-0. Bottom 8, Jeff Fiorentino. No chance. He comes out for the 9th. Rays up 3-0. Felix PA, good morning. Nolan Reimold, good afternoon. Nick Markakis, good night. 3-0 Rays win. Wade Davis, his first big league win, comes in a complete game shutout. 4 hits, he strikes out 10. It's the Rays' first shutout since July 10th. It's their first road shutout of the season. Dave Tremblay tossed in the top of the 7th inning for arguing balls and strikes as the Rays win 3-0.
James Shields hasn't won at Tropicana Field since June 4th. He's 0-5 in his past 10 starts there. He tried to right all those wrongs on Friday night against the Toronto Blue Jays. Big game James getting the call. Top of the 3rd, Toronto leading 1-0. Men on first and second, 2 outs. Vernon Wells, a little bug on the rug that goes for a double. Aaron Hill scores 2-0 Toronto. Scott Richmond facing Carl Crawford in the 3rd, and Crawford goes to the gap, and we know he's got wheels. 8th triple of the year. Jason Bartlett scores 2-1 Toronto. Next batter, Evan Longoria, the single. That brings in Crawford. Game tied at 2 apiece. After Ben Zobrist doubled, they had 2nd and 3rd, and Willie Ibar singles to right. Longoria scores 3-2 Tampa Bay. That was it for Richmond. He's relieved by Brian Wolf. Cito Gaston got the hook out. Next batter, Greg Zahn. The former Jay goes into the gap. That goes for a double. Ben Zobrist, who had 3 hits, he scores 4-2 Tampa Bay. Gabe Gross, he will add to the lead. The bases loaded single. Willie Ibar scores 5-2 Tampa Bay. Shields zoned in. Strikes out Rob Barajas, and does the same to Travis Snyder. Bottom of the 8th, it's Evan Longoria, and this guy's having another tremendous year. Rookie of the Year a year ago. 31st home run of the season, a 2-run shot, 11-4 Tampa Bay. They get the win, and Shields finally gets off the schneid at home. He struck out 7. The Rays pounded out 16 hits. Carl Crawford, he had 4 of them. The Rays were good in the clutch. They go 7 for 12 inning with runners in scoring position.
Jays and Rays in an all Dr. Seuss tussle from Tampa. Ray manager Joe Madden might say on his neighbors to the north, we can play them in their dome, we can play them at our home, we will beat them with our bats, we will beat them with our stats. Evan Longoria and the Rays have fallen way back in the wild card chase. Unlikely they'll be back in postseason play this year, but there's always RBIs to be had. Bottom of the 1st, Longoria brings home Jason Bartlett. 1-0 Tampa, same frame. How about Ben Zobrist getting into the act? This is score Carl Crawford. Not really hitting the cover off the ball are the Rays, but at least a little bit effective. The runs trickling in, they're still going. How about Willie Ibar? Again, another one through the infield. This will score Longoria. It's 3-0. That brings up Gabe Kapler in the same inning. And he finds some space in the outfield to score Zobrist. 4-0 Rays, all in the 1st. That's a nice early cushion for their starter, Matt Garza. And let me just ruin the suspense. Garza had his stuff. In the 2nd, takes care of Jose Bautista. In the 3rd, Lyle Overbay. In the 4th, Travis Snyder. Then we will go to the 5th. Matt Garza will take care of Aaron Hill. Through 5, Garza, 7 Ks, and he allowed just 2 hits. And he's not done. We go to the 7th. Now it's Raul Chavez down. In the 8th, Aaron Hill, Garza. Just a man on a mission out there. When he's on, and he was on. 7 1/3 shutout innings. Just 3 hits, 10 Ks. Matt Garza's pitching and a 1st inning of hitting. That's all it took. Rays beat the Jays 4-0 after the game. Might Garza add, they cannot catch up with my stuff. They cannot hit me. Enough is enough.
The Mariners won't be going to the postseason, but don't try telling them that this season has not been a success. Last year, they lost 101 games. It was a total disaster. This year, huge strides, and there's a good chance they'll finish above 500. Taking on the Tampa Bay Rays, Jeff Neiman been solid for the Rays this season. Top of the 4th, man on 3rd, Adrian Beltre. He gets the single. Franklin Gutierrez scores. Game tied at 1. Top of the 5th, Ichiro all of a sudden has become a power hitter. Strokes 1 to right, 11th of the season, 2-run job, 3-1 Seattle. Sean Kelly in relief for the Mariners. Bottom of the 6th, B.J. Upton with the bases juiced. He's going to get this single. Pat Burrell's going to score. 3-2 Seattle. Same inning, bases loaded, 1 out, and it's Jason Bartlett coming through, sac fly. That's going to bring in Willie Ibar. Game tied at 3 apiece. Miguel Batista, he comes on in relief for Seattle. Bottom of the 7th, facing Evan Longoria, sit down. Ben Zobrist, I don't think so. And Pat Burrell, looking. Game tied at 3 still. Top of the 8th, Jose Lopez, and what a year this guy's having. 25th home run of the season, the solo flex, 4-3 Mariners. Bottom of the 9th, man on first, and Mark Lowe. Striking out Evan Longoria. Yes, he went around. That's going to do it. Seattle wins it 4-3. Seattle's won 2 straight, and they are 7 games over the 500 mark. They managed only 5 hits off the Rays, but they make them count. Miguel Batista gets the victory in relief. He went 2 innings, struck out 3, and did not have any blemishes. No walks, no hits. The Rays won't be defending their AL title in the postseason, but they won't be laying down the rest of the way. If you needed proof of their desire to play hard to the last out, you saw it on Wednesday night. Wade Davis making his 4th Major League start, taking on Seattle and Ichiro. Top of the 5th, Ichiro the single to center. B.J. Upton comes up throwing. Jack Hanahan, he's in there. The beautiful slide avoids the tag of Deanna Navarro. That was nice. Top of the 6th, 3-0 Seattle. Hanahan singles to center field. B.J. Upton, he's going to try to throw out Adrian Beltre at third, but it gets away. Beltre gets up. He scores. 4-0 Mariners. Bottom of the 6th, Tampa Bay comes back. Aki Iwamura with men on first and third. Strokes one to right center field. That's going to bring in 2 runs. Tampa Bay down 4-2, and they weren't done. B.J. Upton, who would be all over these highlights, comes through. His single to left scores Aki Iwamura. Tampa Bay down 4-3. Top of the 7th, 1 out man on third. Franklin Gutierrez to right. Ben Zobrist, he has a rifle, and he's going to show it off. Michael Saunders is out at home. Take another look. Navarro blocking the plate this time cleanly, and there's no way Saunders is going to get in there. Bottom of the 8th, bases loaded for, guess who? B.J. Upton. The single to left, that's going to bring in Evan Longoria and Fernando Perez. Tampa Bay up 5-4. Top of the 9th, 2 out. Randy Choate coming in, trying to close it out and pick up his 5th save of the year, and Bill Hall strokes one to center, and it's Upton again, and Upton makes the great catch to end it. Tampa Bay wins 5-4. The Rays scored 5 runs in their last 3 at-bats to get the victory. Davis, 2 earned runs on 7 hits and 5 2/3. He strikes out 6.
Ian Kinsler is a bona fide star. Thursday, he swiped his 30th bag of the season, certainly a noteworthy milestone. Friday night, he made history with his bat. Bottom line, he's good. Kinsler's teammate Chris Davis and company taking on the Rays Friday night. 2-0 Texas in the 2nd. Oh, God, make that 3-0. An upper deck job from Davis. His 20th of the season off of James Shields, 3-0. Top 3, back come the Rays. Gabe Kapler, his 7th home run of the season off Derek Holland. It's 3-1 Texas. Same inning, it's still 3-1. Evan Longoria, the single to left. Jason Bartlett scores. We've got a 3-2 game. It's now 3-3. Make it 4-3 in the 4th. Pudge Rodriguez grounds into the double play, but Kinsler scores. Gives Texas the lead. Bottom 5, we'll call it 5-3. Josh Hamilton gets the job done. Grounds out to first, but Julio Borbon scores. A nice base running. It's 5-3. Back to Kinsler, who started to turn things on late. First, the defense turning the double play. Longoria lines into it. Then in the 8th, here is the history. With 2 men on, there's 3 men in. Kinsler's 30th home run of the year. He becomes just the 3rd second baseman in Major League history to reach the 30-30 club. Texas goes on for the 8-3 win. Borbon had 3 hits. Holland takes the win, improves to 8-12. Gives up 3 earned in 5 innings. Shields the loss, his 12th of the season. Gives up 5 earned in 7 innings.
Pudge Rodriguez making his 25th start for Texas tonight. As for the Ranger, he's been replacing behind the dish. One word, ow. Not only does Jared Saltalamacchia have the league's longest last name, he may be recovering from the game's most gruesome surgery, as the doctor recently removed a rib that was pressing against an artery by cutting into a pectoral muscle. Again, ow. Texas taking on Tampa Bay. Matt Garza cruising through 3 innings, leading 3-0. Until this, Marlon Byrd spreads his wings his 18th homer. It's a solo shot. It's still 3-1 Tampa Bay. Bird not done. Texas also not done. We go to the 5th. Not even close from being done. Bird with the sacks packed. Again, a grand slam. Homers in back-to-back innings for him. Texas in front 5-3, and they're not looking back. 3 batters later, David Murphy with 2 on. This will bring them both home. It goes as a 2-run double. Rangers in front 7-3. Your next batter is the aforementioned Pudge Rodriguez. He chips in with an RBI single to center. It's now 8-3 Texas, and the Rangers are still going. Julio Borbon. This a base hit. It'll score Pudge. It's 9-3 Texas, and believe it or not, we are still in the bottom of the 5th. Bases loaded for Josh Hamilton. He's going to bring them all home. This a bases clearing double, make it 12-3 Texas. Hamilton sticks one in the corner and right. It's an 11-run 5th inning. Suffice it to say, this pretty much puts the game away just for extra measure. We go to the 6th. Ian Kinsler, his 31st on the year. 13-3 Texas, and that was plenty of run support for Rangers starter Kevin Millwood. He grounds Gabe Kapler into a double play into the 7th. Millwood goes 7, allows just 3 runs on 7 hits, just 2 of them earned. Texas wins it 15-3. The big 5th is the big difference. Your stat leaders, Bird and Hamilton, who combined for 9 ribbies. Bird, the 2 homers in back-to-back frames. Says Rays skipper Joe Maddon regarding the Rangers' offensive explosion Saturday night, quote, "It's hard to come back from 11-run innings." You think so, Doctor? So, as the Texas team takes its home field for the final time in 2009, will they have anything left to offer as an encore? The Rangers' 11-run 5th Saturday, the 3rd biggest inning in the bigs this season, and the biggest offensive outburst by Texas in more than 10 years, and it continues early on Sunday. Nelson Cruz off Rays starter David Price. That's his 33rd homer. It's a 2-run shot. It's 2-zip Texas. We go to the 4th. Same score. Brandon McCarthy pitching for the Rangers takes care of B.J. Upton. Then in the 5th, he grounds Jason Bartlett into an inning-ending DP. This one stays 2-0. Bottom half, the Rangers get some more runs. The 5th was their big inning Saturday. On Sunday, still happening. Ian Kinsler with an RBI double. This scores Cruz. 3-zip Rangers. Your next batter, Elvis Andrews, drops down a little bunt. This will score Chris Davis, make it 4-0. It'd be 5-zip through 5, all 5 runs charged to Price. Top 7, still 5-zip. McCarthy tossing for Texas, again picking on B.J. Upton. He works into the 8th, but pulled with 2 on and 2 out. Leaves with the game seemingly in control as a 5-zip lead, but his bullpen does him dirty. Darren O'Day allows Ben Zobrist this RBI single. Both runs charged to McCarthy. Not out of the 8th. C.J. Wilson on. Willie Ibar with an RBI single. Rays storming back the lead, now 5-3. Bottom 8, though. Rangers get a little more cushion. Marlon Byrd, 20th home run, 3rd in 2 days, 6-3 Texas. And this thing now should be officially wrapped up for the Rangers, right? Not so much. Top 9, more Rays. Zobrist again. 2nd 2-run single in as many innings. We're tied at 6 and not done. Look at Fernando Perez. Drops down the sneaky little bunt. Evan Longoria scores easily from 3rd. That is your go-ahead and eventual game-winning run. 7-6 the final. The Rays, trailing 5-0, down to just 4 outs. They score 7 runs in the last inning and a third and win it by 1. Cole Crawford with 3 hits. Zobrist and Bartlett with 2 apiece. The Rays shock the Rangers. They avoid the 3-game sweep.
Orioles trying to put the brakes on a 10-game losing streak. A matchup of 6'9" starters. Mark Hendrickson going for Baltimore. And bottom 1, Gabe Kapler going to rip this one out to left field. 8th home run of the year for Kapler. Rays off to a good start, ahead 1-0. 2 batters later, Ben Zobrist. He's going to right, and that'll carry out of the park. 2-0 Tampa Bay, and that sits a franchise record 191 team home runs from the Rays this season. Top 4, we're tied up at 2. Jeff Neiman, the other half of that 6'9" pitching matchup, gives it up to Brian Roberts, a 2-run blast. Neiman gives up 4 runs and 3 into 3rd. Leading off the bottom of the 4th, though, Evan Longoria has his back. 32nd for Longoria. Hendrickson allows only 3 hits, but they're all long balls in 6 innings of work. Top 5, Jeff Fiorentino drops this into left field. Luke Scott going to come in to score, and the Orioles ahead 5-3. In the bottom of the 7th, 6-3 Baltimore. And look at Willie Ibar pinch hitting with 2 men aboard, and that is a tie ball game just like that. We're all even up at 6. 12th home run for Ibar. Bottom 8, 1-on-1 down for Pat Burrell with a man at third and able to lift the sacrifice fly. Zobrist scores easily, and that proves to be the decisive run as the Rays win 7-6 as Grant Balfour closing the door in the ninth for his second save. Matt Wieters, one of the few highlights for the Orioles in this one. 3 hits. The rookie now hitting .292 on the year. The O's have lost 11 in a row, their longest losing streak since 2004.
Brian Roberts has doubled his pleasure this year, becoming just the 4th player in Major League history to have 3 seasons with 50 or more doubles. On Tuesday night, the O's second baseman added to his 2-bagger resume. Good-looking rookie Matt Wieters in the first inning, 2-on, 2-out, facing Wade Davis, another rookie, and Wieters singles to right field. Gabe Gross coming up throwing, throws a P to Greg Zahn, and Ty Wigginton, you are out at the dish. Nice play all around, especially by Greg Zahn, who makes the tag. Bottom of the first, it's Big Ben Zobrist off Jeremy Guthrie, rips one to right. 25th double of the year. Scores Carl Crawford, 1-0 Tampa Bay. Next batter, Willie Ibar, the single to center. Zobrist scores 2-0 Tampa Bay. Top of the third, Brian Roberts, a little history here. Drops the head of the bat, goes to the gap. 56th double of the year, sets a new all-time record for most doubles in a single season by a switch hitter, breaking Lance Berkman's 2001 record. Still in the third inning, Luke Scott strokes one to center field. Roberts is going to score. O's down 2-1. Jeremy Guthrie came into the game with a 10-16 record. Bottom of the third, striking out Pat Burrell. In the fourth, Gabe Gross goes down swinging. Evan Longoria comes up empty. Meanwhile, Wade Davis, he's been holding his own as a rookie. Top of the seventh, Brian Roberts grounds out to second base. Davis retired the last 11 batters he's bases. Grant Balfour trying to close it out in the ninth inning. Cesar Izturis, he's going to fly out to B.J. Upton. That's going to do it. Tampa Bay wins 3-1. Balfour gets his third save. The rookie Wade Davis, now 2-1. He goes 7 innings, gives up 1 earned run on 7 hits while striking out 3. Jeremy Guthrie tagged with a loss. He's now 10-17 on the season. In his final start of the season, James Shields had 2 goals. First of all, he wanted to win, obviously. Second of all, he wanted it to be complete. The Rays pitcher had no complete games this year after getting 3 a year ago. Taking on the Baltimore Orioles and David Hernandez. Hernandez 0-5 in his last 8 starts. Bottom of the second, Willie Ibar, the RBI single to right center field. B.J. Upton scores 1-0 Tampa Bay. Bottom of the third, 2-on for Ben Zobrist. And Big Ben Zobrist, he's having a year. Smokes one to right field inside the foul pole. 26th home run of the season. 4-0 Tampa Bay. Top of the fourth, Big Game James had it working, facing Jeff Fiorentino. Nick Markakis, I don't think so. And Luke Scott, go sit down. 3 lefties, 3 strikeouts. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. Top of the fifth, Melvin Moore in the third, and Evan Longoria displaying some solid gold at third base. Bottom of the fifth, it's Carl Crawford. Weird stance, great result. He goes up, out, and gone. That made it 5-0 Tampa Bay. Top of the eighth, Rays up 5-1. Ty Wigginton ties one on as he smokes one to left. 11th home run of the season. It's a 2-run rip. Orioles down 5-3. Top of the ninth, 2 outs. Man on first, Russ Springer trying to finish things off, and he does. Melvin Moore goes down swinging, and Tampa Bay wins it 5-3. Shields doesn't get the complete game, but he does get the win. He pitched 8 strong innings, giving up 3 runs on 6 hits. He strikes out 8. Hernandez takes the loss. He's 4-10 on the year.
Home run, Mariners win 7-zip.
At number 9, sound up.
Here, overall, we've been playing pretty good.
That's a guy who's got some confidence to be able to get the skip.
He's going to be lacking confidence by tomorrow.
As the calendar flips deeper into the fall, the O's and Rays are left only to look ahead to next spring. Dealt into a division that includes both Boston and New York, playing in the postseason is a gauntlet of a goal, and you may need some 90 victories just to win a wild card. Matt Garza and the Rays seeking their 83rd win. That's a team number. Garza going for number 9. If he was going for 83 by himself, that would be a record. Well, he allows an RBI to Nick Markakis in the first. 1-zip O's. We go to the fourth. Still 1-zip. We didn't miss much. Melvin Moore gets to Garza, an RBI single for him, make it 2 zip O's, and we are still in the 4th for Jeff Florentino, which I believe is a way to prepare X. An RBI single for him, O's with the O, they lead it 3-0. On the hill for Baltimore, meanwhile, Chris Waters, first start on the season after 4 relief appearances. Ben Zobrist says, welcome back, buddy. 27th homer, Rays are on the board, down 3-1. As for Zobrist, we saw him with the O. How about a little bit of D? Taking a hit away from Matt Wieters, going and getting it is Zobrist. Stays 3-1. We go to the 9th for Jim Johnson. JJ against Pat Burrell. I think Burrell's wishing he's still with the Phillies. They're going back to the postseason while the Rays are going golfing. That's a sac fly for Burrell, make it 3-2. Tampa within 1, but Johnson will hold it down. Fielding his position on the comebacker, gets Akinora Iwamura over at first. 9th save on the season for Johnson. First win on the year for Waters. He'll drink that all up. Zobrist, meanwhile, handles almost all the O himself, goes 2 for 4, scores 2 runs, knocks one in, and of course, we saw his 27th home run on the season.
For Tampa Bay, he hits Mark Teixeira with the first pitch of the at-bat. Teixeira would stay in the game. All right, enough on that. Bottom first, Rays up 1-0, bases loaded. Sabathia facing B.J. Upton. Robinson Cano can't get to it. Nick Swisher dives, but he can't get to the ball. The second baseman almost got it, and it turns into a bases-clearing triple for Upton. And the Rays go up 4-0. Third inning, Sabathia still struggling, facing Upton again. Rays up 5-1, and Upton sending this one to the wall as well. Upton halfway to the cycle. He's got a triple and a double, and those can be the hardest ones to get. 2 batters later, Fernando Perez, base hit. Upton will come in to score, and the Rays take a 6-1 lead. Now we've been talking about Upton. Remember, this is still Sabathia on the mound here. Later in the inning, Evan Longoria with a base hit. Diano Navarro and Perez score, the Rays up 8-1. Sabathia is still in the game. Ben Zobrist at the plate. That'll bring Jason Bartlett home. The Rays up 9-1, and that's it for Sabathia. He remains stuck on 19 wins because he gave up 9 runs. That ties a career high, and as you can see, it was his glove's fault. Bottom 4, back to Upton. Upton a single shy of the cycle, and it's only the 4th inning. The Rays up 11-1. He gets the home run there, so now he just needs a single. And there it is. Gabe Kapler comes in to score. First cycle in Rays history. And Derek Jeter is like, dude, this is your baseball. As the Rays go up 12-1. Bottom 8, Upton's not done yet. How about 5 hits? 5 for 5, 6 RBI in a cycle. That's a full day. The Rays going to win it 13-4.
1330 homer, 100 RBI season. Good managing there by Jorge Posada. He put A-Rod in the cleanup spot against the Rays. It's an old Joe Torre tradition. Joe Girardi put Posada in charge of a seemingly meaningless game, and Alex Rodriguez, making his manager for the day, look good. 243 homers for the Yankees, a single season franchise high for a franchise known as the Bronx Bombers. A-Rod again. It's a grand slam time. It's Mark McGwire for 8th on the all-time home run list. 7th RBI of the inning, an AL record 10-2 Yankees. They go on to win by the same score. So A-Rod had the big day, but it was teammate Mark Teixeira who won 2 of the 3 American League Triple Crown categories. Teixeira had 39 homers, 122 RBIs to lead the junior circuit. Fellow Yankee free agent signee CC Sabathia tied for the lead in wins. Joe Mauer will win the batting title, even though he still has officially 1 regular season game